Right. That's right. So let's introduce the guys from Endgame. Then we'll go over the rules for tonight's drinking contest. We got David and Nick from Endgame. For those of you that check out the show every week, you'll remember they were in here with us a couple of weeks ago, hyping up the new album and some events that they had coming up. And guys, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a part of the 4-hour last call.
Thanks for having us, man.
Always.
Glad to be back.
he's double fisting microphones over here.
So I'm just gonna rock both. Like a rock.
He lifted up his arms and I saw the tattoos there, and the one was a bit obscured, and it looked like it said "Passion Party." Is what I saw. I had.
What does the other one say? Passions on. What's the other one say?
Empathy. Okay.
Okay, hold on. I think this is your mic here. I think this is your
Party.
mic.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. All right, that's your mic right there.
Guys think you're so cool with your headphones.
There you go.
But I will say this.
It does
I
look
will.
like party.
I will say this. When your wife has
Passion
a passion
party.
party, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Really? I went to
yeah.
one. And
Oh, yeah.
That's where they trade the dildos or whatever, right?
Oh, they don't.
They trade.
They don't exactly trade them.
Okay, I'll give you my green one.
I like the shape of
this?
yours, like the way that it turns
like
up
Mogs,
like
you
that.
know, like
And we've already
Magic
disintegrated into dildo talk. So you guys had a big show last night, right?
yeah, man. We had we had a cystic fibrosis benefit. It was called Amelia's Fight after my little cousin that has cystic fibrosis. She just turned 1, and so we're gonna do this every year. It's the first annual Amelia's Fight, and it went amazing, man. I mean, basically, I mean, the purpose that art serves a community, did what it was supposed to do. I mean, we were able to bring some people out, and people were amazing. I mean, they were donating more than we were asking at the door. They were, we had a silent auction going, and we were able to sell most of the items, but there was a couple that were, we had to put minimum bids because they were kind of high ticket. And a guy showed up in the end and said, I want to buy everything that didn't get sold.
Nice.
We raised almost $500. It was $490 just at the door, the spaghetti feed, and then that's not even counting the silent auction. So I think we're going to be upwards of $700 for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. So we're really
Nice.
excited.
Now, where'd you guys have this at? Where was it at?
The Manette.
At the Manette. Yeah, Manette's good for community events like that too.
They're really awesome to us too. We really
we
we
gotta
play a
thank
lot
them.
of venues, and they are definitely one of the ones where we like to go perform there. They treat us really well, and all night they were helping us cook the spaghetti and just bringing it out to us, and they're just really cool.
We did the was it the Mina Koser Bowman fundraiser? Was
Yeah,
that what we
benefit.
did? Yeah, we did a benefit for Mina Koser Bowman before we realized her family was suing the school district.
And the teacher.
Don't get me started on that, you greedy little bastards.
That
But
girl that got the little kid that got shot.
Yeah.
By the little boy.
yeah. I guess I should explain why I'm so
Actually
upset
got
with
that in
them.
a song lyric.
Yeah. So she got shot, and then the whole family the whole community came together. They raised a whole bunch of money. They did fundraisers, they did car washes, T-shirts. Whole community comes together, and then she decides she's gonna. The family decides, not her, because Amina's 9 or however old she was when this whole thing went down. And then the family decides, well, we're going to sue the school district, and we're going to sue the teacher, and we're going to sue everybody else. We're going to sue everybody else involved, which I get that. Let's sue because we're sue happy. But when you sue the school, you're really suing your community because guess who's going to pay for that? The school doesn't mythically pull money out of their butthole.
Yeah, they don't have their own bank account.
Yeah, it comes from your neighbors that just held car washes and bake sales and fundraisers to raise money for you and your kid, and your response is, let's go sue our neighbors. I think it's greedy and selfish, and I think you'd have a special place in hell reserved for you.
What are schools supposed to do? Pat down elementary students? I just wonder what the argument would be for the school being responsible.
Well,
you're talking about parents left a gun out the little kid could get.
the truth of the matter is it has nothing to do with whether or not the school was responsible, although that's what they'll be sued for, and that's what it'll be made to look like. The reality is you have a child who people are going to make the argument wasn't responsible for his own actions, and they're going to say that even though it was an accident, the Koser Bowman family deserves money, and listen, I don't say that she doesn't deserve something. But anyway, and we'll get it. It's a whole long contrived story about whether or not her medical bills were already paid, who paid them. They were collecting all this money at fundraisers, and the money was going somewhere, and people donated all this stuff to them, money, food, clothing, all this great stuff. And, then they decided that they were going to sue everybody in the world that they could think of.
I think a great slimy lawyer got in somebody's ear and basically said, you have a chance for a cash grab.
Yeah.
The school district's not going to go to court. They'll settle.
Yeah.
And you'll see a tenth of it because we'll take the rest.
Yeah. Something is not quite right when the family of a little girl who was accidentally shot at a school hires a PR firm. That's when you know there's something going there.
Right.
Something not right there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, enough of that crap.
Yeah, but our benefit was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, no, listen.
That money's
good
all
news.
going to the Cystic Fibrosis
And
Foundation.
listen, and that's what I like about stuff like what you guys did with cystic fibrosis, because there is no politics with that. It's basically, listen, we're going to raise money for a group that's donating money to help find. It's like that, the MS Society, the American Cancer Society, those groups. There's no BS or politics with that. It's let's get money in for research, find a cure, find treatment options.
Is there somebody needs a new brain society? Because I know somebody we should sign up for it.
Is that the Strip Society?
Are you guys hearing me okay? Cause
Yeah, we
I
can hear you just fine.
Guys
Yeah.
out
Oh,
here
Trey,
Yeah.
can you
not
turn
hearing
the
me,
We can hear
turn
you
the
just
speaker
fine.
on just a little bit in here for the guys?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, how many people did you guys estimate were there last night?
There was over 100, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we, at the peak time. I mean, and there was some people that came. For example, I mean, my friend Brian from Dr. Diablo headlined the night. His brother came by and couldn't even stay, but just dropped off $20 at the door and left. So we had some people doing stuff like that. But I mean, as far as just in the building, I mean, we had over 100 people, throughout the night,
Yeah.
and
it was all ages too. So, there's 3 or 4 little kids with every person that comes in through the door too. So, it.
That's cool. Hey, is Caleb in the other room over there?
Yeah,
You guys
he's
want to
over
watch
there.
something? This would be funny. The next time you guys do a live show, let us know ahead of time, and I'll make sure Caleb's there with all the gear and equipment he sets up. We'll broadcast it live with video.
he's gonna lose his mind in there. Man.
We did it. We've done one of them in that.
that was the plan last time for the record release, right?
Yeah. Well, we're in once Caleb is fully recovered, which the rate things are going, he may need a couple more kicks to the head. Let's get the rules out really quick, and then we'll get into Syria at the top of the hour.
Okay?
Okay. All right. So here's the rules.
These rules are going to suck. I know it.
In fact, Strip, are you going to come in here and do drinks with us? So here's the rules.
You're doing this. He wants you to.
Yeah, I guess so.
This.
You know what this is? It's 100 pounds of compressed. Okay, so here's the rules for the drinking game. The way the drinking games is like this. Anytime any of the following things happen, you are required to take a shot. Okay? So if Paul makes any kind of a comment that starts with conservative this, liberal that, any kind of a generalized political statement, you must take a shot, which means you'll be drinking often. If I make a sexually or racially insensitive comment,
Wait. Oh my God. Should I just start?
you
chugging right
must
now?
take a shot. If Trey or Strip are running the boards and they make a mistake, you must take a shot. Okay? Now, those are the 3 rules we've always had. Now, I added one before, which is if we get a caller and the caller calls in and swears for any reason, and callers, you're more than welcome to do that. It's a 4-hour last
He was
call.
just gonna call and be like, "Fuck."
Yeah, if a caller calls in and swears, we have to take a shot. Okay, no questions asked. Caller calls in and swears.
Call us and swear. all right?
253-617-1440.
These guys are like, we did a show last night. We didn't have a drink, man. We're owed.
Yeah, and so for
took it easy last
tonight
night.
only, if at any time the rap guys make a comment that alludes to the fact that they're rap guys, you have to take a shot.
What is allude? You could pull anything out.
I'm the judge. So if I say take a shot, you take a shot.
Hey, we rap about things and stuff.
That would
Some-
be that would
sometimes-
require you to take a shot.
Sometimes both at the same time.
Yeah, if you pull the big "we're famous" card on me, you have to take a shot. So
If we
hold
pull
on.
that, you can just go ahead and
Now
kick
let-
us in the
now-
nuts.
now let me-
because we're not famous.
Let me illustrate.
Yeah, that's what
the-
Macklemore said when we told him how to go and make it famous. So
That's right.
Listen, we have influence.
Let me illustrate the unfairness of how this is laid out tonight. What are you guys drinking tonight? What do you guys have in your glasses?
7 and 7, man.
7 and 7. All right.
Whiskey.
I stopped off at the store and bought a big, well, not a big bottle, but a bottle of Cuervo because I'm a tequila guy. And St. Paul, the voice of douchebaggery, is drinking Mike's fucking hard lemonade. Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 of the men out here are drinking hard alcohol. Mike. Hard lemonade is not hard alcohol. In fact, I had an ex-girlfriend who worked for Mike's, and she said it's a pussy drink. So there you go.
Don't get your hands off my shit.
I'm just telling you. I'm glad you can drive me home later. That's all I have to say.
I don't have enough room in the Cadillac.
You will have enough room.
Never
in the
enough room in a Cadillac, man. That's what people always hate about.
You know what the bad thing is?
Yes,
If I have
and
to
you're
give-
gonna keep our
if
shot
I have to
count,
give him
Desi.
a ride home, that means he'll be in the back seat with Dez, and he'll be drunk. I don't think Dez will like. Look at the look on her face.
Hell no.
Hey, Dez, if I get drunk enough, I'll go down. I won't care that you didn't shower. It's okay.
Hey, Dez.
Oh, we got a drink. We got a
Dez.
drink. Oh, there we go.
Hey, Dez, you put that out on Twitter, okay?
Don't put that on Twitter. You
No,
can't put
you-
that.
you
On the
have-
Twitter, you can, but not on the Outlaw page. Yeah, Twitter's fine.
Put it everywhere.
She's like, wait,
Don't
what do
listen
I
to that.
put that I didn't? No, that you didn't. In case you didn't shower, that's what you're supposed to put on there. He won't care if you didn't shower if he ends up
won't
drunk
care.
in the back seat of the caddy with you.
That's right.
We're off to a good start.
If I can't put it on Outlaw, then it won't go on Twitter then.
There won't be a lot of
So
stuff you're
sadly,
putting
I
on
can't put it
Outlaw
on
tonight.
there.
Then, just continue to refeed that we're playing the drinking game tonight.
Okay.
All right.
Wuss, and you.
So we're trying to keep the Outlaw page clear of stuff like this because. Oh, by the way, I did send out contacts to our both of our mayoral candidates to get them booked to be on the show at the same time later this month. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Yes, we are going to maintain our regular breaks, Trey, because I'll need time to puke some of this back up later, and
There'll definitely be need bathroom
yeah.
breaks.
yeah, we'll need our regular breaks.
Definitely going to need bathroom breaks.
In fact, Trey, I've never told you this before, and you do an outstanding job. But from now on, you are the keeper of the clock. Don't wait for us to tell you to go to break. Just take the breaks on time. And if Paul's in the middle of a sentence, cut him the fuck off. Okay? Me,
Hey, first of all-
you
Says
and
the
I
guy
are on
who's
a
been
good
talking
page.
the whole time.
Hey,
You and I are on a
Hey,
good page. I
hey.
just get to keep making my points.
I'm
but if
pretty sure
Paul's in
that
the middle of
counts as a
talking-
racially insensitive
That's not a
comment.
racially insensitive comment.
You just suggested to the board op it was okay to cut the Polish Jew's head off.
I did not say Polish.
We all heard it.
You
That is
inferred
a
it.
shot. That is a
I did
shot.
not
I'm
say
pretty sure.
Polish
That is a
Jew.
shot.
Sure.
That is a shot.
Oh Lord.
You inferred it.
All right.
Cheating liberal bastard. No,
All right. I
like to rap.
seriously,
no. What are you doing?
I'm pacing myself because the last time we did this, I wound up on the floor
Think
in
you
front of
gotta
the
use it.
table.
No, better yet, you wound out with your head sticking out the window.
I did. I puked out the window, and I'm not making it out the window tonight because there's this carpet and green screen there. So, all right, we got break coming up around the corner. So, what we're going to tackle in the start of what should be the second hour, if we weren't 45 minutes late. Fucking stupid Jews.
Where did that come from?
I just had to make a racially insensitive comment, so you take a shot. Anyway,
That does sound like a Democrat.
you can't make me take back to back, or I'll puke
Does
on
the,
the table.
does the Democrat Party claim you?
No, but
No.
he claims them, and
No,
and,
they
and
do not
considering
claim
what
me.
he does for a living, he's happy to go ahead and.
No, we can't talk about that.
I didn't say
middle of all
what
this
you
other
did
stuff.
for a living. I said in light of what
I
you
pump
do for a living.
concrete for
Prostitution? Oh.
Boyer Construction. All right. We got the top of the hour coming up here in just a couple of moments. When we come back out of the top of the hour, we're actually going to get into some news. Everything out of Syria is deteriorating. Obama has either done not enough or done too much, depending who you ask. I don't think anybody agrees with what he's done. Some people think he hasn't done enough. Some people think he's done too much. We'll talk about it. Paul has very strong opinions about it.
I'm actually pretty upset about it. And I'm going to get into this when we come back after the top of the hour because I spent this week, and as everybody knows, I am not a supporter of the president's, but I did support the steps that he was taking. I thought it was good leadership. And look, John Kerry's speech last week I thought was amazing. I thought it was spot on. My one reservation about everything that's going on in Syria, and we'll talk about this after the break, so I want you guys to think about this,
Sure.
is that The only proof they said that they have unequivocal proof, but that it was the Assad regime that launched the chemical weapons. The problem is that Alex Jones,
Yes.
and his website Infowars.com has somehow come up with proof, with actual audio, of a rebel.
Yeah.
Stating that they actually it wasn't a chemical attack at all. It was a chemical mishap. They had captured some of the chemical weapons, and the rebels themselves, were actually transporting them. There was a mishap. Something went wrong,
Accident.
and the chemical weapons were discharged. Now, the problem is that the only information that the Obama White House is releasing is that they have intercepted phone calls between the Chemical Weapons Command and the general that was in charge of them in the Syrian regime. And it's the general asking the Chemical Weapons Unit, hey, did you fire those chemical weapons? I didn't order you to. Nobody gave you permission to. And the guy's coming back saying, we didn't fire those weapons. So I'm still waiting for this proof.
Right.
That's the God's honest truth. Now, I have said from day one, the only and there's a lot to talk about on this. There's a lot to say. I agree wholeheartedly with Jon Stewart. And you may have heard his little spiel, him making light of everything. This stuff is not funny. This is very serious. But one very serious point to break about this is that over 100,000 people have been killed in 2 years of civil war fighting. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to say, well, there's been 100,000 people killed, but 1,500 just died and we didn't like the weapon. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And so we didn't like the weapon. We thought it wasn't fair. It wasn't nice. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't carpet bombing Dresden. It wasn't fire bombing Tokyo. It wasn't nuking Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
Sure.
I hate it when weapons aren't nice.
Well, that's what I just find completely ludicrous about it. I'm like, listen, whether you're, and I'm not, believe me, I don't like either one of these sides. I think they're both complete pieces of shit. Assad is a complete dictator, and the Syrian rebels are backed by Al Qaeda and have Al Qaeda leadership and training within their ranks. So there's no good guy here. But you know what there is? There's a lot of innocents that are stuck in the middle. And if you want to save those innocent people, 2,200 members of my religious order have taken up arms and just gone to Israel over the last month. Why? Because they're preparing to do, what other people won't.
Yeah.
So
get involved.
And so there is a serious problem, clearly, in Syria.
Right.
Tried to say that fast a couple of times. Serious Syrian problem.
We can do it because we're rappers.
Oh, shot. Hey, how many shots are we up to? Did you keep track in that segment? How many are we up to now? 4? No, there was more than 4. Did you go to public school? Is that where you learned to count? We're going to talk about this after the break. Someone's getting a spanking.
No, we're talking about Syria.
I think
Back after this.
The Outlaw Radio Network.
PR News in Washington, I'm Barbara Klein. President Obama's national security team was on Capitol Hill today, briefing dozens of lawmakers on classified information regarding Syria. Afterward, several Democratic representatives said they don't support the president's proposed resolution to attack Syria. Among them, Chris Van Hollen, who calls the resolution too broad. But he says evidence that the Assad regime carried out a nerve gas attack on Damascus suburbs is compelling.
I've had an opportunity to review the classified information separately, and it's very clear that the Assad regime used chemical weapons against its civilians on August 21st.
Van Hollen echoes Secretary of State John Kerry, who told several Sunday talk shows evidence of poison gas has been detected in blood and hair samples taken from the scene of the alleged attacks. In Germany, Chancellor Angela Merkel faced her rival this evening in the only televised debate ahead of elections later this month. From Berlin, Esme Nicholson reports the candidates agree on Syria, but on little else.
Mrs. Merkel's centre-left challenger Per Steinbrück declared the Chancellor's Euro crisis strategy a failure, accusing her of crushing southern European countries like Greece with austerity. Merkel retorted,
It
was under the Social Democrats that Greece was allowed to enter the monetary union before it was ready. On the issue of the NSA affair, Per Steinbrück praised whistleblower Edward Snowden. Snowden showed a great deal of civil courage, Steinbrück said. Less outspoken on the matter, Merkel stressed her government's continued efforts to improve upon data protection laws. On Syria, both candidates stressed the need for a collective answer from the UN. For NPR News, I'm Esme Nicholson in Berlin.
Arab League foreign ministers are also calling for a UN response to Syria and say those responsible for the suspected chemical attack should be tried as war criminals. Tensions over Syria will cast a shadow on a major economic conference set to take place in Russia this week. As NPR's Corey Flintoff reports, Russia is expected to keep challenging U.S. plans to punish the Syrian government for last month's alleged chemical attack.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Saturday that this week's G20 summit would be a good platform to discuss the issue of Syria. The summit is designed mainly as an economic forum for the world's leading industrial nations, but politics are often discussed on the sidelines. Putin, a strong ally of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, dismissed U.S. claims that the Syrian government launched a chemical weapons attack that killed more than 1,400 people. Relations have soured between Presidents Putin and Obama, not only over Syria, but other issues such as Putin's decision to give asylum to fugitive national security contractor Edward Snowden. Corey Flintoff, NPR News, Moscow.
This is NPR. The Dutch government says it's updating its tax treaties with almost 24 developing countries in order to make it harder for international companies to deprive those nations of revenue. As Terry Schultz reports, Netherlands officials say they hope other countries will follow their lead in improving transparency.
The Dutch Foreign Trade Ministry says low-income governments are missing out on funds they need because firms operating internationally exploit loopholes and differences between national tax systems. The Netherlands will revise 23 tax treaties with developing countries to add anti-abuse clauses and tighten supervision of companies. It will also increase its technical assistance to these governments to help them combat tax evasion and improve collection. The Dutch government says similar measures need to be taken worldwide, otherwise companies will just move their businesses to less stringent tax environments, and the developing world will continue missing out on money it needs for infrastructure and education. The Netherlands is urging the European Union and the G20 to take action. For NPR News, I'm Terry Schultz in Brussels.
If American football is big business in the U.S., soccer today proved to be even bigger in Europe. Forward Gareth Bale of Wales has signed a record $132 million six-year deal to transfer from the Tottenham Hotspur to Real Madrid. The deal is subject to Bale passing a medical test. Endurance athlete Diana Nyad is more than halfway across the Florida Strait on the second day of her swim from Cuba to Florida. Nyad's team says she's made it further than she has in any of her earlier attempts to cross the dangerous waters. Nyad is hoping to become the first person to swim the strait without a shark cage. I'm Barbara Klein, NPR News in Washington.
Support for
getting married, entertaining clients, or maybe you're just having a bash with your friends. No matter the occasion, make sure you plug into the tunes with E&M Entertainment. There are tons of DJs out there, but how many of them want to get to know you beforehand so they can play your soundtrack at your event at your kind of price? It's more than just a great selection. E&M plays your great selection, and that makes all the difference. So call 425-971-8078. That's 425-971-8078 for E&M Entertainment.
As Kitsap County's largest maintenance provider, Team Innovative in Paulsbo provides commercial and residential maintenance to hundreds of millions of dollars of local real estate. With services including parking lot maintenance and street cleaning to landscape and design, Team Innovative is committed to using a green approach and following a strong environmental conscience. Team Innovative Services, 697-6858, or visit them online at getinnovative.net. Team Innovative Services, get serious, get innovative. The Legacy Group in Silverdale is a well-respected independent mortgage banker, absolutely committed to helping Kitsap County families on their path to home ownership. As an employee-owned company, the Legacy Group has a strong stake in your success, and they want to be your lifetime partner in helping you develop a strong real estate portfolio. Call the Legacy Group in Silverdale today at 698-6440 and find out how they can help you get started on the road to home ownership. 698-6440 for the Legacy Group, a lending experience that's a little different and a lot smarter.
Did you know volunteering with the Bremerton Central Lions Club can be fun? Community services for everyone. Young people, families, men, women. As a volunteer, you'll help your community and gain valuable skills, network with others, energize your life, make an impact, and have fun. Get in step with your community and volunteer. Visit us at bremertoncentralwa.lionwap.org. Located 3520 Kitsap Way in Bremerton, Arnold's Home Furnishing has been serving the Kitsap County community since 1951. For nearly 60 years, Arnold's has been here taking care of its customers with excellent customer service and quality merchandise you'll find nowhere else. And visit arnoldshomefurnishing.com to view all the merchandise available and see their current promotions. Arnold's Home Furnishing, to fit every lifestyle and budget.
The Kitsap Humane Society is an independent nonprofit committed to providing positive, life-changing solutions to people and companion animals. Our vision is that every adoptable animal has a home. In 2010, we rehomed 4,111 pets. For more information on our programs, services, and animals available for adoption, visit us on the web at kitsap-humane.org. Kitsap Humane Society. Rescue, rehabilitate, rehome.
Hey, it's Kevin with the Outlaw Radio Network. When it came time for the guys with Outlaw Radio to get our tuxes for the Habitat for Humanity of Kitsap County's Raise the Roof event, we honestly had no idea where to get them. Then we found Judy at Judy's Sewing in East Bremerton. As evidenced by the name, Judy's Sewing does tailoring, alterations, and repair. She also does tuxedo rentals starting at $69, bridal party dresses for $69, and bride's dresses starting at only $189. Plus, we also learned that at Judy's Sewing, not only does she offer military members prices that are lower than they're going to find at the Navy Exchange, she also prioritizes their orders. That means if you're in the military, your needs move right to the front of the line. It's a special touch of service you can only get from a locally based business like Judy's Sewing. Judy's Sewing at the corner of Fairgrounds Road in Central Valley in East Bremerton, right near Handy Andy's. Or call Judy at 360-662-1212. 662-1212. Judy's Sewing, a local business that's proud to support her community.
All right, it's the Outlaw Radio Network.
Not a good bump.
It was good. Keep it going. Turn the back up a little bit. Thank you. I like that bump. I think that's some Rage Against the Machine right
Can't go
there.
wrong with Rage. Yeah, it's guerrilla radio.
You can't go wrong with Rage.
Lights out.
This is the only guy I know that when we had the meeting about what kind of music we wanted, we were setting up the show. But way back 5 years ago, when we're setting up the show, we all meet in the basement of his house when we lived in Olala. We talking about everything. Everything went fine. All of us agreed on everything. Everything came together. Even the douchebag guitar player guy that was there, even he had contributions to make. But then we had the conversation. I'm just poking fun. Don't get all vaginal.
Good Lord.
Then we have the conversation. What kind of bump music?
You know
we should
what?
have.
You said vaginal. Drink.
I know. I don't believe that's a sexist. No, you're blurring the lines.
No, you were trying.
I know Jay-Z because I'm a famous rapper.
Okay, that's a trick.
If that helps.
Boy, somebody caught on quick.
Anyway, so then Paul says we should have some Barry Manilow bumps.
I never said
You
that.
did say
what
that.
the hell are you
Ass
talking about?
Ass strip. You wanted Barry Manilow bumps.
Dude, you are crazy.
No, you wanted Barry Manilow bumps.
I did not want Barry Manilow bumps.
Along with a little C.
Was it Tom Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted Neil Diamond. Fuck off.
There's nothing wrong with Neil Diamond.
C-O-C-K.
That's right. He wanted some C-O-C-K.
Neil Diamond's kind of a pimp. I'm just saying.
Is he?
Dude, I was never a Neil Diamond fan until I saw that Jack Black movie.
Yeah, that's the same. I was thinking Saving Silverman.
Yeah.
See, yeah, he was
What
tied
Jack
in
Black?
that.
Dude,
What Jack Black movie
they
was he
made
in?
Neil Diamond cool.
Saving Silverman.
Yeah.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, where
They had this little
they had
Neil
to
Diamond
kidnap
tribute band.
this guy's fiance because they hated her so much. So it was Jason Biggs, the guy from American Pie.
Yeah, I've
and he
seen
was
the movie.
dating
I don't
this-
remember Neil Diamond being in
Yeah,
it.
it was
Dude,
like
the whole
this-
premise was about Neil Diamond music.
Jack Black
Frickin'
was like
movie.
gay for Neil Diamond in the end.
The three of them,
Came-
that's like their favorite.
and he was in it at the end. Yeah,
it's
it was
because
awesome.
their parents took them to a Neil Diamond concert when they were still in the womb, or just little kids or something like that. Yeah,
It's and that whole when the cheese makes
was
the
awesome.
nachos stick together, it's one nacho.
yeah.
Come on, Kevin. I figured you'd remember that one.
Shut your mouth. All right, let's get into this conversation about
Not
Syria.
to be off topic.
Before we do that, though, by the way, a reminder: coming up at 9:00, we're going to get into some NFL talk.
And it will be depressing for Trojo. We understand that ahead of time. It will be depressing for Trojo.
Hey, it's all right, dog. I'm a Raiders fan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're a Raiders
Dude,
fan?
it's even worse for you.
Raider Nation.
Hey, I got 2 words
Raider
for you.
Nation now is like Luxembourg.
Hey, Raider. Hey, listen. 3 Super Bowls, man. I'm gonna stick to my
I
guns.
got 2 words for you. Terrell motherfucking Pryor.
Hey,
all right.
Hold on a second. Yes, your
I'll watch
microphone's
it.
on.
Yeah, Terrell Pryor's a.
Is this tape rolling? Is it loud enough?
What's up, Trojo?
Hi, how y'all doing? You know,
Hey,
I was just
Trojo.
waiting. I wasn't going to say anything.
Trojo, can I ask you a
I was
question?
waiting for y'all to let the listeners know that Trojo is here.
I forgot you're not on camera. Can I ask you a question, Trojo?
Yes.
Did you hear what Terrell Pryor's passer rating was in the last exhibition game against the Seahawks?
Hey, did you watch that game?
Do you know what his passer rating was?
I don't know. Did you watch
his
that game?
passer rating was 19.6.
Listen, asshole, he was 4 for 9. 3 drop passes. 3 drop passes. If you don't have 3 drop passes, you're 7 for 9. And that interception he threw, that was just as ugly as Russell Wilson's long completion.
Hey,
that pass was ugly.
I
as
hate
shit.
to break it to
That
you.
underthrown duck
I hate to break it to you,
was ugly.
but there is no
ugly.
Oh,
You
if we
get
could
no
take out those drop passes in that
Hold on,
You can't
hold
take
on.
them
You
out.
get
They
no
have-
sympathy from this guy over here in the corner about interceptions getting thrown. All right,
We have,
Hey, look.
we have two of the
Tony
most
Romo's his
depressed,
quarterback.
we have two of the most depressed fans in the history of the
Let
NFL.
me, let me
at
tell you
least
guys,
my
I've been a Raider
quarterback
fan the
is
last
good.
10 years. I've been fighting these battles for a long ass time.
Been
So
losing a lot, huh?
I can keep going. Yeah. You wanna.
Hey, at least my
know what
team.
the all-time
At least my
record
team is
against
good
the
for
Seahawks
8-8.
I don't
we
care.
know that.
It's 28-23, and you want to know how many Super Bowls the Seahawks have
Dude,
won?
you realize?
many?
Is somebody going to tell him none of that matters?
How many? Oh, the Super Bowls don't. Oh, we're really gonna have football
Can
talk
I-
with a guy
can
who's
I-
telling me? No, you're gonna tell me Super
Can I-
Bowls.
can I say
Super
something?
Bowls don't matter.
Hey,
Can I-
Super
can
Bowls
I-
don't matter.
Can I ask you a question?
Hey, the Cowboys fan.
You know what matters?
Super Bowls don't matter.
Super Bowls ain't shit, right?
Hey, you know,
That's
who-
what-
Can I ask you a question?
You know who makes that argument? People who teams
Herm
suck.
Edwards. Hey, you know what do you do?
can I-
Why do you play? You play to win the game.
Yeah,
Listen,
but your
David.
team don't win the
Playoffs?
game.
David.
Yeah.
David.
Playoffs?
We won more games than
David.
the Seahawks or
David.
most of the teams in
David,
the
let me,
NFL.
let me put it to you this way, okay?
Hey, put it to me. How
I
you-
He's
hate
getting
to-
personal
I
over
hate to
here,
be the voice of reason, which is supposed to be Paul's job, but let me be the voice of reason just for a moment. And let me remind you that it only matters how many Super Bowls you have when you have players on your team that still have the ring. Now, if you'd like to be like the
That's like 5 teams,
hold on,
dude.
if you'd like to be there's more teams out there that have players on the team that have a ring because people change teams and
Dude,
whatever.
half the
However,
players in the Oakland Raiders
if
that
you'd
got
like
a
to
Super
be-
Bowl rings are dead.
If you'd like to be like the Cowboys fans who haven't had a Super Bowl title since '96,
It don't matter. The Cowboys, the Raiders,
96,
the Niners, those are relevant
96,
NFL franchises. Win a Super Bowl, then you matter.
96,
Steelers.
96, 17 years ago.
Steelers are the best team of all time.
17 years ago, the Cowboys had a
Six
Super
Super
Bowl, and ever since then they've been stinking up the place.
Okay.
Waiting for the next version of Troy Aikman to
That's
show
right.
up. And the closest thing they could get to Troy Aikman was Tony motherfucking Romo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yep.
So
Yep. Mhm.
it's a moot point. All I'm going to say is
it's a good thing
how
we're
many-
doing football talk at 9.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna leave it at that. I will say this
Exactly.
though.
Leave it at
I
that
will say
because
this though.
Raider
I will
Nation.
rip into
I have
them later.
a thought
Yeah,
that
it's
the
an afterthought.
Raiders may actually win more games this year than the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was a thought.
Yeah,
anyway,
that was definitely
let's
a
Can I
move
tell
on.
you why? Darren McFadden. That's why. All right.
Darren McFadden can't stay healthy. How the hell is he going to die?
Hey, we're moving
9
on.
o'clock. 9
We're-
o'clock.
we're
9
out.
o'clock.
Tony Romo.
9 o'clock.
Tony
I'm
Romo.
a famous
9
rapper.
o'clock.
I have a Rolexus. It's a Lexus filled with Rolexes. You can't actually drive it.
Don't start laughing and not
Hey,
grab for that
Rolexes.
tequila.
I can't
That's
join
all
the
right.
football talk, so I'm just gonna fuck it up with,
Again, somebody learned fast. It's all them. It's all them words he's able to pick up as a rapper and just remember.
Well, I would love to be joining you guys
Rolexes.
in the drinking game, but unfortunately, I know I have a couple of fucktards that's listening to the radio show right now that if I just take one sip, would be trying to have my girlfriend's kid taken away. So fuck them, and I'll just sit over here in the corner off the camera drinking on my Sunkist.
Is that what that is? Sunkist?
Yep.
Yeah, because that looks like a
Diet
big-
Sunkist.
That looks like a lot of whiskey to me, man. Is that what we're calling Sunkist?
Diet
I
Sunkist.
didn't realize that that Budweiser came in a Sunkist can. All
I'm
right.
just saying, you know,
All right. Let's get this serious. So
they can
Paul-
leave it to their imagination because I'm not on camera, right?
That's right. That's right. All right, so let's talk about Syria. By the way, football talk coming up at 9 o'clock. Paul, let's talk about Syria. Now, last week we talked about this. Last week you were very
supportive of the president.
In fact, literally, when we ended the show last week and everybody left, I went in the bathroom and I cried because I thought you had finally converted over to the democratic way of thinking.
Is that your usual post-show ritual?
That's for a number of reasons.
The show's over.
Well, it's either because of that. Dez hasn't given in to my sexual advances. Trojo showed me his penis one week. I cried. I mean, it's just.
No, you have to. First of all, you have to tell the truth.
Wow.
Trojo made you laugh because he told you his dick was bigger than a horse's, and you cracked up laughing. And then he said, "Well, now I'm going to make you cry," and he showed you.
All right, so go ahead.
Do you remember that joke?
I do remember that joke.
All right.
It doesn't work when it's Trojo because it's true.
I don't want to know how you know that.
I don't even want. I don't even want to know how you know that.
We had BJ in studio, and you showed her the picture of your penis.
By the way, who keeps a picture of his own penis on a phone?
It's
You
true.
just never,
looking at me for?
you
I
never
didn't
know
do
when you
it.
have to. You never know when you have to whip it out and prove yourself.
He's like,
I'm
damn,
curious.
I need a pack of cigarettes. I can't afford them. Hey, cashier, check this out.
No, I swear to God, dude, that happened at the store I work at. A guy did that to a girl at the store I work at. A guy showed her a picture of his dick across, like he was checking out, and he's just like, "I like your piercings," and she's like, "Okay," and he's like, "I have piercings too," and she's like, "Okay," and he's like,
Check 'em out.
My dick, right there.
Did she give him her phone number?
she thought it was pretty funny, but no, he didn't.
I'm curious what kind of chick that works on. Like, hey baby, look,
Check
it's
out
a
the Prince
picture
Albert.
of my dick, and she goes, "Oh,
Take me now."
I must give you my phone number. We must get to know each other."
Can
Check
I
out
go
the
on my
Prince
break?
Albert.
I'm on my break right now.
Only Catholic Polish bitches from Belfair would get into that.
Could you imagine a dude with a Prince Albert?
Hello,
having sex with
I made a
woman who's
sexually
laying
and a
his
racially
tears?
based comment all in one time. Drink.
That's a double drink.
Ooh, I made that one strong.
Man, what if they got like tangled and caught together?
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Hey,
K-Dog,
did
you
you look at
really
my-
going to make sure you lay down on the floor before the end of this show, huh?
You know what?
Straight from the bottle?
That's
And it's-
bullshit
it's
right there
Cuervo,
because he's
too.
supposed to have had 10 drinks.
That's not 10
even
drinks.
2 shots.
That's more than 2 shots.
That's not even
I'm
2
taking
shots.
small sips. I'm pacing myself.
I'm thinking
Take
you're
bigger
just
shots.
you're
Hold
just
on,
touch,
wait.
No.
You're
This
just
coming
touching
from
it
the
to
guy
left.
drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah, man.
You can,
I wasn't
you
gonna
can
say
down,
nothing, but I mean, you really can.
You can down 7 of those, and there's not one shot of alcohol in there.
I'm sure there's one.
There's one. You're such a. Hold on.
We're going to be the three of us are going to be like laying on the table at the end of this.
Would a homophobically insensitive statement be considered gender or racially biased statement?
Both.
I don't think it would be. Would it?
Both.
It'd be
Why?
about both.
What statement?
It would be both?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
both.
All right, then I
That's
won't
true.
make any comments about Paul then. Okay, Paul.
Not
go
going to
ahead.
call me a fag?
No.
All right.
Well, that just equals you both into 2 more shots.
No, it doesn't. I didn't
How
say
do
it.
you figure
I
that?
didn't
He didn't
say
make
it.
the statement.
Yes, but you just said fag.
But he
but
can make
I'm
sexually.
okay with-
He can say it.
He can't say
He can only say
political
something
comments.
political.
So it's all
I
you,
can't.
Kevin.
Yeah. Okay. Again, for those of you at home that are scoring at home, again, here's the rules. If Paul makes a politically generalized comment, so something about Republicans or Democrats, just generalized, you take a drink.
You can drink. You can drink at home too. It doesn't
Yes.
just have to be
Please
us
drink at
drinking.
home.
Yeah,
Please
please
drink.
You're
at home.
watching this shit on a Sunday night, man. Come
Remember-
on, drink at home.
Remember,
Do it.
ladies, the more you drink, the cuter I get. Okay. Secondly,
He's
if-
available for web chat later. too.
if I will be available for web chat later, and I will
Mandy
even,
Moore, we hope you're watching.
I will even take my shirt off. No, I won't. Okay. If
God,
I make
damn, what a visual.
If I make
I can't unsee that, man.
Actually, I can't because my computer is completely dead right now. If I make a racially or a gender or I guess homophobically insensitive comment, we have to take a shot. If whoever the board op is messes up, you have to take a shot.
Oh, we do have to take a shot for that. He went to break 3 minutes late.
No, that's not an error. We've never enforced it within any other week besides this. It doesn't count. Trey's still learning.
He played a shitty bump song.
That's not shitty. I'm the one who picked out those
How you gonna
bumps.
call Rage, man?
Look at him.
This guy.
How do you think?
You really just insulted him.
Also, anytime a
insulted
caller,
the guy.
You're right.
anytime a caller calls in and uses and swears on the air at 253-617-1440, if a caller calls in and just says a swear word, we have to take a shot. If the rappers say anything that implies that they're rappers or that they're bigger stars than we are, We have to take a shot. And if at any time, I'm adding this is new, if at any time Trojo uses the N-word or brings up Trayvon Martin, we have to take a shot.
Or the Cowboys. or says anything about the Cowboys.
No, we're having the 9 o'clock discussion.
I know.
He's got to be able to talk about the Cowboys.
No, we need to throw this in. He can't mention the Cowboys. They can't mention the Raiders. And we can't mention the Seahawks.
No, we're having
unless
a 9
we're
o'clock football
picking
discussion.
the team.
Raiders.
You can say it when they pick the team.
No,
Okay, that's really not going to work if we're going to be making talking about.
This is
I said you can
NFL.
pick the team.
And you know what's great?
What?
In about an hour, we're going to be like, so who are you picking to go to the Super Bowl, Trojo? And Trojo's I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders. Okay, whatever.
Wow.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
So can we get to Syria?
Yeah, let's get to Syria. Let's get serious about Syria.
Hey, Trey.
We could put $1 down against $100 for Cowboys and Raiders in the Super Bowl.
Hey, Trey.
And we'd
let's just fuck off the bottom of the hour break.
Hey!
Let's
No.
just kill the bottom of the hour break.
No.
Because I didn't want to hear those Mindy Byers commercials anyway.
No, just shut up and run them. Run them all, Mindy. Run all Mindy Byers
Yeah,
commercials.
in fact, yeah. No commercials tonight except for the ones that have Mindy in them, okay? Can you make that happen? I want nothing.
Okay, you really trying to drive our listeners to drink.
We'll have 1 minute commercial breaks tonight.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Just
Mindy commercials all night long. Tonight's Swear and Alcohol Fest brought to you by Mindy Byers. Mindy Byers, proud sponsor of tequila. All right, go ahead, Paul.
Mindy Byers commercials.
All right, let's get
guaranteed to drive you to drink.
call in and say fuck. Do it.
Hey, we have comments in the chat room really quick.
I'm not.
The dude on the left sounds like Aziz Ansari. I believe which hold on your left or our left? Stage left would be you. Would be David, yeah. These fucktards aren't the ones who put in the rule in the parenting plan. It was your fucktard baby mama. I wish I had read that before I started reading that.
Okay, all right. Y'all sit back, relax, and chill for a minute. Are y'all sure y'all want to get into political talk right now?
Yes, we're going to get serious
are you
on Syria.
Are you sure?
Can we hold
Yes.
this to the fourth
Are you
hour,
sure?
please? Get the last
Are you
call,
sure?
please? Just the last call.
Because considering the fact that now I know that
No,
I can go off on these motherfuckers without having any repercussions. None whatsoever motherfucking ever to this son of a bitch who bitched up and called the goddamn cops because I choked his ass in McDonald's instead of being a man and stepping up and at least trying to take a motherfucking swing. Fuck you, you son of a bitch.
He choked his chicken.
Oh, by the way, while we're talking about your baby's mama, how about paying child support, you son of a bitch? You're 6 months behind. I'm taking care of your child right now out of my job.
Get him.
So try paying your motherfucking child support before you write into the goddamn chat room. You piece of living shit.
Get him.
Is that Jabba the Hutt shit?
And don't worry, your girlfriend's next, cause we all of us who in here are paying taxes would love to know how she afforded, since she's on welfare and TANF, using our tax dollars to afford to pay for a $7,000 breast enhancement, and neither one of your motherfuckers work.
More titty for daddy.
We can get into Syria now.
I got more titty for daddy. Wait, see.
That's a commercial.
I gotta be fair.
That's a commercial.
I have to be fair because
That was a good rant.
there's responses in the chat room.
Hold on. That rivals a K-Dog outburst right there.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, that was good. That was. I don't know what he's talking about. But that was good.
I don't either. Is this some kind of...
Do you want to hear the responses, or should we hold this for the
It
last
doesn't
call?
matter.
Last
Because it
call.
doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they say. None at all. It doesn't matter what the fuck they say. Nothing. Nothing they say matters at all.
At all.
Go ahead and post that video on YouTube again, showing me choking you in McDonald's. And not taking a swing. Bitched up and grabbed the telephone. Couldn't be a real man. And at least, hell, you could have at least acted like you wanted to take a swing.
Hold on.
Shit, let me call the cops. I've been beat up by a black man in McDonald's.
Do you see what happens? We bring rappers in
Fucking
studio. It's like
bitch-ass
Tupac
son of a
and
bitch.
Biggie. It's like Tupac and Biggie fighting it out now. We bring rappers in studio, and now we got black on black violence in the studio. What the fuck? fuck, man?
The rappers are the.
How did that go over? They dropped the charges because they didn't have enough evidence, right? So I can talk about it all day long, and you can't do a goddamn thing.
I think the rappers are the most reasonable people. in the room.
Hold on a second. So you're saying they had it on video, but they didn't have enough evidence to press charges?
Couldn't. Hey, you know what? I know camera angles because I used to install security and stuff. So believe it or not, I knew exactly what I was doing up to a certain point. So when I approached, even the judge herself said, "Well, it's a little miscued in the video, but since he said it was him, we're going to go ahead and put the restraining
But
order on
could
it."
the audio of you conceivably confessing to this?
You know what? It is what it is. It is what it is.
I'm just trying to look
it is
out.
what it is.
All I'm going to do is point out that if the charges got dropped and all you had was the restraining order against you, you're living proof that the Trayvon Martin thing was an anomaly.
If you smell what Trojo is cooking,
I don't follow.
Oh my God!
You don't understand?
I don't.
I would just like to know how he justifies not paying his child support. So I have to take care of his kid too. I mean, it's not that I don't. It's not that I mind because I really don't. He's a real good boy. He's a real good kid. But goddamn, man, pay your goddamn child support. Just a little bit.
Rapping.
That's two.
You were saying something about Syria.
No, that
I'll
was
take cereal for 100.
That was last hour.
I thought that was the Syria.
Now we're talking about fighting at
Syria for
McDonald's.
100, please.
Okay.
I guarantee you that if Obama choked Assad to McDonald's, we'd be at war right now.
Dude, did you see Assad's kid pick a fight with Obama on Facebook?
No, did he really?
Yes, his 11-year-old son.
His 11-year-old son
went on this tirade on
Obama
Facebook and called Obama out, basically like, "You punk bitch, you don't have the balls to attack us in Syria. We will crush you."
So hold on. So Hello Kitty, do me a favor.
Are you drinking water?
Yeah, I'm. This is my chaser. Hello Kitty, do me a favor. Let's hold off with the comments in the chat room for now. If you two would like to gnaw on each other like dog toys, let's save that for the last call at 10 o'clock. We have a schedule to it here.
Let
too.
the fuck nuggets call in and see if they can see if they can say tell the listeners what you really think. Go ahead and call in. Tell them what you really think. Tell them how you really feel.
Yeah.
Tell them why.
Call and
Tell
swear.
them why, especially you, Hello Kitty, considering the fact you know me and you know me very well. And no, it's only so much that I will take. It's only so much I will take.
What's the number again?
I shouldn't have never realized. I shouldn't have never found out that I can say what the fuck I want to say.
617.
And there's no repercussions of me saying
Skype not up? It's not. Oh, Skype's not up yet. Wait, I've been telling people to call for the last hour.
Call in and people can't
tell them
even
to hold on
call.
a second. We're having an issue with Skype. We had some computer issues earlier, and Trey's working hard. Strip is cramming Doritos in his face right now. So we'll go to break. When we come back, we will get into Syria. I promise.
Oh Lord.
We'll regroup.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Syria and how about how the fucking liberals are fucking this one up again.
Get outlawed.
As Kitsap County's largest maintenance provider, Team Innovative in Paulsbo provides commercial and residential maintenance to hundreds of millions of dollars of local real estate. With services including parking lot maintenance and street cleaning to landscape and design, Team Innovative is committed to using a green approach and following a strong environmental conscience. Team Innovative Services, 697-6858, or visit them online at getinnovative.net. Team Innovative Services, get serious, get innovative.
Getting married, entertaining clients, or maybe you're just having a bash with your friends. No matter the occasion, make sure you plug into the tunes with E&M Entertainment. There are tons of DJs out there, but how many of them want to get to know you beforehand so they can play your soundtrack at your event at your kind of price? It's more than just a great selection. E&M plays your great selection, and that makes all the difference. So call 425-971-8078. That's 425-971-8078 for E&M Entertainment.
Located 3520 Kitsap Way in Bremerton, Arnold's Home Furnishing has been serving the Kitsap County community since 1951. For nearly 60 years, Arnold's has been here taking care of its customers with excellent customer service and quality merchandise you'll find nowhere else. And visit arnoldshomefurnishing.com to view all the merchandise available and see their current promotions. Arnold's Home Furnishing, to fit every lifestyle and budget.
The Legacy Group in Silverdale is a well-respected independent mortgage banker, absolutely committed to helping Kitsap County families on their path to home ownership. As an employee-owned company, the Legacy Group has a strong stake in your success, and they want to be your lifetime partner in helping you develop a strong real estate portfolio. Call the Legacy Group in Silverdale today at 698-6440 and find out how they can help you get started on the road to home ownership. 698-6440 for the Legacy Group, a lending experience that's a little different and a lot smarter.
Did you know volunteering with the Bremerton Central Lions Club can be fun? Community services for everyone. Young people, families, men, women. As a volunteer, you'll help your community and gain valuable skills, network with others, energize your life, make an impact, and have fun. Get in step with your community and volunteer. Visit us at bremertoncentralwa.lion.wap.org.
The Kitsap Humane Society is an independent nonprofit committed to providing positive, life-changing solutions to people and companion animals. Our vision is that every adoptable animal has a home. In 2010, we rehomed 4,111 pets. For more information on our programs, services, and animals available for adoption, visit us on the web at kitsap-humane.org. Kitsap Humane Society. Rescue, rehabilitate, rehome.
Hey, it's Kevin with the Outlaw Radio Network. When it came time for the guys with Outlaw Radio to get our tuxes for the Habitat for Humanity of Kitsap County's Raise the Roof event, we honestly had no idea where to get them. Then we found Judy at Judy's Sewing in East Bremerton. As evidenced by the name, Judy's Sewing does tailoring, alterations, and repair. She also does tuxedo rentals starting at $69, bridal party dresses for $69, and bride's dresses starting at only $189. Plus, we also learned that at Judy's Sewing, not only does she offer military members prices that are lower than they're going to find at the Navy Exchange, she also prioritizes their orders. That means if you're in the military, your needs move right to the front of the line. It's a special touch of service you can only get from a locally based business like Judy's Sewing. Judy's Sewing at the corner of Fairgrounds Road in Central Valley in East Bremerton, right near Handy Andy's. Or call Judy at 360-662-1212. 662-1212. Judy's Sewing, a local business that's proud to support her community.
Good evening. My name's Wayne. Some of you may have seen me before. I've been kicking around Hollywood a long time.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network. OutlawRadioNetwork.com.
Because I think it's the best thing of its kind that's come along. And I hope you'll agree with me. It's honest, it's adult, it's realistic.
Turn the speaker up in here.
Yeah. This sounds like almost like Western surfer music.
It's good shit, isn't it?
I like the John Wayne part. I'm not 100% sold on the music, but it gives me an idea what you like.
It's not about what I like. It's about finding interesting and unique pieces of music to meld with famous lines from movies and quotes and stuff like that. That's what it's about. It's about eliciting emotion and getting a response. That's what it's about.
Yeah?
It's like about these guys. Sorry, wait, what do you do again?
We rap.
Oh, that's what I was checking.
I'm passing on this one.
So
I'm passing just for a minute.
Can't pass. You have to take it.
I'm passing for a second. I'll catch up.
See, this is just it's a jam tune, man.
I don't know if I would ever call this a jam tune.
Drums are cool.
I just don't think you have a very good appreciation for music.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Guys, back me up on this, okay?
In other words, you guys will agree with me.
Before you say it, do you have to... Okay. Because you said... Never mind.
Sorry,
Do we
David.
have to?
David.
I'm just thinking about
you know
some of the
what,
things you said before.
David, you know what? Fuck you. Nick, back me up on this, will you, buddy?
You see how,
I know that Nick,
fickle he is? This is why he's single.
Nick quickly, man.
Nick
We
is
were best friends last time.
Nick is going to be a radio star. I'm gonna mold him into a great radio star, and then he's going to forget all about this fucking endgame bullshit. So
We already
exactly.
We already kicked
so
him out
Nick,
earlier, so it's cool.
Nick, help me out here. The best music, right, is the music that makes a woman want to have sex with you, right?
You're gonna hate me.
It's not?
Not for me.
That's not
No?
us, man.
No.
No?
I honestly, personally, I like music that I'm really selfish. I want music that makes me react emotionally. So if I can, honestly, if a song can make me cry, I think that that's way better than a song that would make a girl lubricated in other fashions. That's just me.
Unless
though,
you
so
can,
I'm-
unless you can lubricate it with your tears, and then it solves
but
both ends.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
I'm crying and she sees, oh, he's so emotional, then maybe that works out for me.
Maybe that works out.
And then, so.
Do you agree with him or do you agree with me, David?
Nah, man. I mean, there's songs that are about sex. That's like 90% of top 40 radio, man. I mean, really. You know,
No, I don't mean songs about sex, but I mean the music itself, the vibe. Maybe the
listen,
song has nothing about sex, but the beat behind it, the
My favorite
You
kind
know?
of song is something that evokes memories or something like that to me. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean,
I'm on an
again,
island out here all by myself, aren't I?
Not to rain on your parade, but you did just say "fuck me" a minute ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
This is
It's
great.
a good type of song, man, but it's not the only type. It's a good, along with 10 other types of song that I mean, a song that evokes passion. That is.
You're
an
mad that I
emotion,
told you to
know
fuck
what I
off,
mean?
aren't you?
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Trey, would you go ahead and write down the time stamp on this portion of the show? I'm going to go back and pull that 30-second clip out because that's
right
going to
at
be a goddamn awesome
It's right
commercial.
at the 56 minute mark is where we're at. 56
Well,
minute mark.
as rappers,
God damn it.
this is
As
actually a real
rappers.
point though. But we
Make your
could
point.
sing a song about.
He's all mad because nobody agrees with him.
We could sing a song about anything.
Troja, do you agree with
and
me?
A girl who sees us perform it is gonna get all hot and bothered anyway.
Yeah.
So we kind of have a skewed percent. We could sing. a
No,
song
you
about
guys. I think everybody except the karaoke DJ here really truly understands how bump music, for example, should work. It should work in a fashion, as you guys said, elicits some level of emotion, which is exactly what I strive for in my.
Well, I was just saying about just songs I listen
Just
to.
regular stuff.
I don't know about bump music. What's the theory?
You're going to
behind
learn
it?
because
No,
I'm
no,
going to
no.
teach you
I
because
know-
he won't do it.
Yeah.
I know what it is, but I mean, I don't know what the theory behind like what you should use for. It seems like you'd want the most like poppin', energetic.
You
you want
keep that
stuff-
mic up to your mouth so the
Yeah,
listeners can
you
hear.
want. I thought he was a fucking rapper.
I'm not used to sitting at a table with it.
No, it's
Make a political statement about rappers.
Yeah, no. There's
No, yeah, no.
Trust me, both of you walked in here and both have been like, "I'm sorry, what's Syria?
Yeah.
This is what's going on over there, Mister. I listen to MMA podcasts.
Hey,
that keeps me up on relevant current
I
events.
came up and I said I don't know shit about what you guys are about to.
At least
talk
he's
about.
honest.
It's true,
Inform
but
me.
it would have been painfully obvious in the first 30 seconds
yeah,
of the
go
conversation anyway.
Hold on.
It's okay. You don't have to admit it.
You know what? It's actually true though, because
that?
every time anybody listens to the show after 30 seconds of listening to Paul, they're like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Hey,
so
that's a
we've had a
sexist
lot
comment.
of experience listening to him
Hey,
trip over himself.
Hey, that's a sexist
It's
comment.
not
I think
a sexist
that's a
comment.
Paulist comment.
Yeah,
That is a
what?
Paulist
A
comment.
Paulist?
Yeah, I'm my own
We
race
should have
now.
made Paulist.
You're your own
We should have
race.
made Paulist comments part of the drinking game. Though.
I'm pasty white and Polish.
Polish,
You're your
right?
own race.
There we go.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you're losing that race too,
talking
buddy.
about polishes.
Anyway, so let's get serious about Syria.
We have a whole 17 minutes now for the hour conversation about Syria.
That's all we need.
It's all right. It will happen. There's a reason this is the 4th hour, or I'm sorry, a 4-hour last call show.
Go ahead, buddy.
You hate it when I get serious and talk about how goddamn stupid freaking liberals are and how they've screwed up this country and about how the president of the United States decided that he was going to fundamentally
He didn't make it general. He's saying that I hate it when he does that. He hasn't done it yet.
Right.
So go ahead.
because Democrats and liberals have fundamentally transformed America. That's per the president. He said that was their plan.
I don't think that's not a bad comment. I would agree that Obama has transformed this country. I would agree that we are headed to a much better place than we were under the 8 years of George W. Bush. I think that in some ways we have turned a corner. In others we haven't, but in some ways we have.
I don't care what
We
you
have
to say. I don't-
guaranteed health coverage for people in this country.
Son, that is so inherently wrong, and
the
that
only
is
thing I had.
that's a goddamn lie.
It's the only thing I had. That's all I
You
had.
can't use Obamacare as your argument.
I can't, no.
Because it's not because it's becoming so apparently.
Do you wanna hear a
clear
funny story?
That half the shit he said about Obamacare is not turning out to be true.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
What's that?
So I'm giving my finger to all of you guys, right? Because I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter to me. I got tribal health insurance. Fuck all y'all. I got tribal health insurance. I ain't got to worry about it. I got a letter from my tribe yesterday that said, by the way, tribal health insurance doesn't match Obamacare standards. You have to get some other form of tribal of health insurance as a primary and make your tribal secondary. I'm like, fuck! So now I have to do this exact same thing that you have to do.
Hey,
so
can I tell you this?
congratulations.
You're gonna love it. I'm dealing with the IRS, who's in charge of it. You know, the same group of people who targeted conservative
now.
groups.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
That is inherently dishonest, and
That
you
is
know it.
not inherently dishonest.
In fact, the most recent information that came out about the targeting is not only did they target conservative groups, but they also targeted liberal groups at the
You're gonna love
exact
this.
same
You're
time.
gonna love
But
this.
nobody
Yes,
commented on
you're
that.
Right. No, yes, you're wrong. They did talk about that. In fact, they talked about the 297 conservative groups targeted and the 3 progressive liberal groups.
Do you
that
know
were
why there
targeted.
was only 3 progressive liberal groups who were targeted?
Yes,
because there's not that many liberals that give a shit.
Yeah.
That nobody wants to rally in
Listen,
a liberal group
and to make
anymore.
it worse, they've also found out that they're still fucking targeting.
No, they're not.
They are
No,
too.
they're not.
You want me to pull up the article and read it to you?
You can pull up the argument. You can pull
They're
up the
targeting-
article if you
they're
want
targeting
to.
everything, man.
There's no, there's no,
it's
there's
not
no
good.
politically based targeting going on.
Yeah,
it is across the
I
board.
believe
targeting.
that definitely, man. I mean, it's not when by the time you get to high office, you know. I mean, I'm not saying there's nobody that's that's a good person, but most of them have sold their souls. You know, by the time you get to the top of Congress or the presidency, and they're shaking hands behind closed doors and laughing at the fact that a big part of the American public thinks they stand for something different.
I agree with that, but
they really don't.
But here's the problem. Here's why Paul's inherently wrong.
I'm sorry, what?
Here's why you are inherently wrong.
Inherently.
Now
Now you're making fun of my Polish nature.
Inherently wrong. This has nothing to do with being Polish.
Yes, it does.
Dumbass.
That's what people always make fun of Polacks. Everything's
Here's-
always inherently this or that.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You're making up words that don't have anything to do with it.
I'm gonna.
Here's
so
the
it's
deal.
racially insensitive.
That was racially
That was not
insensitive.
racially insensitive. Listen, here's the deal.
You know what he told me during the break? He was like, hey man, I just wanted you to know that when I went to your softball game, the one thing that amazed me was I haven't seen a Polak run that fast since Warsaw in 1939.
Wow.
I did not say that.
Wow.
And by the way, grab your drinks. Grab your drinks. The Poles didn't run that fast in
Wow.
39. They got ran over by a lot of fucking tanks. Okay, drink up.
Tanks are very fast.
Kevin, you're 2 shots behind everybody else.
Okay, well, fuck you, pussy.
What the hell? He's drank like that much.
I'm taking little sips. I gotta pace
They're not
myself.
even
I
sips.
cannot,
Yeah, I know.
You're
I
just-
cannot
no,
lay
you know
down
what
on
he's
the
doing?
floor.
What's
You know what
going
he's
on
doing?
there, man?
He's like sticking his tongue in the bottle and just letting the shit absorb.
I'm taking little sips.
That's not even a drink.
Little
That's
sips.
like
You can't fucking talk, Mike's Hard Lemonade guy. What? You can't fucking talk.
If he finishes that before you get it past the neck bottle part, he can talk.
All right.
I'm just
Here's
instigating.
why you're wrong. Okay. I would agree with what David said.
Except you have told him to fuck off.
That people at the top of the food chain, the political food chain, have their allegiances to their parties, and they're going to fuck over the other party and the American public in the process. They don't care because they've sold their soul. The problem is that in the IRS targeting theory that you conservatives have, okay, what you've essentially decided is, hey, we're going to expect the IRS
Hey, wait,
and
here
their
comes more libtardism. Oh,
No,
sorry, my bad. Drink.
We're going to expect the IRS and
That's you
their
too.
and their GS 5 and 6 employees
Yeah.
to carry out the top secret agenda of fucking over the right when half of them are
Okay,
just
we're not going
based-
to get into. We're not going to get into this.
No,
'cause-
no. Now that I've got a logical,
No,
reasonable
you
point while
don't.
you're wrong, you're like, oh, we're not going to get into this.
Wait. No, because listen. First of all, it was field.
You're an idiot.
First of all, it was field agent managers who did this.
I get
and
that.
it's so that's not GSG or GS.
But the point is, field agent managers then did what? Told their employees who were GS5, GS6, GS7,
No, they
whatever,
didn't. No, they didn't.
to target based
No,
on this criteria,
no,
half of which,
no.
based on average in this country,
No.
are going to be Republicans. So
No.
you basically said, hey, by the way, conservatives,
No.
target your other conservatives.
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
Everything you just said is completely. Well, you're either. I'm just going to say this.
Yes.
I don't think you're a liar
I don't work in that unit, so I don't know how it works.
So yeah,
but I have an idea,
and I have researched this heavily. This was a listen.
Would you like to come to work
again,
with me for a day?
Lois Lerner, who worked for the IRS.
Lois Lerner's a bad.
Okay, who now runs the Obama fucking care unit.
No, she's
that's
suspended.
Right.
She's out of a job.
She got suspended.
I believe she's out of a job
Hold on
and
a
done.
second, I have something I have to
Look
read
at that
here.
blatant lie.
Score so far on the shots. K-Dog has taken 14
Are
shots.
you-
Everyone else has taken. K-Dog has not taken 14 shots. K-Dog could barely
like
equate.
2.5.
I have not taken. I've taken 14 sips.
14
No,
sips.
K-Dog.
14
K-Dog
sips.
has.
We're on our like third.
Hold on.
I thought he was the one who was lying,
Hold
but that
on.
wasn't you.
14
Hold on.
sips.
K-Dog has touched the bottle to his lips
True.
14 times.
Sips. I have to pace myself.
That is true.
The last
But
time
now
we did
everybody
this,
else is at 17.
the sips.
You are at 14 sips. Everybody else is at 17.
Right, except for Paul, who's at 2 because he's drinking Mike's Hard
No,
Lemonade.
Paul's still at 17.
He's not at 17. Come on.
Yes.
Kind of buzzed already.
You
So.
want some tequila? Here, let me give you some tequila. Here you go. Come on. Put the glass
Yeah,
over
it's
here.
it's okay. Kevin's going so
Come
fucking
on.
slow. You might as well give it away to make it look like he's running.
There you go, buddy.
I need. Oh no! Stop.
Okay.
Rapping.
All right.
Oh, see, no, he did that so it would look
Rapper.
like he's drank more.
No, that's not why. I'm sharing. I'm sharing. All right, get to
I'm
Siri.
helping
You
out.
don't have 10 minutes for Siri. And no, don't interrupt him. I want him to have time for this because we're not coming back to this at 9.
Here's the issue with Syria, and
Syria.
here's what bothered me so much about what has happened this week. You know what?
It bothered
You
you
better
this
take
week?
the fucking microphones away from these rappers who can't shut the fuck up when
It
they got a
bothered you
microphone in
this
their
week?
hand. What?
It bothered you this week?
What bothered me?
Are you
here's-
serious? Get it serious.
That was cute. That's stupid, but cute.
Solo from David earlier.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So here's the thing. Here's where stuff went really south. okay?
Seriously, South?
Wow.
Go ahead.
Wow.
You know, for a guy who's only touched the bottle to his lips a few times.
Go ahead.
Wow.
You got 9 minutes now. Go ahead.
You done with your fucking douchebaggery?
I'm done with my douchebaggery.
All right.
Seriously.
Anyway, so we have a serious credibility problem now in this country.
Serious credibility. Good. Turn that around on us. Go ahead.
It's funny. It's all because you fucking Democrats. Oh, sorry.
No, don't
My
be
bad.
interrupting. You don't have a lot of time for this now. Come on.
The problem here, to me, is simple. The president drew a red line in the sand, which he probably shouldn't have done, but he did it. Okay? And as soon as he drew that red line in the sand, now he has to live up to it. I was all for, hey, there's one thing I can't stand to see. I cried when I saw those kids, the bodies.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
saw,
that sucked, dude.
Right? I mean, I literally,
Dude.
I choked up and I cried because
Right.
I mean, I know, I went to NBC school. I know what sarin nerve gas will do to you. I know
Yeah.
the effect that it will have on you.
Tell
You were in the
people
Navy,
what
so
tell
you may
people
not
what
know
what
so
NB
much.
What NBC school is, so that they know.
Nuclear, biological, and chemical
Thank you.
weapons school.
We did have that in boot camp, by the way.
You didn't have NBC school in Navy boot camp.
No, we had. We didn't have.
You know,
NBC.
you probably
Hold
had a
on.
couple classes on
Yeah,
it.
we had classes in boot camp.
We,
yeah.
we had to go through the tear gas stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, tear
the gas.
gas.
Well, the
yeah,
gas chamber.
The gas chamber. Yeah.
Okay, the gas
We had to go
chamber's
through
bad.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
that in and of itself.
Yeah, we did have to
Listen,
go through that.
listen. That is a very, very mild nerve type agent
Yeah.
when you go into the gas chamber. Okay, so
Yes,
you get
very,
now.
very
Imagine
mild.
that times 100.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about,
Okay.
Paul, because
You
I actually had to go through some of that when I converted over from machinery mate to master at arms.
Gotcha. Well, and it's
so they
it's
had to send
listen
us
when,
through a lot
when,
of that shit.
when we were coming
It
out
was
of the
bad.
gas chamber, guys were shitting themselves, peeing themselves.
Yep.
The snot was running down to the ground. They were crying, puking. And that was from. And the reason they do it is because they want you to trust your chemical gear.
Yeah, trust your mask. 'Cause
Trust your mask.
You may need it
Trust
later,
it.
so you
Right.
better trust it now.
So it's a very serious issue when they tell you, "Hey, listen, what we I don't know what it was like for you guys in the Navy. Maybe you can tell us, but for us, what they did was they brought us all into the room, put your mask on, clear your mask,
Yep, clear
right?
your mask.
Okay, and you're in the room and you're breathing normally. And there's nothing affecting
Now
you.
take your mask off.
And and then your drill sergeant would walk up to you individually, one at a time, and he would tell you to remove your mask. You'd remove your mask. He'd look at you and say, "Recite your name, rank, and serial number." And you would, and then he
Oh
would tell
my
you
God.
half right face drop and do 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
And the reason you would do that is because that way you would breathe in the gas, and then he'd make you stand up, stare at him, and he'd sit there, da 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 da, probably count to 10 or 15, okay, and then he'd make you put your mask on and clear it, okay.
Yep.
So that way you were definitely feeling the difference between gas and no gas, and so you trusted what it did was it allowed you to trust your chemical equipment, your chemical gear. And when I saw those kids, and you could clearly tell that it was a nerve gas attack. You could see the
Yeah.
effects.
It
on
was
them.
easy.
But what wasn't clear to me, and I made this clear last week, we have no friends there except for the Christians and the civilians. The two sides that are actually fighting and committing the atrocities, neither one of those sides are our friends. And what my problem with the whole issue is, yes, they used chemical weapons. The president drew a line in the sand. That meant the United States had to identify who was responsible as quickly as possible and strike back. My fear was that one or the other would use the chemical weapons and would stage it to make it look like it was the other side, thereby drawing the United States in
to take out their
enemy. Okay? So the United States uses as its evidence the fact that there's a communication that they intercepted between a general in the Syrian army and the officer that was in charge of the chemical weapons unit. They said that in this conversation that what's been leaked out about it was that it was the general questioning the chemical weapons unit, saying, hey, did you launch those chemical weapons? You weren't ordered to. I never gave that order. And the guy in the chemical weapons unit saying, no, we didn't launch those weapons. So the United States is saying, yeah, we're sure it was the Assad regime that did it. Well, how can you be so sure?
Right.
They must
Exactly what
have
you
some
said.
other level of evidence here. But I still believed, strike both sides. The problem is that we've got U.S. senators, i.e. John McCain, Lindsey Graham, and others, who have gone over and decided to make friends with the Syrian rebels. The problem with the Syrian rebels is that 90% of them are just people who are fighting for independence. The problem is that 10% of them are Al-Qaeda, because Al-Qaeda picked up the boat basically and decided to back the Syrian rebels.
And there's leaders and stuff. And
Their leadership, the leadership and the training and the money is coming from Al Qaeda.
the training too.
So
Okay.
yeah, so now what you have is we have a ruthless dictator in Assad, okay, who's willing to murder his own people. He doesn't care who gets caught in the crossfire, and the rebels who are backed by Al Qaeda are enemies. The fuck are we doing over there, man? Listen, you can't. I was clear last week, and I stand by it. You want to end the problem? The only thing, and I'm not saying this to be fucking racist, but it's going to come out that way. You want to know what people in the Middle East understand? They understand the muzzle of the barrel. You want to solve this? You want to stop this bloodshed? Put boots on the ground. And all these people are, we can't put boots on the ground. We got to lob in some cruise missiles, right? That's like standing on one side of the wall and lobbing over Molotov cocktails, but nobody's fucking standing there. Okay? It's the stupidest goddamn thing in the world. Where are you going to launch them? What are you going to shoot at?
Yeah.
That's like fucking Saddam Hussein during the first Gulf War saying, fuck it, man, launch the Scud missiles, turn on CNN and see where they land. I mean, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. No sense whatsoever. But at least I was willing to support the president saying, listen, he drew a line in the sand. You got to be tough. Why do you have to be tough? People are like, well, why do you got to do it? Why does he got to be tough? I had a lot of people on both sides of the aisle criticizing me. Why does the president have to be tough? I'll tell you why he has to be tough. North Korea, Syria, Iran, Hezbollah, Egypt. These are people who are chomping at the bits to see us look weak. Iran is in the middle of developing nuclear weapons, and because it is their core belief that Israel has to be wiped off and eradicated from the face of planet Earth. And they intend to do that, and they've made that very clear. If we don't take action after drawing a line in the sand against a podunk, rinky-dink piece of shit like Assad or the fucking rebels, what do you think they're going to do? As the Israeli ambassador stated, fuck, man, they're popping champagne corks now in Iran. They're going, fucking look at that weak-ass bastard in the White House. He ain't got the ball. Look, you know what he did this weekend? The president decided one day, yeah, I'm going to look tough, man. I'm a big, tough guy on the block. You know what he did the next day? He said, yeah, before I act so tough, I better ask mommy for permission. He's going back to fucking Congress. I don't have no problem with you going to Congress, but if that's what you were going to do to seek permission, you should have done it in the first place. You don't come out and say, I will act unilaterally alone, and then say, I went for a walk on the White House lawn at midnight and changed my mind.
Yeah, you can't make
You can't fucking
public
do that.
statements and go back on
Wishy-washy.
them.
And that's exactly what he's done. And that's why you got people, I mean, I'm talking strong commentators coming out saying, fuck, it's like amateur hour in the White House right now. Seriously, that's what it is.
Well, that's
because Obama he's given himself a way to literally weasel out of his red line. Because guess what happens if Congress comes back and says, we don't authorize you to go to war with Syria? He's got an out. He's going to say, hey, I was going to do it.
I tried.
But, these guys, they don't really have my back on it. So, hey, blame these guys when 100,000 more civilians die. Yeah. It's a political win-win for him, but it's also sheer political weakness. Pure weakness, and now we look completely like fools on the international stage. Like fools. Okay,
You're talking
I'm done.
about amateur hour. I mean, Obama was a congressman for what, about a year before
2
he
years.
started campaigning for president?
Yeah, and actually 96% of the votes he voted
That-
not present for.
That was one of the things that I mean. I just thought the Democrats should have nominated somebody else. I mean, honestly, I'm not. You know, I have both.
Who are they going to nominate? Hillary Clinton? She cried during the campaign trail.
At least she had.
It was she was crying.
You guys are ridiculous.
I think she probably has more political experience than him. And listen, I'm not saying I'd have voted
Oh,
for
she
Hillary,
does.
but I'm just saying
She
that
got a great track record. You seen Benghazi?
I'm just saying that Obama. I'm just saying that Obama was somebody that, you know, regardless of what you thought of his politics, people should have had more concern about the fact that he had very little political
Yes,
experience.
people should have, but most the voting bloc that pushed Obama over the top and won him 2 elections, in a nutshell, was an uneducated voting bloc. It was the college youth vote. It was the minority vote of people who, in the past, didn't care enough to vote. But they did vote because there was a black man running. And I'm not saying that to be racist,
Yeah,
but it's true, and you know it's true.
But you're not being fair. The
To
listener.
who? Wait. Who am I not being fair
Well,
to?
you're leaving out the other voting blocks that voted strongly in Obama's favor. Another
Who
one,
would that be?
Another one was the Catholic vote. Catholic numbers for Obama in both elections were substantially higher than they were for the Republican opponent. that
Yeah,
they were
I would
voting
ask
for.
you to pull that up because
I
don't
will
believe
pull
that.
that. I will pull that up. It was-
I'm pretty sure Hispanic numbers were strong for Obama too, and it was a Hispanic vote that won.
But do
George,
you know why
It was a Hispanic vote that won George Bush.
That is correct.
In 2004,
and who?
in Florida.
But you have to ask yourself, why would the Hispanic vote have been so strong for Obama? And the answer is very clear: because he supports a program of amnesty for people that are here illegally. Now, it was clear when he posted that, when he went with that program, that was the entire reasoning behind it. Because he knew that he was going to capture a certain amount of the populace by saying, "Hey, listen, I'm going to set up a now listen."
And he ain't done it.
No, you're right. He hasn't done it. But listen, how many times are people elected to the presidency or to Senate or Congress or whatever based on false promises they never fall through with? A lot of
All of them.
Yeah,
99%.
Yeah, so
all of them.
Again, and that's what I refer to as the uneducated voting bloc. And listen, they have every right to vote, and they don't have to be educated. It doesn't matter. They have a right to vote. If you can vote, it's your right to vote. But when I say uneducated, I'll draw a good, clean example. A lot of Democrats are making the case that a state like North Carolina is stepping back 50 to 100 years with regards to voting rights because of a law that they just passed in North Carolina. Do you know what that law was?
The
Have to show ID cards.
An ID card. A free, by the way, it's a free ID card that you can get through the state.
Why is that unreasonable? I'm not
Well, you're
sure.
right. It's
why is
to
that
a
racist?
reasonable, educated individual. It's actually not unreasonable. You say, listen, you protect your bars, your schools. A lot of office buildings require ID to get in, right? Why shouldn't you? Our most sacred right in this country is our right to vote, and our right to vote protects our freedoms. Shouldn't we do everything possible to protect the sanctity of the voting process? But yet you have Democrats who will come out and tell you that conservatives are trying to strip away the rights of minorities to vote because they've passed a law requiring a free ID card. It's a ridiculous argument to people who understand what's really going on, but it's a powerful argument for an uneducated group who, and when I say uneducated, I don't mean that they didn't go to school. I mean they don't care enough to actually learn about the issues.
No, I got
That's
you.
what I mean.
When I vote, in the last election, I voted, for the president, for my local congressman.
Mm-hmm.
I usually don't vote on judges because, I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about them. You know what I
Mm-hmm. And
mean?
it's
So I
hard
feel like I also don't vote on property taxes
Mhm.
because, and I've gotten some ballots in the mail. Like, here's a property
Mhm,
tax proposed increase. I'm like, I don't own property, so
Mhm.
I don't feel like I have a right. Why should anybody who doesn't own property be able to vote on a property tax increase? Like, that's counterintuitive.
Sure, and I can understand that argument. I truly do. And
So I'm agreeing with you, man. If you don't want to take a couple minutes to do some like basic research,
Do some research.
I mean, you can vote, but yeah, I mean, that's like voting on American Idol or something. It's just like
it's a popularity
joke.
contest.
All right, we'll take a top of the hour news break. When we come back, we'll wrap up this discussion. We'll get into our NFL picks as well. It's the Outlaw Radio Network.
Rapping.
Stick.
He
tuned.
got you.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network. OutlawRadioNetwork.com. From NPR News in Washington, I'm Jim Hawk.
The head of the United Nations is urging the UN Weapons Inspection Team to expedite their analysis of samples they collected in Syria. The Obama administration isn't waiting for the UN results. As NPR's Nathan Rott reports, U.S. officials are saying their own testing proves that chemical weapons were used.
Secretary of State John Kerry appeared on a series of talk shows Sunday, announcing the findings on each. Here he is on CNN.
I can share with you today that blood and hair samples from East Damascus, from first responders, it has tested positive for signatures of sarin.
Kerry also stated that the U.S. knows that the Assad regime ordered this attack. He was confident that this evidence would convince Congress to support a military strike in Syria. But he did say that the president has authority to act independently if that support isn't given. Nathan Rott, NPR News.
Select members of Congress got a closed-door briefing Sunday on the alleged use of chemical weapons in Syria. Democratic Representative Jim Himes of Connecticut came away worried about the repercussions of an attack on Syria.
It is not clear to me that we know what the results of this attack will be, meaning will it be effective? It's not clear to me what response might be undertaken by Iran, by the Syrians, against Israel, against us, in the realm of terrorism.
Another congressman in the briefing was Michigan Democrat Sander Levin, who said the red line on the use of chemical weapons was a red line that began to be drawn 100 years ago with the mustard gas attacks of World War I. Levin says there has to be a focused response. In Florida, searchers led by a forensic anthropologist have found bones and other evidence of multiple burials in a makeshift graveyard at what was once a notorious reform school. NPR's Elizabeth Wynne Johnson reports the long-anticipated excavation at the former Dozier School for Boys broke ground Saturday and is expected to continue into this week.
It will take days to dig and sift through the sandy soil. The search has so far unearthed human bones and the brass hinges of coffins, left with no record of whose bones or whose coffins. Before it was closed a couple of years ago, the Dozier School earned a reputation over its 111 years for harsh discipline of the boys who were sent there, some never to be heard from again. Many of those were black juveniles. Their descendants and civil rights advocates helped press for this excavation. Now, with money from the Justice Department and the state of Florida, remains will be examined in labs at the universities of South Florida and North Texas. DNA comparison may help resolve what, for some families, has been a decades-long mystery. Elizabeth Wynne Johnson, NPR News.
The wildfire near Yosemite National Park is now the fourth largest in California history. The 2-week-old rimfire claimed the spot as it grew to 348 square miles. It's about 40% contained. This is NPR News. Veteran British journalist David Frost has died. Frost won worldwide fame for his TV interviews with former President Richard Nixon in 1977, achieving the largest audience for a TV news interview in history. Frost's family says he died of a suspected heart attack Saturday night aboard the Queen Elizabeth cruise ship where he was due to give a speech. David Frost was 74. Nelson Mandela is home after nearly 3 months in a hospital. However, the South African president's office says the 95-year-old anti-apartheid leader's health remains critical and sometimes unstable. It says Mandela will receive the same level of intensive care that he did in the hospital, but his family will be able to share time with him in a more intimate setting. More than 1,000 volleyball players from across North America are competing on the streets of Washington, D.C. this holiday weekend. NPR's Hansi Lo Wang reports it's part of a tournament that's a Labor Day tradition for the Chinese-American community.
This is not volleyball on the beach or in your backyard. It's Nine Man, a street variation that became popular among Chinese immigrants generations ago in Chinatowns. 9 players instead of 6 play on the court per team, and rules for the national tournament only allow players of Asian descent in order to preserve Nine Man's cultural history. For Jerry Ewan, the tournament is a long-running family ritual.
Every Labor Day, I don't plan anything because every Labor Day is volleyball. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm teaching my kids that.
There's no cash prize for the winning team, Ewan says, just a trophy and bragging rights. Hansi Lo Wang, NPR News.
I'm Jim Hawk, NPR News in Washington.
support for when
The Legacy Group in Silverdale is a well-respected independent mortgage banker, absolutely committed to helping Kitsap County families on their path to home ownership. As an employee-owned company, the Legacy Group has a strong stake in your success, and they want to be your lifetime partner in helping you develop a strong real estate portfolio. Call the Legacy Group in Silverdale today at 698-6440 and find out how they can help you get started on the road to home ownership. 698-6440 for the Legacy Group, a lending experience that's a little different and a lot smarter.
Located 3520 Kitsap Way in Bremerton, Arnold's Home Furnishing has been serving the Kitsap County community since 1951. For nearly 60 years, Arnold's has been here taking care of its customers with excellent customer service and quality merchandise you'll find nowhere else. And visit arnoldshomefurnishing.com to view all the merchandise available and see their current promotions. Arnold's Home Furnishing, to fit every lifestyle and budget.
Getting married, entertaining clients, or maybe you're just having a bash with your friends. No matter the occasion, make sure you plug into the tunes with E&M Entertainment. There are tons of DJs out there, but how many of them want to get to know you beforehand so they can play your soundtrack at your event at your kind of price? It's more than just a great selection. E&M plays your great selection, and that makes all the difference. So call 425-971-8078. That's 425-971-8078 for E&M Entertainment.
As Kitsap County's largest maintenance provider, Team Innovative in Paulsbo provides commercial and residential maintenance to hundreds of millions of dollars of local real estate. With services including parking lot maintenance and street cleaning to landscape and design, Team Innovative is committed to using a green approach and following a strong environmental conscience. Team Innovative Services, 697-6858, or visit them online at getinnovative.net. Team Innovative Services, get serious, get innovative.
The Kitsap Humane Society is an independent nonprofit committed to providing positive, life-changing solutions to people and companion animals. Our vision is that every adoptable animal has a home. In 2010, we rehomed 4,111 pets. For more information on our programs, services, and animals available for adoption, visit us on the web at kitsap-humane.org. Kitsap Humane Society. Rescue, rehabilitate, rehome.
Hey, it's Kevin with the Outlaw Radio Network. When it came time for the guys with Outlaw Radio to get our tuxes for the Habitat for Humanity of Kitsap County's Raise the Roof event, we honestly had no idea where to get them. Then we found Judy at Judy's Sewing in East Bremerton. As evidenced by the name, Judy's Sewing does tailoring, alterations, and repair. She also does tuxedo rentals starting at $69, bridal party dresses for $69, and bride's dresses starting at only $189. Plus, we also learned that at Judy's Sewing, not only does she offer military members prices that are lower than they're going to find at the Navy Exchange, she also prioritizes their orders. That means if you're in the military, your needs move right to the front of the line. It's a special touch of service you can only get from a locally based business like Judy's Sewing. Judy's Sewing at the corner of Fairgrounds Road in Central Valley in East Bremerton, right near Handy Andy's. Or call Judy at 360-662-1212. 662-1212. Judy's Sewing, a local business that's proud to support her community.
Did you know volunteering with the Bremerton Central Lions Club can be fun? Community services for everyone. Young people, families, men, women. As a volunteer, you'll help your community and gain valuable skills, network with others, energize your life, make an impact, and have fun. Get in step with your community and volunteer. Visit us at bremertoncentralwa.lionwap.org.
How do I get a hold of you?
You just contact the mayor's office. He has a special signal that shines in the sky. It's in the shape of a giant cock.
Have you seen Kick-Ass 2?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's awesome.
Is
it's
it?
better than Kick-Ass 1.
Is it?
It's fucking amazing.
I'm sorry, dude. I am like a Hit Girl fan. That's all I can say.
Dude, Hit Girl is more badass than this. Oh my
Really?
god.
Both of you guys should read the comic book.
Now tell me that wasn't a cool fucking opening.
I've never seen Kick-Ass, so I don't.
You've never seen Kick-Ass?
No, I've never
You're
seen
a bad
Kick-Ass.
person.
You haven't seen Kick-Ass 1?
No, I haven't seen him.
Dude, seriously?
Really?
Listen, the disadvantage of
It's
being...
just like as good. That's as much of a cult classic as Boondock Saints.
Listen.
Kick-Ass is good, I gotta say.
Hit Girl's pretty much the biggest gangster ever.
The disadvantage of being single is that I refuse to watch movies by myself. And I don't have a girl to go watch
This-
movies with me,
No,
so
no, no.
I don't.
You don't need a girl to watch this.
You don't need a girl
It's
or
not a
anybody
girl
to watch
movie.
this one with you. This is one of those that you
Some
can
Go with the homies,
sit
man.
down, relax, and watch this movie. I was a big skeptic about Kick-Ass myself. I was
So
like,
was I.
yeah, whatever. What the? I wound up watching it on accident. Literally, I walked into somebody's house and they were just starting the movie. I was
And
like,
it was
all right, what the fuck
badass.
ever.
Yep.
It's a badass movie.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I had
I'm
to go
making
out and
Google
buy
eyes.
it.
That 12-year-old
I'm making
girl-
Google eyes at Desiree over here.
That 12-year-old girl kicked some fucking ass, man.
She kicked
Dude,
ass.
it's even man, Kick-Ass 2, it's better. It's like it's deeper. It takes it to the next level because now you're dealing with a world where these kids have become superheroes and the real world consequences of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm,
And
mhm,
it's just it's so cool, man.
And the guy that
You guys
played
gotta see
Kick-Ass,
it.
I gotta say, he became a star, and somebody told him get into the gym before this next movie.
Dude, yeah, he was. There was a scene.
Holy
There was a
cow.
scene towards the very end of it, and they're like totally like they're not trying to like hook up or anything in the movie. They're both older, you know, late
Mhm.
teens. And there's a part like where she kicks his ass like and makes him train and makes him an actual
Mhm, mhm.
buff dude. There's a part where he's doing a one-handed push-up or
Mhm.
pull-up, and then he's changing into his superhero shit, and he's like, all right, well, he takes off his shirt. He's like, okay, I'm gonna put on this costume, and she's just like.
Oh, sorry, I put the microphone up to him, and he was making no noise.
Yeah, it was a trip.
And he's like, what? He's like, what? And she's like,
oh, hey, Trey. By the way,
no.
keep an eye open for the
nothing.
Skype line. We got a call coming through in a second.
Yeah,
from
Whoever's
Oakland.
calling, say fuck.
It's,
Okay.
No, it's my son. He will not swear in the
Oh.
air. He doesn't swear. He can. He's 21, but he just doesn't.
He
all
can
right.
drink. He does
Come on,
drive
man,
finally,
do
right?
it.
Huh?
He finally drives though, right?
He's been driving all summer. yeah.
Just say one cuss word. No,
You know what's
make them
funny?
drink.
You know what's hilarious?
Yes,
Is
I
that
know it's hilarious.
when
Stupid
when he
ass
was-
liberal motherfuckers.
When he was about
Oh,
10,
drink.
Why is it anytime anybody else tries to make a point about anything besides you interrupt with something
really?
that gives people a reason to drink so that they can't talk?
Like you were doing the whole time I was talking about
No,
Syria,
I
and you were
let
like,
you t-
serious? Serious?
That was
fuck
funny.
off.
Hey, you owe a drink.
I have a drink right here.
I didn't see you put any liquor in there.
David made it.
Trust me.
You made it?
There's liquor in
All
there.
right, all right. That's good. No, you don't get to take a sip now.
I'm taking a drink. Just relax.
Don't
I
drink.
have to pace myself. I'm not going to wake up drunk on the floor in here again like it happened last time. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, he woke up at the end of the fourth hour,
funny.
literally stood up, did a 180, stuck his head out the window, and we're all staring at Kevin's ass, and all we hear is,
Were you guys still doing
And
the
I am a
radio?
loud puker too. It's like Quagmire. It really is. It's not.
you know who he reminded me of? He reminded me. Did you guys ever see the movie The Alamo?
Oh, right.
Right? You see The Alamo?
The one
No.
with John Wayne?
No, the new version of The Alamo.
No.
Really?
No.
You know what The Alamo is, right?
Yes, I know.
All right,
I've
just
been
checking.
to the Alamo.
All right, so there's a scene in the
Rappers
Alamo
don't
where
know what the
they're
Alamo is.
where they're about to kill Davy Crockett, and he looks up at the Mexicans and goes, "I warn you, I'm a screamer." That was Kevin out the window.
Yeah, it really was.
Okay.
All right. So can we get into football picks real quick? Would that be all right?
I'm gonna take a nap. You
Well,
guys
I
don't
clown
mind?
around, but I hang around with
Take
the
a nap
clown
right
around.
You can be a guest picker.
Yeah. Are you going to pick Nick?
I'm just
Sam
gonna
Houston was a
guess.
crossdresser.
I don't. I mean, I know very little about football. I'm in.
Oh, you know what? The
MMA.
thing that we've come to find out about guys who know absolutely dick
seem to
about
do
football,
well.
they seem to do very well.
And Charger did
Don't
really
know
well
why.
a
just
couple
in
years
life
ago.
or
Huh?
just in life or in picking.
Yeah, in picking. I can't. I can't talk about their
it's
life. I
bec-
mean,
it's
you know.
the same reason why I pick bad with fights. It's because I don't have any personal affiliation to any of these teams.
There was a football
So
a
I can
radio
just
show I listened
actually
to where
look at the facts.
they'd call somebody's mom, like this really old lady who knew nothing about football, and she'd pick games based on how the
team's
name
colors
struck her.
or what
Yeah,
they look
something. And
like.
she's
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was-
She's like,
He's pretty. I
well,
like
she's
him.
like, well, a hawk flew by my window this morning, so I'm picking the Atlanta Hawks.
My sister picks,
and she was
fights.
on like 80%.
My sister picks fights by their walkout song and the color of their trunks, and she's right like 80% of the
Yeah,
time.
I remember last year,
crazy.
Mega Mouth was here and she did some picks, and actually, as much as I hate to say it, she don't know crap about it, but she actually did
Hey,
fairly
Jeremy.
well.
Jeremy, that's
Yes.
because her son was texting her who to pick.
Yeah, her son.
Her son who plays tight end for the Air Force Academy.
Oh, well then, you know what? Allow me to retort that because I didn't know that.
Cheater! Retract.
Retract. you're
Retreat.
right.
Not retort.
Allow me
retreat.
to retort. You're right. Yeah.
I know.
But
I've
now
been-
you just
I've been
retorted.
drinking.
All right. Hey,
Yeah,
Trey, can you make
sun-kissed.
my laptop hot, please?
Sun-kissed.
All right.
Will you make my laptop hot, please?
Mm-hmm.
How about them
Yeah, he'll
Cowboys?
make your laptop hot.
Look, hold on. You gotta love this. And he is.
Wow.
Does this count as a board op mistake?
No.
You tell him, say, make my computer hot,
he's
and
still learning.
he's
I was
staring
wondering,
at the
how are
board
we
over
gonna-
there. He's like going,
Right.
so many buttons.
Wait,
How do we know
but-
when to drink to a board
but-
out
but-
mistake? Are you guys going to point it out?
Yeah, but
Maybe
you got-
maybe,
who's
maybe
been
we
texting?
should
But
just
wait a
say
minute. You got
rapping.
Who's
you
been
got
texting
strip.
you?
Give me my phone.
I know. See, here's what's really funny about this is that if I walk off for 10 seconds and leave, say, my Facebook open, give me back my. All right, I'll trade you. No, this is a prisoner exchange.
Put it in my hand. Put it in my hand. Thank you.
Go. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
He didn't want you to see those pictures.
No, because
All right.
no, what it
those
is
those
see,
pictures of your
Prince
cock you
Albert.
showed it.
No,
you showed it a girl at the-
whoa.
See, at
I
any
was
given
still- I
time,
still wanna
Kevin
know
has
how
about
he
10 to
knows.
15 women he meets on dating sites, sending him messages on Facebook.
I don't
on
have
here.
any
we're not
messages
gonna
at all.
we're not gonna do that again. Are we?
He's learned to put that away, and now he has them texting him on his phone. And so when I start seeing all of these,
actually from a guy
and what he does
that I used
is
to
he
work with.
he gives the women a star system: 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars,
I
4
do no
stars.
such thing. What the fuck?
And
are you
so when the
talking
girls
about?
pop up, he has this little star system next to them.
I don't
And
do
like
that.
a girl pops up and it says 5 stars. He thinks not only is she cute, but she's easy and doable at this. Like instantly, like first
Desiree's
date
a
she
5
puts
star.
out.
Desiree's a 5-star.
It's a strong
If I'm
combination.
easy and doable, then, still hasn't happened. So obviously not.
I'm savoring the moment.
We're talking about.
I was like, where did that voice
I'm
come
gonna
from?
split you like a cord of wood.
Oh Jesus!
I am gonna nail you like
Is she
Jesus
like
to a cross.
Is she like an Well, my God, dude.
Damn.
Yes, these are the things that I hear every day. Or
Are
at
you
least
like an
every
intern
Sunday.
or something?
Yeah,
or
she's
what
like-
do you-
I am gonna
It's
snake.
whatever.
I am gonna snake your toilet. I swear to God. All right, here we go.
That's the worst euphemism I've ever heard. in my
Wow.
life.
All right, you can turn this up a little bit too, Trey. Let's get into football picks. So before we get into this week's pick, and actually every week we're going to have a celebrity
Turn
picker.
it up a little. Turn it up just a little.
Every week we're going to have a celebrity picker. Well, this week from Endgame is going to be David because Nick says he doesn't know football. So Nick, I'm not going to make you get in on that.
And I'm a celebrity because I rap.
No, actually, that's a true statement. This therefore, it's not. That's not a bullshit comment.
No, you got to drink.
No, that's not a bullshit comment. If he wasn't,
Okay. Last week I met Wiz Khalifa.
Oh,
Did you
Make
really?
the celebrity
Because
over
no.
rapper.
Okay, all right. It was a lie. Then that's perfect.
It was a lie.
All right.
Jesus,
I'm taking small drinks, Mister. You're drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade. These guys can give me shit. You can't.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You're drinking a bitch drink, man.
We're gonna have to start giving you shit though, man. I mean,
I've
we've
got
been.
a pretty face.
Yeah, because you're
Nick,
drinking like a
Nick,
bitch.
Nick don't even like to
I am
drink,
drinking.
man.
You are
and he's-
drinking like a bitch over there.
I'm not feeling well.
and I'm
over here,
knocking
to be
over
honest with you.
shit. Oh my God.
I'm not feeling well over here. I don't know why.
K-Dog
All right.
is a lightweight drinker, though. You know,
No,
it
no,
doesn't take
not
much.
normally, but I'm not feeling very well over here. I don't know why. All right, here we go. Let's
if you
do the,
puke on the computer, we're gonna talk. He's trying to tell us something.
All right, here we go. That's awful loud now. Turn it down just a tad. All right, here we go. First, we're going to get our NFL picks out of the way for the season.
Do it. A season.
And I'm going to write these down and I'm
For
going to
the
hang them up on the
season?
wall.
What do you mean fucking season?
Well, I'm going to write these down. I'm going to hang them up on the wall so we can brag about it later. You ready?
Week 1 or
No, well, we're going to do week 1 in a minute.
playoff picks? You mean?
Yeah, so who wins in the AFC South, David? At the end of the year, AFC South is Indy, Houston, Tennessee, Jacksonville.
I'm gonna say Houston, man.
You got Houston?
Matt Schaub's gonna take the next step.
Paul?
What?
Who wins in the AFC South? Don't make me repeat every
Houston.
fucking
No,
question
no,
like I
Houston.
do every other year we do this.
Houston, we have a problem.
Trojo?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Indy. I think Andrew Luck can repeat exactly what he did last year. He's not a
Yeah,
bad
I'm going with
quarterback.
Houston too. Trey, who you picking in the AFC South? Houston? All right.
Oh, I'm standing along with Indy. All
Indy
right.
had an ugly
Okay.
point differential, man. They
In the
got
East.
they got outscored.
Who wins in the AFC East, Trojo? This should be pretty simple. It's the Jets, the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Pats.
Do I really need
Patriots, by the way, did get rid of Tim Tebow.
Oh no!
to, Yes, they did.
There will be vengeance.
It's
by
over.
Jesus. Who are you picking?
Yeah, you know what? Still the Pats. I mean,
You got New England?
They got rid of everybody, but they're rebuilding things. But I mean, you still got Tom Brady. So.
All right, Trey.
That's Patriots.
You got Patriots?
You got to speak up, Trey. Grab some balls and speak
All
up.
right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
I am taking Miami. to win the East. I'll tell you why.
So you're just gonna do the thing where you pick teams that don't have a chance in the
No,
off
I'm gonna
chance
tell
they
you
win?
why.
Okay, go.
Because somehow Ryan Tannehill is going to be the
No, I'll tell
second
you
coming
why.
of Tom Brady.
I think right now the Dolphins are good enough to win 9 or 10 games, and I think that because they got rid of Tebow, Jesus will have a curse on the Patriots. Tom Brady will get hurt, and
Actually, they
just
got
like
a-
what
Ryan-
happened the last time
Hey,
Brady
Ryan,
got hurt.
and then Ryan
Tom
Mallett
Brady
would
could get
pull
hurt, but they got a
Matt
good backup
Castle.
over there.
Remember what happened when Matt Castle was starting
Can we
quarterback?
move on?
He won 11 games.
They didn't win the East. The
I got
Jets
it.
did.
Yeah, but you
I
said
got
but you
Miami.
just said the Dolphins will win 90.
I got Miami. Paul?
You're an idiot. It'll be the Patriots.
Okay, David?
I love Jesus, but Jesus doesn't love Tim Tebow's throwing motion. The Patriots are going to win.
Look, I got a limp-wristed throwing style.
All right.
He looks terrible throwing. in
AFC
practice.
North. I'll pick first on this one just to be fair. In the AFC North is the Steelers, Bengals, Browns, and Ravens. I got the Bengals. I got Cincy.
Oh, you bastard.
Paul?
Bengals. I like the Bengals.
Trojo?
Wow, it's hard to go against them. But,
Trey, turn the music down just a tad, will you?
turn my mic up. I talk loud and I can't hear myself.
No,
damn.
down a tad, not up a tad. Thank you.
You know, yeah.
Nick is like
actually-
trying to stay awake over here. He's like,
Fucking
"Fuck
pick!"
football."
If he stopped talking over me, I will. I'm gonna go with the upset in that one. I'm gonna actually go. I'm gonna return to. Oh God, shit! Do I even say this?
The Browns?
No. I'm gonna go with the Steelers, man.
And what was the name of that player that went from the Patriots to Denver?
Yeah.
Oh, Wes.
And I hate the Steelers. I hate
Yeah.
the Steelers.
Well,
Trey?
sorry, I forgot his last name.
He's
There
got
for a
gone
second.
now.
Can you run the teams again?
What? Yeah. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I was going to
David,
say, was
wanna
somebody
go
going to
with
say
the-
Baltimore?
go-
That's the defending NFL champs.
Right.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
know-
see
I
what
know
they
they're-
happened
they
to their
lost a
team?
lot.
Their
of people,
offense,
though,
no, yeah, they lost a lot on offense, but their defense is better. Their defense is better
How
and
the
younger.
hell are they defense better?
They're-
All right, next.
they-
All right,
Yeah, we'll talk about
you.
it.
You pick it, David.
Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore. Okay. And lastly, out of the AFC West, David, you're going to pick first. Denver, San Diego, Kansas City, and the
Fuck the Broncos, but the Broncos are going to win it.
Denver. You're not going to go with your Oaktown, huh?
Fuck off.
He's
All
a
right.
rapper. He's not an idiot.
I'll go second. I got Denver. Trojo,
Yeah, it's Denver.
Paul.
It's like the most obvious pick.
Denver has no shot in hell whatsoever of winning this thing.
Because they got rid of Tebow. And it's
Yeah,
the Jesus
that's right.
Christ.
That's the no. It'll be Denver.
And Trey.
I'm sorry, run the teams past me again.
Denver, San Diego,
Denver.
Oakland, and Kansas City.
It's
No,
gonna be
might
Denver.
want to go with Kansas
Who is
City.
it?
You know.
Denver.
Denver.
Kansas City was 2-14 last year.
Yeah, but look at the
I know,
coach
yeah.
they just picked up.
And even if they, so they improved,
Right.
they improved by 6 games. They're still
Bro,
8-8.
I'm just, you know, hey, you know.
All right, here we go. NFC South. That's Tampa, Atlanta, New Orleans, and Carolina. Trey, you pick first.
I'm gonna say Atlanta.
You got Atlanta? I'm going to go with New Orleans. I think they're coming back. Tro?
Ooh, that is a tough one. But,
No, it's not. New Orleans has the worst defense in the NFL,
Yeah,
They got his ex-defensive coordinator.
and they're going to have the second worst
Yeah,
defense in the NFL.
but Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta.
Paul?
Did you see Dallas's defense last year? There's a reason he got fired.
Rob Ryan's in New Orleans.
Yeah, he's their
Oh
defensive
Jesus!
coordinator
I was
now.
going to pick them, but I can't now.
No, it'll be Atlanta.
Rob
Atlanta
Ryan's
and
terrible. Yeah, it's got to be the Falcons.
All right, you guys are all gonna be crying when I'm right. NFC East, David. This would be one of the better fights in football with the Giants, the Redskins, the Cowboys,
The Eagles.
and the Eagles.
RG3, baby, got to go Redskins. Man. That's the
Washington,
most
huh?
dynamic player in the NFL. Sorry, Seahawks fans, but he's the most dynamic player.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Trey, the Eagles,
He's
Redskins, Giants, Cowboys.
He's the most dynamic player till he plays Seattle.
By me. I'm gonna
Let's
have to say,
go ahead and let the career play out before we
I'll
get
say
that
the
call.
Cowboys.
You got the Cowboys? Well, we know what
you smoking
Comcast
over
remote
there,
you're
yeah.
using. All right, Paul.
Wait, somebody picked the Cowboys?
I think it's going to be a dogfight actually between the Redskins and the Giants, but I'm going to go with the Giants.
Giants are always underrated, man. Every year, nobody picks them. And
Trojo?
They're right
Do
up
you
there.
really need to ask?
I need to ask, yeah.
yeah.
You need to say it.
Say it.
No, it's Dallas.
Say it.
man.
Okay.
It's Dallas. And here's the reason. First off,
Fucking
that
chance it'll be Dallas.
RG3 thing, RG3 is going to find out something that's this coming season that he's probably going to regret. He needs to go talk to Michael Vick. He's had this surgery 3 times now. 2 times in college and now once in his
Gotta
rookie
learn to
season.
slide.
Guess what? Can you say target?
No, and that's what they're saying about the read option. They're going to hit the quarterback.
Can you say target? RG3?
I'm going with the
if he can
Giants.
learn to slide and go out of bounds. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got the Giants.
NFC North?
NFC North will be the Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings. David?
I'll go Pack, man. Got to go. Aaron Rodgers, best quarterback in the NFL. And they got Eddie.
Except statistically.
I'll pick
Eddie-
second. I'm going with Chicago. Green Bay just cannot stay healthy. I think they'll still make the playoffs, but
They got a running in this
Playoffs?
Eddie Lacy.
yeah.
Playoffs?
You're going with
Paul?
Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah,
Paul?
that's a dumb damn pick.
Paul?
Green Bay.
Tro?
Yeah. Green Bay. Green Bay.
Trey?
Unfortunately, it's going to be Green Bay.
All right. And now the division that
Yes.
everybody cares about except for you fucking Raider fans.
Yeah, this
Raider
one is
Nation.
going to be interesting.
The NFC West. The Cardinals, the Rams. Speaking of Rams, I want to ram it to Dez. The Cardinals, the Rams.
Wow.
That's a sexist comment.
Wow.
Are they paying you?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
You have a high level of tolerance.
So
I'll
she
give you that.
gets-
Salute.
she
Listen,
gets paid.
he hasn't got
Cardinals.
that 3 sips out of that glass. It still hasn't
Stop.
gone below the first line.
Cardinals, the Rams, the Niners, and the Hawks. Paul? Who are you picking?
This is
Oh.
going to be good.
I
Pick a
really
ball.
want to pick
This
the
is gonna be
Seahawks.
good.
I really want to pick the Seahawks, but I also really want to win this.
This is going to
And
be
I
good.
am the only one last year that picked the Seahawks to go 11-5. So I'm going to say it'll be the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll go
This will be
next.
good.
I got the Seahawks as well. By the way, my prediction is Colin Kaepernick will be out for the season by the 4th game because Jesus hates him too. David?
Hey man, you got the. Why aren't you running some shit in Vegas, man? You know who Jesus is.
Me and Jesus, man, we go
But
way
he
back.
also knows who
This would be
Jesus
good.
loves.
Earl Thomas is the best safety in the NFL. He's the captain of the defense, just like Russell Wilson's the captain of the offense. Man, Hawks are winning it.
All right. Trey?
Yeah, it's all Hawks.
People watching the
Tro?
games in
Yeah,
3D
I
at my
hate-
house.
I
Hashtag 3D.
I hate to be the one to rain on your Seahawks parade.
Yeah, go ahead.
San Francisco's going to take it.
All right.
Nobody picked the Rams. What
You're
the
a
fuck?
hater.
Y'all got
You're a
anything
hater.
to
I'm not
throw at
hating
him?
on them. I'm not hating
It's
on
right
them.
there, man. The
but-
Niners. Who is?
Get a roll.
Dude, I will say this: that
Whoever stays
between
healthy.
those 2 games, between Russell Wilson and Colin Kaepernick, who came from out
Not
of
Colin. That's where your shit comes from. It's Colin.
Okay, all right. Look,
Close enough.
close enough. Colin, hey, whatever. Between those 2 quarterbacks, I gotta say, 2 of the most dynamic quarterbacks coming up right now.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, 3 more questions, and we'll take a break, and then we'll do picks this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Trey, we're going to start with you. Out of the AFC, who is your Super Bowl representative out of the AFC? Any team in the AFC. I'm not going to list all 16 of them.
It's got to be one of the teams that you said is
Why
going to
not?
win the
Because
NFC.
there's 2 wild cards, too.
Yeah,
though.
the Broncos
Oh
are in
yeah,
the AFC.
how about that?
Today.
Without
Sunshine
knowing all
today.
of them off the top of my head, I'd probably have to say
Broncos?
Broncos, Denver?
Yeah.
All right, Paul?
It's a smart choice. Well, for me, actually, it's a tough choice between Houston and Denver, but I think this is like a dream matchup in the Super Bowl for me. I love the fact that this particular year of all years, Denver's going to have a great team and Seattle's going to have a great team. And I would love nothing more than to see a Seattle-Denver Broncos Super Bowl matchup.
So you're picking Denver?
Yep.
David?
No.
Oakland Raiders.
Hate the Broncos. But they're probably going to go to the Super Bowl. If Peyton Manning stays healthy, I got to go Broncos, man. I can't be all, against the grain.
Okay.
They're going to win it.
All right, Tro?
It is so.
If you're seriously
hard.
going to say Dallas is going to the, you just smoking
Dog,
crack.
this is the
Dallas
AFC.
is NFC,
First
so.
off, we in the AFC. Okay?
Oh, still in the
Get with
AFC,
me,
that's
get
right.
with me here. Get with me. It is hard to pick against any team that Tom Brady's on, which he just so happened to be the Pats. But
You can do it this year.
But I got to go Houston.
I can see that choice.
Tom Brady's on the Patriots.
I can,
But that's what
he
I said.
knows that.
That's what I said.
I thought he said 4. Okay.
I can see that pick too. I can understand that pick. I think Houston's got a good damn team this year.
They got a
Good
They got a great
defense, man.
defense.
Yeah, I'm picking Houston as well. I think Arian Foster's
Strong
going to
secondary.
blow some shit up this year.
As much
All
as
right.
and I hate Tom Brady. It's hard to pick against that kid.
Arian
though.
Foster's coming off of MCL or something, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
little banged up, but that just means they're going to rest him for a couple weeks and he comes back. All right, NFC. Anybody here not going to pick the Seahawks for the NFC? Anybody?
Yeah, Nimnuts over there.
Trojo, who you picking?
Cowboys.
No, actually, if you were listening to me a couple of weeks ago,
Go ahead.
I said that Dallas will win their division, but they will lose in the playoffs to the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's
because
they're not
Tony
ready for
Romo
that
will
yet.
fuck up on kick.
Unfortunately, hold on,
Because
no.
Now,
I'm
line
being
up the
realistic.
kick, go ahead
No,
field goal.
I'm being-
Tony Romo will fumble
I am
it.
being
He'll run
realistic.
to the left side. He'll make it down to the 3. Oh,
hey.
Justin Babineau. He's not even on the team anymore. But Justin Babineau has taken
You know
down
what?
Tony Romo. Hawks win. Hawks win.
Hey,
You know what?
Motherfucking Hawks win.
Hey, Babineau plays for Dallas now, you dumbass.
You know what?
If he would have said motherfucking Hawks win, that would have been awesome.
You know what?
Wait, imagine, right? Imagine. They're in the NFC Championship
Would you
game,
let
right?
the black man speak?
Listen, wait, hold on.
Nobody else ever lets him speak.
They're in the NFC Championship game,
I
right?
speak for myself.
Tony Romo fumbles the ball. He runs to the left, and Justin Babineau runs off of his own bench to tackle him. That would be fucking outstanding. Go ahead,
You know,
Trojo.
I was gonna say the Seahawks, but
Yeah.
now just to spite, fuck you, Dallas.
You know, you know what's even more funny about that? Could you imagine
They're
what
probably going to actually
Could you
go this
imagine
year, you know?
when Dallas, hold on. So when Dallas
DeMarcus
gets to the
Ware,
playoffs-
baby.
When Dallas gets to the playoffs, can you imagine Babineau walking over to Tony Romo going, yeah, dude, don't fucking drop it, okay?
That'd be awesome.
They're going to have Babineau hold the point after.
How can you see right now? Oh, my God. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to pick next. I got Seattle.
No shit.
Paul,
Seattle.
you got Seattle?
They're winning it fucking all this year.
Trey?
Seattle.
Seattle?
We saw what they did to Denver in the preseason.
And David?
They got to beat the Pack first, man. I'm going to go Pack.
You got Green Bay. Wow,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. That's easy. We'll just put Golden Tate out there. He'll beat him by himself.
All right, so Trey,
No,
let's
you
take a
got
break.
to
Let's
put the
take a break.
referee out there that doesn't know what pass interference is. If you want that to happen. Because when you shove somebody in the
I
back,
don't want to hear it. That's a judgment call.
that's passing.
That's a fucking judgment
It's
call.
it's a judgment call in the
Hey,
same
hey,
sense.
stand up
that
if you're going to
saying-
bullshit me. Thank you.
It's a judgment call in the same sense that a Bremolo is hot at 3
I'm
in
sorry,
the
wasn't
morning.
that the same referee that called the touchdown for Ben Roethlisberger
Hey, actually,
that beat
Trey,
the Seahawks
Trey,
in the
pause that
playoffs?
for a second. Pause that for a second, Trey. Pause that just for a sec. Hold on. Give me just you guys talk for just a
The
second.
Ben Roethlisberger not touchdown that beat the Seahawks.
Well, listen. That entire Super Bowl was a little bit fucked up, but
Still got to play in the fourth quarter, man.
Still
you
gotta
got to,
play.
yeah.
Still
You win the
gotta
game
play.
in the fourth quarter.
The
Not the first,
Seahawks
second,
still had
third.
a shot.
There was 2 bad calls
Seahawks
in the
had a
third
shot.
quarter. They still could have won it in the fourth quarter.
Seahawks still
That's
had
what
their shot.
everybody needs to let it go.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fuck it, I ain't letting it go, dude. I don't care.
All right, is my laptop hot, Trey?
Oh no, he's not.
Is his laptop
Trey,
hot?
is the laptop
Yeah,
hot?
it's sexy.
Okay, I don't know if this is it or not. Hold on.
Turn it up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Kevin
Turn it
wants
up.
to know if his laptop's hot.
It's the
No,
Dallas.
hold on, that's not it. Hold on,
It's,
hold on.
it's the Tony Romo fumble. Yeah, go ahead and play it. It's all right. Dallas still got 5 Super Bowls and Seahawks have none, so I'm good with that.
Oh, I like the title of this one.
So if you're Parcells now, I mean, you're almost compelled
Dude, my brother-in-law was a huge Dallas
to
Cowboy
go
fan.
for the
and we
field
were
goal.
all sitting in the room together.
I
watching
remember
this.
this
Seattle had-
game, man.
Oh, on the page era. Clearly, there's somebody at YouTube.
But
that
I will tell you, I love the title of that video. It says, Romo single-handedly loses the game.
The play was reviewed
You almost
by
feel
Walt
bad for him,
Anderson.
though. Like,
All right, here you
as a
go.
Was
human
going to
being.
start again. So Holmgren had to take the timeout. So Seattle is now out of timeouts. Now you have to try to take the lead here with Grammatica. In effect, a field goal the distance of an extra point. Then, with 1 minute and 19 seconds minus what this play
Hey, Nick,
takes,
this guy's the quarterback.
Seattle
He
will
basically
get the
fucked
ball,
off his team's whole
and
season
all they will
by doing
need is a
this.
field goal
I know
to
some
win the
things.
game. And they've got
I didn't know that he
the best clutch field goal kicker in America
Too
this
bad he
year.
didn't have the
Jack
best
Brown.
clutch field goal
Meanwhile,
holder.
Here's Gramatica. Romo holds.
It was like a 10-yard field goal.
attempt. Oh, it is fumbled by Romo, and then Romo's going to run to the end zone, and he's going to get tackled by Jordan Babineau. Amazing.
You think they talk about that?
You know what's sad?
You think
You know
Romo's like
what's sad
Babineau?
in Seattle history? That is their claim to fame right there.
Yes!
That is the only claim to fame they have.
Really?
They've never won a Super Bowl, so the only thing y'all have as a claim to fame is to pick on Tony Romo. Now, sure, Romo has
no, but don't forget
you know
what Paul said.
They have never
Super Bowls
won a
don't
Super
matter.
Bowl. Super
No.
Bowls don't matter.
Super
though.
Bowl- no.
Super
Super-
Bowls don't matter.
Super Bowls don't
Tell
matter.
that to a team
What
that's
matters-
won 5 in their history.
What matters is what the fuck have you done for me lately? And listen, let me tell you, it's not
Oh,
our only
wait.
claim to fame.
Oh, wait.
Our
What?
claim to
Wait.
fame. No, I'm
That's
talking
your-
now.
that's your claim to
I'm talking
fame.
now. I'm talking. Our claim to fame is we had the first fucking team with a losing record go to the playoffs, and beat the shit out of the fucking New Orleans
They
Saints.
did. Hey, it was like 42-13 or something.
Absolutely,
Now,
you
that's a
did.
claim
But
to
still,
fame.
That is a claim to fame.
But you're proud of it though.
Damn straight.
7-9 playoffs.
Fuck yeah, our division
No,
sucked.
hey, you know
That
what?
was
I
good.
gotta admit that is pretty good. That is a good claim to fame.
That fucking game was orgasmic,
and
man.
That was that was right after. That was the year, the following year after New Orleans won the Super
It
Bowl.
was a
That
fun.
was.
It was a
New
fun
Orleans was
game.
the defending
It was a
champions.
fun.
Hey, pay attention. This is our highlight.
This is a claim to fame.
Crowd silent now, as opposed to when the Saints had the ball. Oh, look at this run! What a run! Marshawn Lynch!
That was a good game, man.
No, it was a good game. It was a great game.
Has blockers now. He's dancing his way for the touchdown.
Now, what they don't do is they don't put the part where Marshawn Lynch literally slaps the Saint guy in the back of the head as he pushes him away.
And then the announcer says it. He goes, "Are you kidding me?
Get off me!" All
Where
right.
he- no, that run where he like just punched the guy in
Yeah.
the face
Yeah.
and then went.
Yeah.
That's right. Marshawn Lynch is my favorite.
Oh, by the
NFL
way,
running back. There's no doubt
thanks
about
to
that.
thanks to NFL changes, he can't do that anymore.
Yes, he
That's,
can.
you could, you just can't lead with the crown of your
Yeah.
helmet.
Whatever.
You can smack somebody in the face, but that is bullshit. No, I agree with you. You can't.
All right.
lead. That's
So
what
let's
running
take
backs
break
do.
now.
All
We'll
right,
take break.
go-
When we
go-
come back, we'll pick our games for week 1 with our guest picker, David Olivas from future Grammy winning act
No,
Endgame.
I want to be a grammar winning act.
Hey,
Actually,
Kevin, you see that? Dez is over there
Endgame.
playing with her tits.
Oh, Dez.
Facebook
I would-
Endgame hip hop.
I would plow you like a garden.
Jesus
You
Christ.
know what?
Okay,
Hey,
we got to drink. We got to drink.
Yeah, you got to drink.
We're back after this.
Dez,
Al-
you're causing problems. The table's starting to rise thanks to
Salud.
Kevin.
Outlaw Radio Network. We're back after this.
You got it tuned in to the Outlaw Radio Network.
The Legacy Group in Silverdale is a well-respected independent mortgage banker, absolutely committed to helping Kitsap County families on their path to home ownership. As an employee-owned company, the Legacy Group has a strong stake in your success, and they want to be your lifetime partner in helping you develop a strong real estate portfolio. Call the Legacy Group in Silverdale today at 698-6440 and find out how they can help you get started on the road to home ownership. 698-6440 for the Legacy Group, a lending experience that's a little different and a lot smarter.
Located 3520 Kitsap Way in Bremerton, Arnold's Home Furnishing has been serving the Kitsap County community since 1951. For nearly 60 years, Arnold's has been here taking care of its customers with excellent customer service and quality merchandise you'll find nowhere else. And visit arnoldshomefurnishing.com to view all the merchandise available and see their current promotions. Arnold's Home Furnishing, to fit every lifestyle and budget.
Getting married, entertaining clients, or maybe you're just having a bash with your friends. No matter the occasion, make sure you plug into the tunes with E&M Entertainment. There are tons of DJs out there, but how many of them want to get to know you beforehand so they can play your soundtrack at your event at your kind of price? It's more than just a great selection. E&M plays your great selection, and that makes all the difference. So call 425-971-8078. That's 425-971-8078 for E&M Entertainment.
As Kitsap County's largest maintenance provider, Team Innovative in Paulsbo provides commercial and residential maintenance to hundreds of millions of dollars of local real estate. With services including parking lot maintenance and street cleaning to landscape and design, Team Innovative is committed to using a green approach and following a strong environmental conscience. Team Innovative Services, 697-6858, or visit them online at getinnovative.net. Team Innovative Services, get serious, get innovative.
The Kitsap Humane Society is an independent nonprofit committed to providing positive, life-changing solutions to people and companion animals. Our vision is that every adoptable animal has a home. In 2010, we rehomed 4,111 pets. For more information on our programs, services, and animals available for adoption, visit us on the web at kitsap-humane.org. Kitsap Humane Society. Rescue, rehabilitate, rehome.
Hey, it's Kevin with the Outlaw Radio Network. When it came time for the guys with Outlaw Radio to get our tuxes for the Habitat for Humanity of Kitsap County's Raise the Roof event, we honestly had no idea where to get them. Then we found Judy at Judy's Sewing in East Bremerton. As evidenced by the name, Judy's Sewing does tailoring, alterations, and repair. She also does tuxedo rentals starting at $69, bridal party dresses for $69, and bride's dresses starting at only $189. Plus, we also learned that at Judy's Sewing, not only does she offer military members prices that are lower than they're going to find at the Navy Exchange, she also prioritizes their orders. That means if you're in the military, your needs move right to the front of the line. It's a special touch of service you can only get from a locally based business like Judy's Sewing. Judy's Sewing at the corner of Fairgrounds Road in Central Valley in East Bremerton, right near Handy Andy's. Or call Judy at 360-662-1212. 662-1212. Judy's Sewing, a local business that's proud to support her community.
Did you know volunteering with the Bremerton Central Lions Club can be fun? Community services for everyone. Young people, families, men, women. As a volunteer, you'll help your community and gain valuable skills, network with others, energize your life, make an impact, and have fun. Get in step with your community and volunteer. Visit us at bremertoncentralwa.lionwap.org.
Turn them on. There you go. Are all of them on? Oh, you don't know?
I don't know what all the numbers are.
Oh, you don't know what does what? Do you know which one controls the bump music? All right, go ahead and go get Trey and tell Trey to get his ass in here that the break is over.
That the what?
Trey's out. She doesn't know how to turn on the rest of the mics.
So the bump's just going to keep playing?
Bump's just going to keep going.
Awesome. I love this piece of music.
None of the other mics are on.
It's a cool piece of music. Look at her. She's like, it's the arm gestures
now,
going in there.
This would count as a drink because
yeah,
the
that would,
fucked up.
Yep, very good point.
I mean, unfortunately, he forgot the time of the bump.
Yeah, that means you too, Kevin.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this shit ready for
you.
Kevin,
Kevin,
I'll do it in a second. Hold on.
Man keeps coming up with excuses to not tank.
Kevin, we don't want to hold on anymore, man. We want you to drink.
Man, I don't think I can
Peer pressure.
drink.
I'm getting faded.
If I take another sip of this cherry Coke diet, I don't know.
You sound like Bill Cosby.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You sound like fucking Bill Cosby.
The children have to put the hand in the cookie jar.
In the cookie jar.
You tell the children,
cookie.
Don't eat the cookie.
Listen, I don't care who you are, but Bill Cosby's one of his earlier albums where he does the bit about Noah.
And the dentist.
is so fucking funny.
And the dentist and then childbirth. I think
God.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah, right? Where he's like come on, candy camera. Right?
God.
And he's talking about.
He's got a sense of humor.
He's like, you know what the coolest animal in the world is at the zoo? The alligator.
The alligator.
You know why? The kids all sit there and can chuck rocks at the alligator. Alligators are so goddamn cool. They just look up.
Just look up at him.
They fucking write your name down.
Alligator farms all in the south.
What's that?
They have alligator farms all in the south where you can actually hold the baby alligators and all that.
They have alligator farm in North Dakota. As a kid, my mother volunteered me to go and wrestle the fucking alligator. You know what I'm thinking as an adult? She wanted me to get eaten.
Hey, hey, Des.
I'm
I
like,
have
what
an
kind of
alligator.
mother volunteers her 6th grader to go into the fucking pen and wrestle an alligator? Mine.
Your mom.
Des, I have an alligator farm in my pants. All right, let's
drink.
Drink. Chug. All right, they actually took
First of all, you're
I've
drinking
done
less of that than you even were the tequila, and that's cut with 7-Up.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Sprite.
I didn't.
That's
I didn't
really
contribute
quick.
my 7-Up for you not to drink it with your tequila. I think
I'm drinking it.
Kevin, you're
Kevin
killing
just
me,
hit the
man.
legal
He's drinking his
drinking
tequila
age
with the
his
7-Up.
sips.
Des, shut your mouth. Here we go. We got to pick this really quick too. We didn't do this yet.
If you want to come in and smack him, none of us would say anything, and neither will anybody watching. Like nobody's gonna test. There will be video evidence of it, and still nobody will testify against
Well,
you.
it wouldn't be any worse than getting choked out at a McDonald's. Here we go. Here we go. We didn't pick our. I just say that. I'm sorry if I offended anybody.
Can I just say this? I just have this visual.
What's the black guy? What's the black guy? Right there. What's the black guy?
Here we didn't pick our Super Bowl winners. So
the plane.
I picked Houston and Seattle in the Super Bowl. I'm going to pick Seattle as your Super Bowl champs. Tro, you picked Houston and Dallas in an all Texas Super Bowl. Who wins?
All Texas Super Bowl. You know,
Dallas.
if I'm gonna go with the all Texas Super Bowl, I'm gonna ride or die with Dallas all the way this year. Fuck it, always. You know, I was
Paul,
gonna go
you had
Seattle.
Seattle and Denver.
I was gonna
Who's
go
winning?
Seattle until you pissed me off.
Paul, you said Seattle and Denver. Who's winning?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to love it. It's going to be a great game as long as Seattle wins. So Seattle.
Trey, you have Seattle and Denver. Who wins?
Seattle.
Seattle. All right.
All right,
and
all right.
David, you had Denver and Green Bay.
I'm gonna go with the Pack, man. I can't pick Denver for the Super Bowl. Can't do it. It's against my religion.
All right, let's do our.
Wait, you picked Denver and the Packers in the Super Bowl? That's a fucking door.
That's a solid pick.
That's fucking solid.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's do this really quick. Go ahead and make my
want the
laptop
ball.
hot.
We're gonna win.
Make my laptop hot, Trey.
Madhouse.
All right, let's get our 1 week picks out of the way. Then we got 10
All right,
minutes.
let's
We got to
do
do
it.
this quick. Here
Let's
we go.
Do it.
Gonna do these in order. I'm gonna pick first Baltimore at Denver in the Thursday night kickoff game. Where's my? I think I turned my music down over here, didn't I? I did. There we go. All right, Baltimore at Denver. Baltimore's in for a long year. I got Denver. Trojo.
Yeah, they're at Denver.
They're at Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
Paul.
I'm sorry. I'm just totally flabbergasted by the fact that you know who one of our new followers is? Or mine?
Who?
Fucking Al Franken.
Good. Paul.
He's a bastard.
Paul, we have
He's
10
still
minutes.
alive.
Come on.
I'm sorry. What?
He's still
Denver
alive.
hosting Baltimore.
It's going to be a great game, by the way, but I'm going to take Denver.
Trey
Denver.
and David, our guest picker this
Denver.
week. Everybody picks Denver. Trojo, New England at Buffalo. The curse of Jesus and Tim Tebow. Will it strike in week 1?
Dude. Again, Buffalo no, hell no. Patriots.
All right, Paul.
Patriots.
Trey.
Pates.
You said that was New England at Buffalo?
New England at Buffalo.
That's New England.
David.
Patriots.
I got New England as well. All right, Paul. Cincinnati at Chicago. This is a good early matchup. This
It will be.
This is one you actually have to think about.
Yeah.
Unlike the previous two.
And it's a hard one to pick because you don't know how the season is going to go or anything.
Or you don't know if
But-
Cincinnati's going to not suck
Right.
even when they're good like they
Yeah.
should every year.
Right.
You're
Right.
like,
Exactly.
Cincinnati's going to be
But
awesome
they're
this
going
year.
to be playing in Chicago.
Oh, wait,
and
they
it's the
suck.
first game, so I'm going to go with Chicago at home.
The thing that gets me about Chicago is, they let Matt Forte go.
Yeah, I'm just
They don't
saying.
even
Yeah,
have
that's
Matt
kind of-
Forte.
I didn't know
Forte's
that.
not even with a
Is
team.
Michael
now.
Bush Bush
Matt
starting?
Forte have
Michael Bush is a savage, though, man. Like, he's a good running back. He did good when he filled in.
Trey, the Bears hosting the Bengals.
That's the Bears.
All right, David.
I hate Jay Cutler, man. I got to go Bungles.
All right, I got to go with Chicago as well because when in doubt, the question is who would win, a Bengal or a Bear? I think a Bear would win every time.
Can I real quick? Can I interject?
Yeah.
Rapping about stuff and things.
Bears don't beat Tigers.
Yeah, we should have been letting Nick pick based on what animal would win.
Yeah, until you get to whoever the Browns are playing.
What
then
has
they're
the
like,
cooler design and logo? And
well, then we get to like the Browns. We get to like the Browns, and we be like, how the
missed one.
How the fuck do you beat a color?
The dog.
Trojo. Chicago loses Cincy.
Oh wow. Damn, I hate Jay Cutler too.
You
but
just missed an
he-
awesome opportunity to make a racist comment. He said,
I'm
"How
s-
can you beat a color?" And you just let it go, man.
No,
you just let it go.
Especially the color brown.
Fuck you, man.
that was a great missed opportunity right there.
No, that's not a drinking comment. I have to say the racially sensitive ones.
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati, man. Cincinnati on the upset.
Trey, Miami at Cleveland. This is the Dolphin trying to beat a color.
That's Miami.
Dude!
Miami. The Browns, it's a brown. It's a color. Their mascot's a color. That's what I... This is just a conversation we had 2.5 minutes ago when you were paying attention to your phone.
What is the Browns mascot actually?
It's
It's a Brown. Brown. That's
It's a
it.
black guy.
Isn't it a dog? It's a dog, right?
It's a
Like
UPS guy. It's a
bulldog.
UPS guy.
What could Brown do for you?
Deliver.
Yeah, Brown could get the shit kicked out of it every Sunday. That's what it could do
It's
for
a
you.
pair of stained underwear.
Tonto,
The Browns.
go to town. You
The
work
Browns.
for FedEx.
The Browns. It's a picture of an eye.
Isn't that Bill Cosby too? Yes.
It's a pair of stained underwear.
Hey, listen. Here at Outlaw Radio Network, we bring Bill Cosby back to relevance.
That's right.
What?
Hold on, David.
What?
David, the Browns. I think it should be a picture of an eye. A sphincter. All right. Who you picking, Trey?
He's
Miami or Cleveland?
Miami.
All right, David.
Fuck it, I'll go Cleveland just because it's funny.
I have Trent Richardson on my fantasy team, but I am going to take Miami.
Richardson's savage.
Yeah, Tro.
dude. This game is
Did somebody pick the Dolphins to win the
Dolphins.
division? Who did
Dolphins.
that? Which one of you guys?
Dolphins. I'm just going to call the Dolphins on this one
Dolphins to win the
just because.
I did. You got the Dolphins?
Dolphins.
All right, Paul.
With a straight face too.
All right, here's another really good matchup this week. Check this out. Atlanta going to the Superdome. He just picked. He said the Dolphins.
Ooh, this is going to be.
Are you keeping track of our votes in there? You are too? My God, I love you.
Yes, we keep hearing about how you do her.
I would rip you open like a bag of Fritos. All right,
God, man.
Atlanta.
That's a shot.
This is going to be a good
It's a
match.
drink. Kevin, fucking drink this time, man. Come on.
Guzzle one.
Oh, look at all
That's a
look at all
drink.
that so.
Oh!
Hey,
That's
way to
better.
go, Casey.
That's better, man.
Well, so much for him driving home. No, my fucking shirt is white.
Well, was that a racial?
Was that a racial comment?
No, my shirt's fucking white.
No, shirt's fucking white.
It was close.
David, Atlanta at New Orleans.
At New Orleans.
Good game, dude. Ooh. I mean, you got
Let me
the
ask you a question, David. You have a choice: Matt Ryan or Drew Brees as a quarterback for the Raiders. The Raiders are going to rebuild. You have a new quarterback.
I go Matt Ryan.
One game.
Matt Ryan because he's one game.
One game.
Drew Brees.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, man, Drew Brees is a winner.
Although I swear to God,
he's been told his whole life he's 5'11". He can't play quarterback in the NFL. He's a savage. He came back from the worst shoulder surgery.
I'm going to offend somebody by this comment, so I'll apologize in advance. I wish that somebody would tackle him so hard they'd knock that abortion off the side of his face. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but just what is that? I don't know. I don't know, man.
I'm not really into the appearance of football players, man.
No, have you seen that? What
they
is that?
They should all
missed that thing on his
What is that
face.
splotch on the side of his face? What is that? You know what it reminds me of?
It's a Cindy Crawford beauty mark. That's what it is.
Color.
He said it was an abortion, though, so that's a huge disparity.
You guys have watched South Park, right? with the nurse with the aborted baby fetus on the side of her neck. That's
yeah.
what Drew Brees reminds me of. I don't know, man. David, Atlanta
man.
at New Orleans. Who you picking?
I'm gonna think that. No, real quick. I'm gonna think that whenever I hear Drew Brees.
I know.
Man, I'm gonna go New Orleans. If it's in New Orleans, I'm gonna go New Orleans.
I'm going with New Orleans as well. Trojo?
Nolans.
God,
come on, Trojo. Nolans.
Tough pick, right?
This is. I'm gonna go Atlanta, man. I'm gonna go Atlanta.
That's like it's like a 50-50.
Paul?
If it was in Atlanta, I'd definitely go Atlanta.
I'm going to go Atlanta.
Trey?
Yeah, it's Atlanta.
Atlanta? All right. I'm picking first again. Tampa Bay at the New York Jets. Is there a team that wants to win less than the Jets? I mean, is there a team that wants the number 1 draft pick so they can draft Jadeveon Clowney out of South Carolina more than the New York Jets?
And it would fit perfect because his name is Clowney.
Clowney,
It would sum up the entire Jets organization.
First of all, the Jets need a quarterback so bad they're going to draft a defensive lineman.
end.
Isn't that awesome?
That's great.
There will never be a time this year I pick the Jets to win a game. The Jets could play Jacksonville.
Jets could play North Mason High School, man.
I have Tampa Bay. Tro?
Yeah, Tampa Bay, man.
Paul?
Tampa.
It's a clean
Trey?
sweep.
Tampa.
David?
Tampa Bay.
It's a wrap.
Trojo.
Watch
Tennessee.
The Jets are going to win that game like 40-3.
Oh, I know.
That would suck.
And everybody will be like, oh my God, they've been salvaged.
Dude, can you imagine how much coverage ESPN would give those motherfuckers?
Oh my God, I'm sick of it, man.
I get 45 minutes of Jets on SportsCenter every fucking night.
And we're showing Rex Ryan's press conferences and that he lost weight and that he is a nutrition.
And he has Tim Tebow. His wife has Tim Tebow's jersey.
He has Tim Tebow tattooed on himself.
No, he has his wife wearing a Tim Tebow jersey tattooed on himself.
I thought it was Mark Sanchez's jersey.
Or Sanchez, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's weird.
What's
By the way, remember, Tebow played for the Jets, and they haven't gone to the playoffs since. It's the Jesus curse. Trojo, Tennessee, and Jake Locker, former University of Washington starting quarterback, who kicked the fuck out of Boise State yesterday, traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Steelers. Paul?
Steelers.
Trey?
No, Tennessee.
What?
What? Is he drinking in now too?
I won't pick the Steelers if I have to.
All right. David?
You're like, Raggy?
Is he drinking too?
Yeah, fuck the Steelers, but the Steelers.
Hold on. Ready? It's like this, like. All right.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. And I got to go with Pittsburgh too. I just don't think Tennessee
can win ever because they're Tennessee.
Tennessee couldn't beat a hooker. All right.
But
Paul.
they can beat the Jets.
Yeah. Not that I advocate beating hookers. This is in Vegas.
Wait, I haven't done the endgame disclaimer yet. Endgame does not advocate beating hookers.
Paul, Minnesota at Detroit. Adrian Peterson versus Ndamukong Suh.
Ndamukong Suh sucks. I'm going to go with Minnesota.
Really? All right. Trey?
Detroit.
David?
Ndamukong Suh's a savage. Sucks.
Just because he's from Africa doesn't make him a savage. Jesus, dude.
Drink!
No, yeah.
Drink!
No, I didn't say anything racially insensitive. The rapper did. Come on.
Drink!
He's not from Africa. He has an African name that means spirit.
No, he was from Africa. He was from Nigeria.
His parents were. He was born in the U.S.
He's a black guy with the name Ndamukong. He's from Africa. I don't care if he was born in Chicago.
If
He's
you
from
fuck
Africa.
somebody up, you're a savage. Oh, my God. You guys got to make everything racial in this bitch.
Who are you picking?
Detroit.
I got to go with Minnesota. Until somebody can stop Adrian Peterson, which will happen about the same time I start fucking Sandra Bullock. I don't.
I bet not taking steroids could stop Adrian Peterson.
He's a beast, though.
He's a savage.
He's a fucking beast.
Oh wait, I was just racial again.
Well, they don't have steroid like
You
things to
honestly-
keep him
Well,
up.
they do, but he
They do, but-
he recovered from an MCL in like 2 months.
Yeah.
It doesn't-
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Trojo?
Wait, stop, pause. So did Mr. RG3 here, who's already playing, and he had
I'm not arguing
worse
with you.
injury. You know,
Not arguing.
We're picking that game in a couple of minutes
yeah.
too. So
but I still got to go with Minnesota on that.
Minnesota, yeah. All right, Trey. Oakland at Indy.
I've been drinking.
Didn't Oakland and the Colts, when they were in Baltimore, have some great games back in the day?
That was back in the day.
Back in the day.
When they had Al Davis running.
Yeah, back when Oakland won a Super Bowl and Dallas won a Super Bowl.
Hey,
nobody fucking
Hey,
cares.
tell me about when the Seahawks
And
won
the
a Super Bowl.
Seahawks won a Super
Oh, wait,
Bowl.
it never happened.
I know. Listen. The
There's
guys
some
who bring
umps.
that up are the guys who love teams that suck.
Hey, you know what? The Seahawks won the Seahawks won the Super Bowl before the season started, according to all the Seahawks fans.
Listen, even the guy on ESPN said the other day it was really great. He says,
Oh, the guy on ESPN said it. It must be true.
Wait, it must be true. Oh, wait, don't we usually pick better than the guys on
Yeah.
ESPN every
Yeah.
year?
You know what?
Anyway.
Last year we picked better than
So-
everybody but Chris Mortensen on ESPN.
So
on
here
this
was
show.
his comment. I couldn't remember what guy it was. We said, you know what? We should just give the Lombardi Trophy to Seattle right now and save the carnage. I
Yeah.
loved it. It was a great comment. It was fucking awesome.
That's exactly right. You should give the Super Bowl to the team that's never won it before the season starts. That's so fucking logical. Everybody should.
and
get the
using
Seahawks.
that
Oh my
using that
God.
logic,
You're just a singer.
using that logic,
You're just a radio host.
I know.
using that logic. Hold on, using that logic, Dez, you should just fuck me and get it over with and get the pathetic pleading out of the way.
Who's doing the pathetic pleading? Obviously
I am.
you.
Save
Yeah,
the
not me.
time. Spare my ego, Jesus. All right, Oakland at Indy. Trey.
Okay, wait. Before you pick Trey, is there anybody in this room besides David going to pick pick any other team? We know you're picking Oakland.
Come on, Trey.
Anybody else picking
Trey,
Oakland?
who you picking? Indy. You got Indy. Dave.
Indy.
Oh, jeez, it's an Indy.
You
sweep.
picked Indy.
I'm an NFL fan, man. I'm not.
Oh, there you go.
I
Win,
might
lose,
be-
or tie. A Raider till I die.
I might be drunk, but I'm stupid. All right, I got Indy as well. Although, can I say this really quick about Indy? I know everybody is completely up Andrew Luck's ass, but his numbers were not any better than Wilson's. He had more picks than Wilson.
He got sacked
He
a lot
had
more,
less touchdowns than Wilson. He's
Wilson set the rookie touchdown, or he
K-Dog,
tied the rookie
I got-
touchdown for
as much as I hate
Yeah.
to say it, you're really making a case for Andrew Luck in this situation, though.
How do you figure?
Well, he did less, but he still made it into the playoffs. He did less than Russell Wilson, but
because
he still did, and he had
He had
less to work
a
with.
terrible team. The
He
Seahawks had an
le-
awesome.
Yeah, and he
defense.
had less to work with.
Yeah, you watch.
He had
5
less to
years
work
from now.
with.
5 years from now, Andrew Luck will not be a quarterback in the playoffs.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Because they're going to lose the rest of their decent players that are getting aged, and they're going to have a young team.
They don't have any decent players. They're starting over
With
right
no
now.
The only
shit
person
around
they
them.
got
You
over
watch.
there is
They're rebuilding, man. They got rid of Dwight Freeney. They got rid of everybody. They're rebuilding.
On the receiver they got is who, Harris?
And RG3
Not Harris,
isn't even going to be in the league in 5 years. RG3
Dwayne?
will be out of the league in 5 years.
Yeah,
You watch Wilson
RG. I'll agree with that. RG3 will be out because target.
And Tim Tebow will be back. All right, Tro, who are you picking? Oakland and Indy.
Indy, man.
Paul?
Indy.
All right.
Sorry, brother, but Oakland sucks.
All right, David. Seattle at Carolina.
No, I'm just kidding.
Seattle. I got Seattle.
Yeah.
Tro.
Ditto.
Paul.
Seattle.
Although, can you guys imagine
Trey?
how
Seattle.
the sky will be fucking falling if Cam Newton?
No, we can't imagine.
No, I'm
literally,
I'm saying-
we seriously we can't.
But if Cam Newton beats
No, we
the
don't want to.
Seahawks-
We can't.
Can you
I know
imagine?
you can't
Hold
because
on.
you've already won the Super Bowl, except for you haven't won it. If Cam Newton beats the Seahawks, you guys are gonna go fucking insane. Like it'll be like the sky is falling, like it never is
You know,
falling
actually, you know what, though?
because you already
Hold
won
on,
it
I'm
before
gonna
it
say
happened.
this. I like you. I like you. Fuck off, dude. This whole
We've won 5 Super Bowls. You don't have any.
Oh wait, no,
you know what?
no.
We've got a great
pause.
fucking
They've only
team.
won
Stop
3. Dallas has
taking it
won
away from
5.
us.
Hold on, though. Hold on. But hold on. Can I say
You're
this?
getting
though?
really worked up about a Super Bowl you ain't won yet.
Can I say this?
God
though?
damn it, that
I
trophy's
love
ours.
Hold on.
football.
Hold on. He's got. Hold on. He's got a really valid point though, because
He's
the
a
Seahawks,
rapper. He
hold
doesn't
on.
have a valid point.
Listen.
Okay,
Up
that
until
was
this year.
That was racially insensitive.
Up
wasn't it?
until
It was
this year.
actually. You're right.
No, if you said
being a rapper is racist.
If you said he was a white rapper, that would have been racial insensitive. Listen, the Seahawks up until this year have not done well.
Hey, Kevin.
I don't have to take drinks when you make racially insensitive comments. Yours are political.
No, I was
mine
just
are
pointing out
racially.
to you
All right.
that you've only gotten through this much
the
tequila.
Seahawks,
and it's still in the
listen,
glass.
Hey, we need to finish our picks. We're making our other
trying to make
man
a fucking
on
comment over
Endgame
here.
is
Trying to
falling
make a
asleep
logical
on.
trying to make a
point.
fucking logical
And Paul's
point.
just yelling.
The Seahawks haven't done well on the road up until last year. Remember up until last year when they had road games on the East Coast that started at 10 a.m. Pacific time, they got their asses handed to them. There's nothing guaranteed about this game with Carolina. So, I mean, worst case scenario is Cam Newton comes out, throws for 250 yards, Jonathan Stewart rushes for over 100, and the Seahawks lose. There's going to be people throwing themselves off the top of the
and
Smith
their
Tower.
season will not be over if that happens.
No, it won't
my
be.
only thing I was saying was it'll be hilarious. Like all the because
It would be hilarious.
because I've only seen all these 12-man flags on cars that only happened in the last 2 years. That's all I'm saying. For the last 10 years, I've been a fan of the Raiders, and yes, they've been terrible, and yes, they're gonna suck this year, and I'm still a fucking fan. If you're a fucking Seahawk fan, ride or die till the end, cool, good for you. But if you're just put up your 12th-man flag in the last couple years,
That's right.
no respect.
If you don't know who Bobby Joe Edmonds is, fuck you. All right.
Exactly.
So who are you picking? Oh, everybody picked. All right. I got to pick first. Kansas City at Jacksonville. This is a game.
Shit-stain game of the week.
Yeah, as I like to call it, the shit-stain game of the week. Nobody cares about this shit. Kansas City and Jacksonville should just not even fucking play and put on a rerun of fucking
They could, like,
Ghostbusters.
have their kids play a T-ball game
or something. I'm going to pick Kansas City just because, I mean, Andy Reid's the coach. Trojo?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Paul?
They're at Jacksonville.
They're at Jacksonville.
You know what? I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I mean, they got a great head coach.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Who's their head coach?
The guy that was the defensive
His name is Gus Bradley.
Yeah, that's it.
Because
That's his name.
I might know about more about the Seahawks than you, even though they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
Hey,
Maybe.
hey, your arms are half the size of mine. Shut
Gus
the fuck
Bradley.
Yeah.
All right.
His name was Gus Bradley. Paul.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Trey?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jaguars.
You got Jacksonville,
You
too.
go-
I like your logic, by the way.
Okay.
Your arms are half the size of
There's
wanna
one
arm
team. The only team I would pick less
My
than
tits are
picking
twice as high.
Jacksonville is the Jets. That's the extent of it. I would not pick Jacksonville ever unless they're playing the Jets. So, David,
That's because you're a fucking stupid ass Democrat like the rest of them libtards.
Drink!
Trying to get his attention over there. Drink!
Yeah, because he's really falling asleep. He done laid his head
Hey,
back.
can we talk about some like comic book
He
shit
got
or
his
anime?
beats down.
We're almost
He's got
there.
his
We're almost
head
there.
to get Nick back
Dude, there's
into
some
it.
hot chicks in cosplay. Oh, yeah.
all right, David, Kansas City, Jacksonville.
Casey.
All right, we only got a few more games
Hurry
to
up,
go.
Kevin.
All right, Trojo, Atlanta at St. Louis.
Didn't we just do Atlanta events in New Orleans a moment
No,
ago?
I'm sorry, Arizona at St. Louis. Sorry, Arizona at St. Louis. Sorry. Let me double check this shit. Hold on.
This just might be the second worst game here right now.
Oh, no, actually, I think it's going to be a good game.
NFC West is solid.
I'm gonna go with
Do it.
the worst
Choose
team.
Arizona.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arizona.
Worst
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Worst team could be 7-9 in the AFC West.
Right.
In the NFC
Arizona.
West. I'm sorry.
That's a good-
Arizona just for the hell of it.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
I'll go next. Only an idiot chooses Arizona. I'll take
What team? I'm sorry, you don't even know.
I'll take the
You'll take
Rams.
San Luis.
So,
Yeah,
Trojo,
St.
you took
Louis.
Arizona,
I'll take Arizona.
and Paul took St. Louis.
Yep.
Just because I like Fitzgerald,
Trey?
he needs to be on a better team.
Arizona.
He needs to be on Dallas.
He needs to play for Seattle.
He needs to be on Dallas.
David.
I'm gonna go Bradford, man. St. Louis.
Yeah. He's a solid quarterback.
Yeah, the question for me is who's the better quarterback, Bradford or Campbell? That's like asking.
Wait, no.
what
No. Carson Palmer's a quarterback for Arizona.
Yeah,
Palmer
Carson
is the-
Palmer.
Oh,
Dude,
hold on,
where
where's-
have you been?
Where's Campbell at?
Who?
Campbell's in Cleveland. Campbell's fighting Brandon Wheaton
Oh,
for the
that's
starting
true.
job in
Okay.
Cleveland.
So Carson Palmer or Bradford? I still would pick Bradford. That's like choosing between having sex with Sandra Bullock or sticking your dick in a light socket. I got.
I would have.
Did you
I
think
would,
of that one all on your own?
I would have
or-
sex with Sandra Bullock. That doesn't sound like.
Yeah, it's an easy choice. Is what I meant.
They would both have
In a light
shocking-
socket.
They would both
Kevin.
have shocking ends.
Paul, here's a marquee game this week. Green Bay traveling to San Fran.
Ooh, that is going to be
This could be the game that Clay Matthews breaks Colin Kaepernick's legs.
This could be the game that decides the season.
This could be a. This
Colin
could be
Kaepernick is my favorite quarterback name since Ben Roethlisberger.
That's almost as good as
You
my.
put a little bit of liquor in this guy over here. All of a sudden, he's not a fucking rapper. He's a comedian.
You know what? That's my favorite
Hey.
name. That's my favorite
Funny
name.
thing happened to me on the way to the show today.
That's my favorite name since my favorite political tyrant's name, which is Mahmoud Ahmadinejad.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Who are you picking, Paul?
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Because I want them to
Trey?
win. I don't know that they will, but I want them to win.
Trey?
Green Bay.
David?
Packers are my Super Bowl pick. I better stick with them.
Yeah, I'm taking San Fran. It's in San Fran. I hate San Fran.
Exactly
I thought about it,
my
man.
point.
Yeah.
It's an opening season game in San Fran. I got to go with San Fran.
Although, wouldn't it be fun to watch Jim Harbaugh's head explode if they lost?
I kind
And
of
then they go into Seattle lose week 2, and they're
fucking
0-2
hate,
to start the
I
season.
hate Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, I do
man.
too.
That's
He's
a-
just such a whiny
really
bitch.
can't pick the
Open
Niners.
Harbaugh.
You know, if he
Even
gets
though
fired,
they're good, man, I can't.
if he gets fired, he'd be the perfect Dallas Cowboys coach.
Okay,
Yeah,
can we
no.
move
All
on?
right.
Let's go.
We
got to go to break. Hurry up.
Bitchy.
Hurry up. We got to go to break. You're taking way too long.
All right, here we go. Trey, the Giants travel to Cowboy Stadium to take on the once proud Dallas Cowboys.
It's going to be the Giants.
Who do you got?
Giants.
I thought you said the Niners. I'm like, you got the wrong game, dude. Okay, do you have the Giants? All right, David.
Giants.
I'm gonna go. I can't believe I'm gonna pick this. I have Dallas.
And
Tro?
I've seen like a.
I'm
a
walking
10
on the camera for this one. Whatever
you-
that camera is.
Wait, I didn't know
Right
that there
there.
was. I didn't know that there was a
Right
team
there.
called the Big Black Cocks.
Right there. Right there.
All right. Sexist comment and racial.
All right, and Paul, who you picking?
I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Even though I picked New York to win the division, I'm going to go with the Cowboys in this game. 'Cause New York typically starts
New
slow.
York, yeah, but New York lost a whole lot.
All right,
They
two
lost
Monday
a
night
lot.
games. David, you got the first pick. Philly at Washington.
At Washington?
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
RG3, baby.
I got that too. I don't think they'll even be close. Tro?
Yeah, you know what?
Don't be mad at RG3. I know you're a
Dude,
Cowboy fan.
no. It's not RG3. It's not an RG3 thing. I'm actually a fan of him, but I cannot, as a
he's
true
black.
Cowboy fan, ever pick the Washington Redskins, Philadelphia.
I actually have
Man,
watched.
I picked the Broncos, man, just out of logic.
And this is why you lose this thing every year, because you pick the team.
I don't
even though
care.
you know that Philly's
Next
going to
pick.
lose.
I respect
Next
it. I
pick,
respect
old boy's
it, man.
falling asleep over here.
Paul, who you picking?
I'm going to go with Philadelphia because I don't think the Redskins are going to have an answer for Mike Riley's offense.
I'm not actually falling asleep.
Mike Riley? Mike Riley is the
Actually-
coach at Oregon State.
Chip Kelly.
Wow.
Chip
But-
Kelly.
Yeah, I meant Chip
But,
Kelly.
you know, a guy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
coached at
Yeah,
Oregon.
Trey?
State.
Chip Kelly.
Hey,
My
but
bad.
it's cool. You know
Washington.
about football, and the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yep. Thank you.
Mike Riley is listening to the show going, did I get promoted? am I out of Corvallis?
Listen. First of all, you saw what the fuck happened to Oregon State this weekend? They lost to Eastern Washington.
Did they? No, they did not.
They did.
Did
They
really?
did.
Oh, that's,
And North Dakota State beat
That's
Kansas
funny.
State.
that's outstanding. I saw that.
was
All right,
fucking
last
awesome.
game. And this game is going to be a shit stain, too. I don't know why they don't put better games on Monday night. Houston traveling to San Diego to take on the Chargers.
Everybody's going to choose
who
Houston.
haven't been fucking relevant in the last fucking 15 years.
No. You mean ever, because they've never won anything.
They were relevant when Dan Fouts was there.
They had a few good.
Arguably.
No.
The Raiders were dominating the 80s. When
Yeah,
will
but
say
they were
this.
competitive.
San Diego did have a few good runs when
They-
they had LaDainian Thomas.
Look
got
at
Houston.
LT was a savage.
made them pretty relevant.
LT
Nick, how you doing
with
over
Drew
there, buddy?
Brees.
Kind of faded, and it sounds like you guys are kind of half talking a different language. Like when you get drunk and go to Spanish class and you kind of forget what you're supposed to hear.
Oh my God! Did you just speak Arabic?
Amanda Makapese, assalamu alaikum, salaikum assalam.
What do you say, Des?
Me and Nick are on the same boat right
Wait.
now.
You and Nick are on the same boat.
When you get drunk,
Can you finish
when
it
you
up?
get
Finish
when you
it
get
up.
kind of
Ask
drunk and go to Spanish class, that's pretty
Hey.
cool.
All right, I got Houston.
You
Tro.
know what happened when you're on the same boat.
Tro, Houston and San Diego. Houston.
Does anybody here not pick Houston?
Wait,
Oh,
Houston.
Houston.
You got Houston.
Fuck the San Diego
Trey.
Dischargers.
Houston and David.
Dude, I got Dallas and Houston in the Super Bowl, so I mean.
All right. Last but not least, we all get to pick one game we
another
double down on. We all get to pick the double down game. Everybody gets to pick one game.
Seattle.
That everybody didn't agree on. So let me give you your options. Here are your games you get to pick from. You
That's
ready?
right.
And there's not a lot of games to choose from. Chicago hosting Cincinnati, Miami at Cleveland, New Orleans hosting Atlanta, Pittsburgh and Tennessee, Minnesota, Detroit, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Arizona, St.
Pittsburgh.
Louis, Green Bay, San Francisco, Dallas and the Jets. Fuck you, Tro. Washington and Philly. So, Tro, pick your double down game. Dallas?
Yeah, I'm actually opening up the season, doubling down on the Cowboys. Dallas has got to break that jinx. They've never beat the Giants in their new home.
All right. Paul, who's your double down?
Pittsburgh and Tennessee.
You picking Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay. Trey?
I'm going Tennessee with Pittsburgh.
So you're picking Tennessee
And you're
as your
picking
double
Tennessee?
You're still picking Tennessee?
Wow, look at
He's
that.
sticking with Tennessee.
Okay.
Clearly somebody's got a man crush on Jake Locker.
Yeah,
Dave?
I like Jake Locker, but Pittsburgh is the easy choice there.
Listen, I like
So are you
Jake
doubling
Locker
down on
as a
Pittsburgh?
person, but
Yeah.
he's sucking as a quarterback.
All right, and I will double down on San Fran to win in Green Bay, to win against Green Bay at home.
Jake
That's a
Jake
hell
Locker,
of a-
Jake Locker's like
I-
a slightly less Jesus curse type quarterback. He's a little better at throwing, and he's
Yeah.
got a little less of the Jesus
Well,
curse.
actually, he's a
if you
lot
believe.
better at throwing. The problem is he's on a much worse team.
And he doesn't have any accuracy. All right, so let's take a break really quick. Trey, go ahead and kill the news. Just go ahead and
Just run your bump.
Just play the Mindy commercials.
Hey, real quick.
Yes.
I'm not trying to bring up the fact that we're rappers.
Oh,
Actually, I was.
It gets Nick back into the game. There you go.
But can we play? Can we play an Endgame song or something on this? Come
Do you
back
have
from
a
the
bump?
commercial?
Yeah, when we come back from bump, we'll play an Endgame too. How's
Oh,
that?
an Endgame. Hey, real quick.
What to say?
Facebook.com/EndgameHipHop, YouTube.com/EndgameHipHop,
because you're rappers.
and also
Sorry, it's my bad.
Can you guys do a song
That's
about
awesome.
Nick getting faded on the radio show? Can you
That's
do
a
that?
promotion.
not right now, but because I'm faded.
How you doing,
too, but-
Nick?
Pretty faded.
But yeah, we can do that.
Pretty faded.
I don't drink that much.
Here,
Yeah,
Nick,
I
you
got-
have some,
No,
have
I
some more
would-
tequila,
No,
buddy.
He's a champ, man. He's drinking more than you, Kevin, and he don't.
He's
even
drinking
drink
a
that
lot more
much.
than everybody.
Break! Shut up! We got break. We're back after
You
this.
got tuned in to the Outlaw Radio Network.
The Legacy Group in Silverdale is a well-respected independent mortgage banker, absolutely committed to helping Kitsap County families on their path to home ownership. As an employee-owned company, the Legacy Group has a strong stake in your success, and they want to be your lifetime partner in helping you develop a strong real estate portfolio. Call the Legacy Group in Silverdale today at 698-6440 and find out how they can help you get started on the road to home ownership. 698-6440 for the Legacy Group, a lending experience that's a little different and a lot smarter.
Located 3520 Kitsap Way in Bremerton, Arnold's Home Furnishing has been serving the Kitsap County community since 1951. For nearly 60 years, Arnold's has been here taking care of its customers with excellent customer service and quality merchandise you'll find nowhere else. And visit arnoldshomefurnishing.com to view all the merchandise available and see their current promotions. Arnold's Home Furnishing, to fit every lifestyle and budget.
Getting married, entertaining clients, or maybe you're just having a bash with your friends. No matter the occasion, make sure you plug into the tunes with E&M Entertainment. There are tons of DJs out there, but how many of them want to get to know you beforehand so they can play your soundtrack at your event at your kind of price? It's more than just a great selection. E&M plays your great selection, and that makes all the difference. So call 425-971-8078. That's 425-971-8078 for E&M Entertainment.
As Kitsap County's largest maintenance provider, Team Innovative in Paulsbo provides commercial and residential maintenance to hundreds of millions of dollars of local real estate. With services including parking lot maintenance and street cleaning to landscape and design, Team Innovative is committed to using a green approach and following a strong environmental conscience. Team Innovative Services, 697-6858, or visit them online at getinnovative.net. Team Innovative Services, get serious, get innovative.
The Kitsap Humane Society is an independent nonprofit committed to providing positive, life-changing solutions to people and companion animals. Our vision is that every adoptable animal has a home. In 2010, we rehomed 4,111 pets. For more information on our programs, services, and animals available for adoption, visit us on the web at kitsap-humane.org. Kitsap Humane Society. Rescue, rehabilitate, rehome.
Hey, it's Kevin with the Outlaw Radio Network. When it came time for the guys with Outlaw Radio to get our tuxes for the Habitat for Humanity of Kitsap County's Raise the Roof event, we honestly had no idea where to get them. Then we found Judy at Judy's Sewing in East Bremerton. As evidenced by the name, Judy's Sewing does tailoring, alterations, and repair. She also does tuxedo rentals starting at $69, bridal party dresses for $69, and bride's dresses starting at only $189. Plus, we also learned that at Judy's Sewing, not only does she offer military members prices that are lower than they're going to find at the Navy Exchange, she also prioritizes their orders. That means if you're in the military, your needs move right to the front of the line. It's a special touch of service you can only get from a locally based business like Judy's Sewing. Judy's Sewing at the corner of Fairgrounds Road in Central Valley in East Bremerton, right near Handy Andy's. Or call Judy at 360-662-1212. 662-1212. Judy's Sewing, a local business that's proud to support her community.
Did you know volunteering with the Bremerton Central Lions Club can be fun? Community services for everyone. Young people, families, men, women. As a volunteer, you'll help your community and gain valuable skills, network with others, energize your life, make an impact, and have fun. Get in step with your community and volunteer. Visit us at bremertoncentralwa.lionwap.org.
You hear that?
You guys just aren't going to play any endgame, are you?
No, we're going to play a whole song after the break. And don't look at me.
It's all him. It's all his fault. Look at him. See his eyes?
He's like
a puppy dog.
Trey's got that look on his face like a puppy dog who's about to get
this guy's a nice guy, though, man. I'm not trying to bust his balls. I'd rather bust your balls.
Yeah.
What are you into, David?
Apparently ball busting.
I am into ball busting.
Are you writing a song about ball busting?
I'm writing a song about ball busting the Outlaw Radio Network because they don't play Endgame when we come on the show. And
Do you have an Endgame song that you can play for us, Trey? Do you? Do you have a song picked out to play? You have 5 of them. You know what I think we could do? We could literally just play. You know what I think we should do when the show's over? We'll play one now. When the show is over at 11 o'clock, just play the next 4. We'll outro it, and
tight, man.
We'll just do 4 songs right in a row after we wrap this up. We'll let the Endgame peeps get the rest of it. By the way, if you want to follow Endgame again, check him out on Facebook, facebook.com/Endgame
Endgame Hip Hop.
Endgame Hip Hop.
Yep. Facebook.com/Endgame Hip Hop. YouTube.com/Endgame Hip Hop. SoundCloud/Endgame Hip Hop. That CD right there, Nick Fury's got. Hey, Nick, where's that available at?
FYE.
FYE in Silverdale. Also at ReverbNation.com/Endgame Music. Get it all for free. And we love the Outlaw Radio Network. Thanks for having us on, guys.
All right,
man.
Crank this shit up, Trey. It's Endgame, Outlaw Radio Network.
I will never die. Why? I'm a superhero. You hear us not fake it, be real. Take off my mask and my face won't appear. I'm breaking the seal by saying it clear. Saving this game and don't pay for no meals. Ain't taking no deals. Hard cold to steel. Villainy must be how taking it feels. I'm racing and chasing. I'm hot on the heels. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm working through fear, working through pain. No Batmobile, so I'm out in the rain. Look how I dress, not absurd or insane. And I'm hot in the the sky like a bird or a plane. My mutant power turn words into flame. Ain't for the money, I'm famous for change. When I get pissed off, I get my Bruce Banner on. I turn it green and I'm breaking the chains. Damn, goddamn. I almost can't manage these powers of gods that they sent to me. Shaking them mentally, breaking them deadly. Power inside me, been at it for centuries. Lightning was spitting, it's at Wally West and me. Used to be friends, now you just dead to me. And we were meant to be nothing but enemies. Name is Nick Fury, no secret identity. Lie with what's not right. Enemies defeat, yo, I pride. Them dirty lies out from their teeth. I am hella fly, yeah, you know me. And I'm so high up in the sky, like I'm a superhero. Hard as you might, see you can't beat. I don't buy that sucker style, yo, that shit's weak. So don't cry, just dry your eyes. Cause when I speak, I'm alive, I will never die. Why? I'm a superhero.
This game never ends, I spit that flame with a pen at an angle that'll mangle, endanger your friend strangled, and leave your nuts on the table again. I spin like a dreidel inside a bottle, my bottles anal with a fago when I'm lost in a Winnebago tomorrow, cause my days never end. Up for 3 days on the weekdays, on my beat cakes or bust flows when the beat plays. He says, she says that the heat sprays when he's on stage, never lame, never leeway. Boss devil, I'm beyond devil in a cape. Demonstrate what happens when you hesitate. Levitate, never blame when I set it straight. Heavyweight, take the food from your dinner plate. I know you wanna be this, see this, maybe eat this, just keep the secret. Never beat this team of heathens, meaning, bleeding, screaming demons. End game with the gonzo veteran, never had a letterman, rhyme way better than all the whack cats we vendetta them. Look into my eyes, you can tell.
When I collide with what's not right, enemies defeat, yo, I pride. Them dirty lies out from their teeth. I am hella fly, yeah, you know me. And I'm so high up in the sky, like I'm a superhero. Hard as you might, see you can't beat. I don't buy that sucker style, yo, that shit's weak. So don't cry, just dry your eyes. Cause when I speak, I'm alive, I will never die. Why? I'm a superhero.
Coming at you fast, let it speed a bullet full of clean serenity. I wish my enemies the best. I see this growing magnitude of mess. Need a full to it like change of metaphysics. Let's extend it's a mess. Get a fin, they get dressed, get a torch, get a pitchfork. Got me so scared if I had me some kids for the factors. I'd have to be larger than left like a real man of steel. Pass me the mic. See, hip hop is my superhero. Flip flops on my blues and fears. I get lost in the truly spiritual TikTok of the movement. Lyrics ain't no weights and bass. Say you the same, but it makes me smile as I get blazed. Oh, wow, feels like I raised my own child. When I can raise your soul high with some of this fire that's living inside of me. I'm lucky to be alive, so I live every day like it's my last. I'm a dying breathe. I consider my life a success if it might be the best part of your day when you need to escape. I'm a heartbeat away. Everyone needs a hero. I'm starting today.
All right, so that's Endgame, and again at the end of tonight's broadcast, we'll play the other 4 tracks. So we'll just give the Endgame fans a little bit more of a taste of Endgame music. And again, they can pick up the CDs at FYE in Silverdale.
FYE in Silverdale, man.
And where else? There was one other spot, right?
ReverbNation.com/Endgame Music. Also, any show. And
when is the next show?
You should come to a show sometime. The next show, we got one in Port Townsend coming up with Sky Pilot. What is that? September 13th, Nick?
Let me just double check.
I'm pretty sure it's September 13th. But I also might not be completely sure about that because we may or may not have been drinking with the hosts of Radio Outlaw Network.
May or may not have been. Yeah. It's up for debate.
All right. Excuse me for playing the black card here, but we're the ones that always want to get shit for free. We've had y'all on the show a couple of times, yet you've yet to say, "Hey guys, would y'all like to come join us at our show backstage?"
Do you guys
we have not yet to say that.
Do you guys have a backstage?
We actually don't actually usually have a backstage.
That would explain it. Come to the show, you guys.
Backstage is usually like we're sitting at a table trying to sell our CDs and shirts.
Can I be honest? They're going to Port Townsend. I'm thinking backstage is in the alley out back.
Backstage is really like to the left.
And while it's backstage, it's like. Like there's literally a guy sitting on a bridge.
Tumbleweed.
When is the when is the event in Port Townsend? When is it?
I'm trying to get
September 13th, I think.
September 13th.
I think. Before you guys repeat it a million times.
No, seriously, I would love to come to one of the events with you.
Man, we'd love to have you, man. On some real shit, if any of you guys ever want to come to a show, obviously, I mean, it's,
Can I get up there and rap with you?
Yes. Yes,
That's
you can.
a bad idea, dude.
I get up there with you.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be horrible.
No, on some real shit, man.
I'm an old schooler, but I can still throw some lyrics out from time to time.
Outlaw Radio Network. Outlaw Radio Network's always welcome at an Endgame show, man. I'm not lying to you guys, man.
This stuff that y'all doing right now, man, I couldn't even remotely come close to even trying to even keep up with that.
But we grew up on
we love that old school.
But I love the old school stuff.
It's all about that.
I can throw. No, I can't.
And I'm not telling.
So here's
talk about that old school, man.
Here's what I think you guys should do. When you
90s
guys have
West Coast.
When you guys have a weekend
No, I'm old school.
Grandmaster Flash.
Yes.
The Humpty Chance is your chance to do the hump.
Don't push us, cause we're close to
I'm actually a little bit more old
edge.
school than that. I'm like a hip hop, hip it to the hippity hip
Hip hop and you don't stop.
I'm rocking to the bang bang boogie. That's more my old self.
Now what you hit is that a test?
I'm so
Out
old school
to the beat.
before they actually gave it a name. I used to if you ever get an opportunity to find some type of I guess it would be an 8-track tape of a comedian named Gatemouth Moore with Red Fox. Before it was called rap, they used
Red
to do the same
Fox.
thing, and it was called bebop talk.
It's been
That's what
man,
that what
it's
was
been
called.
around.
Bebop.
It's been around before. There was like
It's been around a long
country,
time.
like old school, like country music in the 30s, man. Like people.
Well,
were,
I was
you know,
heading down Georgia. on
Yeah,
the
exactly.
hill and- yeah, it's been around.
It's
a
like
while, but, you know.
auctioneer stuff. Like, well, let me tell you about this. When I found this girl and I wanted to have sex with her, and it was real awesome. She had a big booty, and I felt like I hit that cutie.
That was called square dance.
Get her done.
Yes, September 13th, Roadhouse at
It is the 13th.
9 o'clock.
It has been confirmed. September 13th
Sorry.
at the Roadhouse in Port
with
Townsend.
Sky Pilot from
That shouldn't have been too hard because the
Tacoma.
Roadhouse is-
They're
Sky Pilot is the
Radical, and also Knothead, who's big.
Knothead, real quick. Sometimes we got to give shout out to homies, man. Knothead on tour with Tech 9, man. You guys got to check it out. Tech 9 tour featuring Knothead, the big homie, man. It's coming
Knothead's
around.
with Tech 9?
Yeah, Knothead
Really?
does all the opening dates for Tech 9 in Portland, in Seattle, and Spokane.
Tech 9's big.
Dude,
Tech 9's good.
Tech 9 is taking over the independent. What's really awesome about what he does
Taking over, hell, he
is
took
that
over a long time ago.
Is that strange
You're
music?
right, yeah.
Strange music is independently. Sorry,
Independently owned.
independently distributed. They're not industry, and they do the cross promotion thing with all their artists. Amazing. Like they have street teams in every town. Every time a strange music CD comes out, like all these like little like all these kids with these backpack kids come in and they're just like, let me get this Tech 9, man.
You
Where's
okay,
that
Nick?
straight? Where's
Yeah.
that Chris Calico at? Where's that Mayday at? Where's
Yeah.
that Cut Calhoun?
I was back in the day. I was
Ritz is off the hook, man.
Mikey and I were the
Hell
Mikey and I were Mikey Malone and I were DJing at Romeo's back in the day.
Mikey's a homie, man.
Mikey, you know Mikey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mikey and I are best friends. I was
good people.
We were DJing together at Romeo's back in the day, back in 04, 05, and 06, and we used to play a lot of Tech 9 down there.
9?
Yeah. Well, Mikey played more of it than I did, but yeah. That,
What's cool about what they do, and it's a lot like what Macklemore did, man, is it was refusing, because Tech 9 had a similar career path. He got signed to a label. They didn't think he was in step with the mainstream
They
of
wanted
what
to
was
change
going
his
on.
image,
Yeah, they were
and they
like,
was
oh,
like,
Tech
yeah,
9,
fuck
hey,
you.
make this song like this guy that's mainstream in 2000. And so he did one album, and then he quit.
Yep.
He said, fuck it. He started Strange Music in 2002, came out with Angelic. And check it out. I'm personally, like, I don't... Tech 9 is off the hook, as an artist. I don't listen to him all the time, but I respect the hell out of what he does, man. For the
Right.
independent music scene, he brings up people. He puts out stuff that the radio, the top 40, the Clear Channel
Wouldn't play.
The Clear Channel didn't approve it, but still it sells the hell out of what the mainstream is putting out.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Well, and
that's real music.
Yeah, listen, the other thing with Macklemore is, have you heard? What is it called? I think it's called Wings. Have you heard that? It's just him ripping Nike. I mean, just him ripping Nike hard.
The shoe song.
Yeah.
With the kid singing on it.
Yeah, but that stuff doesn't ever get played because the people don't want to mess with the sponsors and the money and the big money that.
But
that's
what
out
does
there.
get played? Here's the funny thing: at the VMAs, Macklemore just won an award for best video with a social message. And while here's the thing, I think he should have won just best video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're going to make Same Love, and it was about Same Love because it's about
Yep.
gay rights. So
Yep.
they're
Yep.
like, I'm pretty sure they made up that category. They're like, Macklemore won
Same Love.
Never heard of that category up until this year.
That's what I saw. I was
exactly.
like,
Never.
best video for a social message? What are you talking about? If the song's that good, then it should just win the best video.
Exactly.
You know, let me ask a question.
What's a good song without a social message?
Yeah, exactly.
You know
and
what I mean?
why shouldn't songs have
the best song about twerking?
It's kind of sad.
Well, there's the Dixie Chicks and Earl's Gotta Die. I'm pretty sure that's not a good social message.
Well, you didn't say good. It's just a social message, right? It doesn't need to be positive.
Dixie Chicks, though.
Yeah, but let me ask a question.
It's just
though.
I'm making a point.
No, I got you.
The first couple of times,
no, but I'm agreeing with you, man. And the point that like music should be about social message. The fact that they have to give it a separate category to be like, hey, Macklemore, you did an awesome video. Let's make a category about a social message so you can, you know,
like it's somehow less impressive than anything else that's being done out there.
I totally understand what you're saying, and I'm going to say this. And my wife is a singer, and she will kill me when I get home for saying this. And this, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I truly feel this way. And this is no offense to you guys who write your own lyrics and everything, but to me, I kind of feel like, in a sense, what you guys just said. You know, how do you not do music that's not about a social that doesn't have a social message to it? It's like when I listen to a Hollywood actor or actress and they decide that they're going to do this fucking PSA about something political. And my point is, shut the fuck up. You're an actor.
It's not like that. Jesus Christ, man. It's not like that at all.
Well, no, but that's what I'm getting at. And listen, because you got people like the Dixie Chicks who decide that they're going to go out and make this big political
what
statement.
you're saying is that people shouldn't use the platform they have to talk about what they believe in.
No, what I'm saying is that if you have an agenda, because you're
if you have an agenda that you don't agree with, that's what you're saying. If you have an agenda that you personally don't agree with, you don't want to hear it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you, for example, if you're a singer and a songwriter and that's what you do, okay, then you should. If you're going to go out there and you're going to make a political message, you're going to make a political statement, don't complain about the ramifications. Don't go on national TV, for example, like the Dixie Chicks did, and then complain about how you got belittled and berated. No. Don't be an actor or an actress who went out there and made a political statement and then says, gee, now I can't get a job in Hollywood. It's because of my political beliefs.
I agree with you,
man. I don't give a fuck. If you want to make a political statement, make it. But but you also got to deal with the consequences.
You got to own what you say.
Absolutely.
And that's and that's true in life. And Nick, you got something to say about that?
Yeah, like, okay, for instance, a song without a social message is like Lollipop. Social message. Like Lollipop, okay? Or The Candy Shop. Or any number of songs that are literally aimed at girls to try and, like we were talking about earlier,
Friday,
to try and get them
by that little chick from New York.
Well, but you know what I mean. There's literally no purpose to the song.
Seinfeld.
It's like but it's just like
What's
it's like
the
for the
big
moment in the club, and there's nothing to like actually listen to. Whereas, and I guess it's not social message that I'm saying. It's just any kind of there needs to be substance to it. You know what I mean? And,
whatever you're writing
making
about.
a category for a video of a song that isn't about bullshit, and that's basically saying that the rest of their ones can be about bullshit.
Exactly, and that's the
why
point.
I love Neil Diamond.
That's the point.
Let me ask a question though, really quick. Let me ask a question though about that One Love song that I thought, and again,
One Love. Hey man, that's our favorite song.
Well, but let me ask a question about that, and I've listened to it a bunch. But the first several times I listened to it, I thought,
is he still trying to figure out?
Is he the guy? But is he the guy that should be talking out about the history of hip hop when he's just the guy that just got into it? Is he the guy that should be? You know what I mean? Because he's talking about how hip hop has been. It's been a voice for the oppressed and all. I mean, is Macklemore the guy that should be given that message?
Wait.
Macklemore's been rapping.
I'm sorry,
for
man.
a
You said
long time.
You said One Love. That's one of our songs. You're talking about Same Love.
Oh, Same Love. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. All right.
I got hella confused. I'm like,
who grew up
he's talking about.
And I'm not talking about Macklemore hasn't been around for a while, but I'm talking about in a mainstream sense. Macklemore just got here.
Yeah, but okay.
and my question is, does it lose validity to a fan base when they hear?
No, dude. Macklemore, what he did,
he's got the
it was
most
so courageous. It was so
honest voice
courageous to do what he did, and because here's the thing. Mainstream hip hop is generally homophobic, and that's changing. It's getting better, and it's something that people are starting to understand isn't a way to be. But he was the first one to come out and say it, to be like, he said hip hop culture makes you think that if I was gay, I would think hip hop hates me. Like, you know, and
Yeah,
you know,
that line is
because
powerful. Hold on.
because there's a lot of rappers, you know, that would say like "fuck these fags," and it's not even about you know actually being gay. You know, it's just a pejorative term for gay
using
people.
the term as fag as negative or gay as
but that line from the song is powerful because he says at the second verse he says, "If I was gay, I think hip hop hates me. Have you seen the YouTube comments lately?" And that's and if you think about it for a second, it's because but he's absolutely right.
Because people get ridiculous on YouTube. You could post.
Well, it's because they're hiding behind a computer screen.
Exactly, man.
And
don't we all hate? Can we all agree on this?
Yeah.
Fuck internet gangsters, man. If you got something to say to somebody, you know,
yes,
for real,
I agree. If you got something to say to somebody, say it to their face,
man.
253
Let it be known.
617 1440.
Call us in and say fuck you because we got to drink. Hey, we haven't drank in a while. Rapping.
Oh,
I'm taking a break.
Cheers, brother.
Hold on a second. I
almost lost.
Trey,
most of
I might
my
need you to go get stripped.
So,
Paul, we're the only non-quitters.
That's all right.
No, I haven't quit. I just
you know,
Paul will know in a minute why I'm
there is a
why I'm
great
waiting.
debate going on right now within the civil rights, and I say civil rights community. I mean the civil rights activists community within the Reverend Al Sharptons of the world, the Reverend Jesse Jacksons of
Jurassic
the world.
activists.
Jurassic activists, yes. But most people won't know what I say when I use that phrase, by the way, which is brilliant. And part of that is directly as a result of the hip hop community. And what you're hearing a lot of is this race baiting individuals. Reverend Al Sharpton, for one, who's been directly had a finger pointed at him, and they've said to him, "Hey, listen, you're out there spending a lot of money because he puts a lot of money into some hip hop acts and some other stuff." And they're saying, "Listen, you're out there talking about all this racism and everything, Lil Wayne specifically, going out there and you're spending all of this money to support these artists who are actually denigrating the community. They're doing a ton of damage to the community." And when I say community, I mean African American community. And so what they're looking for is people are finally pointing a finger at people like Al Sharpton, saying, if you're really about social justice, if you're really about,
then you shouldn't be making music that's about fucking treating women as objects.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
And listen, man, I agree with that 100%.
Wait, don't put your hands up like that, Dez. Don't, because
she's
you know
agreeing with St. fucking Paul.
But hold
right?
on, but and I don't disagree with either one of you. But half of the record sales go to bitches that are going to buying these albums in the first place.
Bitches,
so
drink.
No, listen. Let me finish the point.
Well, see,
let me finish the point. Let me finish the
so.
point, and then I'll drink. The problem is
No,
that
you won't drink.
Hold on. The problem is not that it's just guys that are buying these albums, because bitches line up left and right to buy this stuff too.
Kevin.
Listen, from the windows to the
Kevin.
walls to the sweat
Kevin.
runs down my balls.
Kevin.
When I DJ'd at the club, bitches were going crazy in the bar to that stuff.
Oh, they were. Oh, dude.
It goes both ways because the girls will like it. It's not.
And I'm sorry. Let me fucking drink while he
talks. The lyrics
talks.
in those songs are not what the lyrics in those songs are not what causes people to listen, or the females to listen to them. It's the club beats that they put behind.
It
those
is.
songs.
Yeah, I agree.
Those
That is
lyrics
very
that you're
true.
talking about are literally aimed to the dudes that would buy that CD to play it in the club, or for those girls. It's this whole
let's
cycle
be very
traps
honest
them.
right here.
It's a cycle of, it's a cycle of sexuality that, I mean, that appeals to
sexism and degradation.
Yeah, basically, man.
And it becomes a level whether people actually not whether or not, because most people don't realize it. You listen to a song 20 times because you love that song. You fail to realize that song, if it has a negative message, for example, about how you treat women,
It has a negative effect.
That song programs your mind. It will, because you get this idea in this thing. You hear these words over and over again. Bitches this,
Right.
rape that bitch, fuck the police, blah, 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 blah. And you have an entire segment of our society in this country that has grown up on music that has literally programmed them, and they don't realize
I can tell you from personal experience. I know when I first started writing, I was like 15, and everything, just the basic rhymes that would come to my head were like very violent and very
misogynistic,
awful. Yeah,
right?
awful.
No, me same way. Because that's what I was like. We're like, hey, fuck a bitch. I'ma fuck up a snitch. I'ma smack a bitch. You know what I mean?
Just what's basically in
stuff
your
that
head
didn't.
before you start.
And so you
thinking
guys
about
are
it.
saying that essentially that was as a direct result of the programming of the subconsciously. This isn't something. This is something you guys had to sit down because your music is not like that.
No.
So you had to sit down and consciously go, wait.
Well,
I don't want to fucking write this.
I'll tell you.
This
Actually,
isn't-
we had a conversation where we were already writing the way that we wrote, but we were having a conversation just about music and everything, and kind of I think it was when he wasn't doing too good, and we were just talking. And we'll go back and forth. He'll make me feel better when I'm down, vice versa, or whatever.
Sure. Well, that's what pals do.
Yeah, and what I was telling him,
or gay lovers.
Well,
just saying.
What was that our music karmically, we have nothing to worry about, but we weren't doing that on purpose. And after that, our mission, we basically said it. I guess we came to the realization
Mission statement.
Yeah, we do not want to be responsible for any of that shit that we're talking about.
Right.
There are so many people that are my Facebook friends. They're gonna read if I put out negative shit on my Facebook. They're gonna read that. If I put out songs, we just had an all ages show. There's so many young, little, impressionable, moldable 12-year-old, 10-year-old.
Absolutely
kids
right.
That if we were talking about like drug,
doing drugs,
Bottom line-
slapping hoes,
Yeah,
pimping
and there's grown men out there doing that, man. There's the rappers that are like 40 years old that are like, hey, let's pop a Molly. Let's pop a Molly. And it's like,
because they know that it'll
Molly's
sell
the drug
money.
of choice in the last couple of years. And there's like dudes that are like, they're
Okay.
not even
I
popping
just learned
Mollies.
something. I just
And they're like, let's make a song about popping Molly so all the little 17-year-old hoes will listen to us. You know what I mean? And that's just sad, man. If that's your,
But there was a lot
you
of
can take that to
ridicule,
your
though.
grave. You can take that to your grave. If that's the kind of music you want to make, cool. Make your money off that. You know, get laid off that. But that's not something when I honestly, man, like that's something we could all relate to. You know, I mean, we're here.
Right.
You guys are trying to do the same thing, man. Spread a social message. Talk about what you
yeah,
care about.
that's
and
right.
if you put out something that you care about, you believe in, that's something you could take to your grave.
But in hip hop, though, there was a lot of ridicule on like Will Smith doing that because remember?
Oh yeah,
Was there? That was different, though,
Pause. I got this one because see, down you're talking about
What,
the old
'cause
school
you're
area.
black?
No, because it's the old
No,
school.
'cause he wants
it's
to
back in
talk.
the old school area. Not even that, but it's back in the old school area where when Will Smith started talking about, because it was back in the days where Will Smith got ridiculed by NWA and all of the other rappers because it
Why?
was back
Why?
in the because back
'Cause he was doing
back
clean
in the
stuff.
back in the area. They was talking about where people were from. Well, you know, and that was when NWA was coming out and they was representing Compton, and then that's where the big movement of the gangster rap started. But then here come Will Smith with this clean urban rap look, and what they couldn't understand is, well, why is this guy getting such publicity like he's getting? He's not a gangster. He's a sellout. This, that. But what they wasn't seeing that Will Smith rapped about what he knew.
Yeah, he never was a
He
gangster.
never was
so
a gangster. He never claimed to be a
He'd
gangster.
Be a sellout if
He
was
came
rapping
from the
gangster
suburbs,
shit.
so he
Yeah.
rapped about what he knew. And he got ridiculed about it, and it was like, you know what? This
But
guy's talking about
That's
how he grew up.
That's the essence of real music.
But the flip
Yeah.
side
You
of
talk
that,
about what you know.
You talk
Why-
about what you know.
Right.
Eminem, you know what? He talk about what he know. You
Yeah,
know,
about that 8
that's
mile
what he
stretch
do.
of road in
It's-
Detroit,
it's
right?
good, you know.
And listen, I get all of that, and I am not. I understand what Endgame here is saying.
He
About,
just pissed off David. He just walked out on you.
yeah, well,
He's like,
you
I
too.
hate Will Smith.
You know what? Don't shake it more than twice. You're playing with.
I
yourself.
love Paul, but I have to pee.
Okay, go ahead. All right, so I guess
And that'll be a track on the next album.
Don't you notice how P and Paul stands together?
I love Paul, but I gotta pee. Go ahead.
So my only point is I actually
I'm gonna go
love-
pee and shake a Paul.
I love the fact that
take
you
a-
have people finally standing up to the Al Sharptons of the world saying, stop supporting these gangster motherfuckers that are out there spreading this message of hate, discontent, social disorder, and because honestly, that does such a disservice to an entire segment of our society. And I am not about oppression of speech, but it's like the idea of you can't go into a movie theater and yell fire.
Yeah,
okay? Because
no.
it causes
But
problems.
this is where it gets a little bit more refined, I feel. Whereas, so there's some people that's their actual the life that they know.
Yeah,
That's where they grow up.
I'll tell you right now. Listen, you become a product of your environment, and if you say you grow up in fucking Compton, okay, let's take NWO for example. Okay?
NWA.
Okay.
Good God, man.
Yeah,
NWO.
Yeah, NWA.
New
yeah.
World Order.
Yeah. NWA, which stands for what, Tro?
Niggas with attitudes.
Thank you. And so now they were a group that I grew up with, and I had friends that listened to them, and I'd listen to one or two of these songs. I'm like, the fuck is this?
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
But it was shit. People bought it and they ate it up, but it was shit. The message was shit. Now you can say, hey, the beat was good.
No. What I'm saying is, imagine if you were from that.
That's where they were from, and back in that era.
So and this is
they talked about what they knew.
I get that, but let me make my point here. I get that. It doesn't justify it. Okay, it doesn't. Listen, if you grow up in say war-torn country, okay, let's say you grow up in Syria, so you decide you want to start rapping, and you decide that because you grew up in war-torn Syria, you want to rap about shooting kids in the head. Is that okay? No, it's not okay.
Is it? Wait. Is it rap about how he wants to, or rap about how that happens?
Who raps about shooting kids in the head?
That's two different things.
No, hold on. You came in the middle of a conversation.
That's two different things. Like
it is two different
social commentary about what's happening.
It is two different things,
or advocating it.
But what I'm getting across to you is that we live in a society now where you have easy access to these lyrics and these songs for young impressionable individuals who grow up listening to this over and over again in their iPods, and they become programmed to think that this is normal.
Can I say real quick, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
I listened to Tupac. I listened to 3 6 Mafia.
Tupac's dead.
To Juvenile when I was a
Tupac's alive.
I'm aware of that. Thank you. Thanks for pointing it out.
I was saying that for Kevin's
Machiavelli's not dead.
Tupac and John Lennon own a 7-Eleven Mini Mart
in Jamaica,
Topeka, Kansas,
and their main investors Elvis.
No, but for real, check it out. I don't know. I don't know that the argument. Okay, you don't want me to talk?
You can talk. Don't get bent sideways. Here we go. Anyway,
so you do that to people. Huh? You talk right over the top of people, then you make them not want to listen. Let me respond to you with this. Yeah, don't interrupt me.
Shut up.
Here's what I'll say. I think it is, and you're going to be quiet and don't interrupt me when I say this because you're going to want to when I start. I think it is amazingly hypocritical of you to speak as a white guy from Kitsap County who's never had to deal with whatever these guys from Compton or Houston or Miami or New York are writing about and living, and then say, well, you're just part of the problem. You're aiding and abetting.
I never said
you're
that.
building. You're
become a product of your environment.
Yeah, you're a product of your environment. When the fact of the matter is that really is an idea of what they know. That is the same thing as your wife singing about horses. That's the life that she knows. Yeah. That's the lifestyle and what she's grown up doing and what she's been around.
That's the beginning of my point, and that's where I feel it's okay if that's all that you know, and as long as you're not advocating, because it's the same thing as saying, say if rap music existed in the Old West and your dad was a outlaw, you know what I mean? If you wrote a song about that, it's essentially saying that you're putting that negative energy out. Whereas I don't think that that's the truth. If that's what you know, then that's what you know, as long as you're not advocating it. Whereas these people, like, say, if Will Smith, or how about Lil Wayne, who's never been a real gangster, who's been rich his entire life, talks and advocates this lifestyle that, one, he's never even lived himself, and two, is the downfall of his entire race. You know what I mean? Like, that is what's wrong. But I don't feel that actual people from that world that aren't advocating it but just telling the story, I don't feel that that's the same thing. That's just that's what I was
True.
I can't say if Lil Wayne ever lived the life or not, because he did have a somewhat of a bad upbringing. However, Drake,
he got signed when he was
Drake,
he had a label when he was 13 years
sitting
old.
here saying I'm a gangster or whatever. Stop, Drake.
Hey,
you was the wheelchair guy in Degrassi.
You're from Canada,
Stop.
fool.
Yes,
Wait, Drake was in Degrassi?
Yes.
Drake was the guy in the wheelchair in Degrassi.
Yes, he's from Degrassi.
Yep.
He was Jimmy from Degrassi, but
But
he
he's
doesn't
so
want
hard.
anybody to know
Congratulations,
that. That's not him.
we just educated you.
Drake's
name-
hard.
My favorite
Drake
meme
real
is-
freaking hard.
My
Started
favorite
at the
meme
bottom,
is,
now we're here.
That
Bitch,
from the
shut
bottom, now
fuck
we
up.
here.
You're
It's a
like-
picture of him in his little swimming pool
Started
at
at the
home, and
bottom,
he's
now
like
the
5
whole
years
team's
old.
here.
When were you on the bottom? When you were
When
like
were you at the
9?
okay.
But listen though. But here's the other question though. Here's the other question though. Isn't it smart to play that? And let me explain why. Guys like Drake, guys like Jeezy, guys like M.
It's mainstream smart.
Yeah,
if you're a real artist, then fuck it, man.
No, but that's what I mean, though. Isn't it mainstream smart, though? Listen, M used to write songs about cutting up his daughter's mom and putting her in the trunk.
Obviously, because they blew up.
And they blew up and they made a shitload of money. Meanwhile, guys like Will Smith that were really just writing about stuff that they knew.
Will Smith is richer than all of them.
No, I get that. But what I mean is, guys like Will Smith that were writing about shit that they knew, and he's not the only one, but he was. He got to be the biggest.
He's ridiculed as a rapper.
Yeah,
he's not accepted as a rapper.
Not accepted, not acknowledged as a rapper, and he's not even cutting music anymore.
But you can't fuck with Big Willie style,
right?
You remember?
Big Willie style. He
doesn't make who remembers Miami though? Welcome to Miami.
But now, what's the flip side of that? Here's something y'all missing. Will Smith was a product of where he was from. So he talked about that. But can you get out? You're damn right. Because we can sit here and talk about the success of Will Smith, but let's celebrate a guy who realized that the product that he grew up in is not something he had to stay in. Let's talk about Ice Cube. All right? What about Ice-T? These guys who actually grew up in the ghetto products, this is how they started out.
See, here's the thing.
And now,
none of those guys make positive music. None of those guys do anything for the community. All those guys, they took their way out.
Wait, Ice-T and Ice Cube.
Ice-T and Ice Cube
made negative music in the early 90s.
In the 90s, but you look at what they would do now.
Are we there now?
Have
you seen that? That's a tight movie. Are we there now?
Are we talking? Okay, no, we're talking about music, not movies. We're talking about music.
I thought we were talking about contribution.
No, I thought we were talking about music. Every one of those guys will get an acting job that isn't something that they wrote or created. They didn't write any of those movies. They didn't even produce them.
Actually, Ice Cube did.
What did he write?
Ice Cube wrote and produced Friday.
Okay,
Barbershop.
Friday. So Friday is positive.
Stop. Then he did.
You guys
Barbershop is the only one.
He also wrote and produced. Are we there yet? Are we there now?
Okay.
Stop.
None of those are positive. Those are fucking bullshit. Those are just money.
I'm Paul Madden.
There's nothing positive about. There's nothing positive about those.
Let's get back to the fucking point.
Money. I'll give you. Barbershop is a positive movie.
Republicans are awesome.
But let me hold on. Let me tie these two arguments together though.
Republicans are awesome.
Let me ask this question because I think I see where you're both coming
Paul's
from.
conservative.
So you're Trojo, tell me if I'm right or wrong. You're basically saying that they
socially conservative.
Hey guys. You two?
Sorry, I was trying to
hit on each other in a minute. So, you're basically saying that they started up at something, then they were able to elevate themselves, and they got themselves out. What I think Nick is saying though is they got up. Correct me if I'm wrong. That they got up on the backs of throwing out this negative message out there. They made all their money, and then on their way out of the hood, it was essentially,
sorry, I'm Paul.
I got rich. Fuck you, and then they left it. And I think it's a really interesting discussion within hip hop. And you guys tell me if I'm right or wrong. That a lot of these guys, not all of them, but a lot of them get rich, get out, and then never go back. They never make any contribution. They never go back to the hood. They never go back to help the kids in the hood.
Well, actually,
they never go back to elevate the communities. Bill Cosby had a really interesting conversation. And, Paul, we played clips of it a couple months ago, where Bill Cosby talked on some Sunday morning news show, and he basically ripped some of the
ripped the hip hop community.
Ripped the hip hop community because they got out and they never went back. And it is the one thing.
Question.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
You are not Paul Madden. Okay.
I'm Paul Madden.
The one thing.
And this guy's David Olivas from Endgame.
All right, you're right. I should let you.
Why do you rap about stuff?
But the one thing is it? Do you guys see that? Is that something that like, okay, you guys get huge, right? You guys get big. Is that something that you've looked at and recognized? If we get big, this is what we're going to do different. We have to go. Or is that something that wasn't looked at? Is that something within the hip hop community that you guys look at and go, these guys get rich and they never come back?
We're
look
driven
back.
by our karmic responsibility mostly. You know, we're both very aware. We're both very aware of the fact that, you know, we could probably be a little bit more successful if we went this route of selling out and trying to find what people are interested in. But it's the same thing. If we made it, Tupac was that dude who was rich, famous, in movies, all that shit, but then is going to these poor ass neighborhoods and just dumping money.
He spent
Somebody popped a cap in his ass.
If you look up,
there's
back into the community.
There's videos of Tupac going to middle schools
and rapping a song, Keep Your Head Up, which
Right.
is basically about women not having a guy who treats them like shit, not putting up with it, and that's
keep
being
your head up.
being a
Mhm.
single mom, and not putting up with the dude who wants to be a gangster and smack you around. Like that was one of the best Tupac songs ever. And there's a YouTube video of him going to a high school and saying,
That's a great positive role model.
No, baby, please don't cry. Keep your head up. Forgive, but don't forget.
But the music that he did normally was the kind of stuff you're talking about,
Right.
which is almost.
And I freely admit, I have a real serious problem with that. If a country artist did that, I'd be fucking pissed off. I would unload on that individual. It's
But don't they already? I mean,
that's why I hated the Dixie Chicks. It's not okay to go out there and do a song. Hey, listen, this guy was abusive, so we fucking killed him and we buried him. It's no, you know what?
Like
it's
that.
not okay.
Like that Carrie Underwood song, or that about key in a guy's car and
Before
shit.
he cheats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm not familiar with that song, but
I work at a music store. I'm familiar with too much.
But isn't
exactly.
I don't know if hip hop is any different than any other genre that has its.
It's not, man.
That has its
It's
huge
not.
collection
Check
of
it out.
worthless
Marty,
horseshit
it's not.
songs.
Everybody in every or there are people
and not
in every
not
industry that do
even
it.
worthless songs. Check it out. Sometimes songs about life and death, about gangs that want to kill each other. Sometimes that's a song about a reflection of of our community. Marty Robbins.
Yep.
Marty Robbins was a country singer from the 1950s.
Dude, he did.
He has a song.
He did Dear Mr. Custer.
Gunfighter ballads.
Yeah.
And trail songs.
Yep.
It's my mom listened to that. So I'm gonna tell you right now, like that's an amazing album.
I didn't mean that as I didn't mean that as a shit song. I meant like
No.
The songs to me that are like shit songs are like the Humpty Dance. I mean, that was
Humpty Dance was a fun song.
Well,
though.
it was,
I mean,
but
it was
didn't
fun
really
song.
have anything to it. You know what I mean?
It was a fun.
What
song.
he's saying is it's there's no message to it. It's absolutely it's hollow. It's just a song.
Yeah, it was a song. It was a fun song. That's what it
Anything by
was.
Taylor Swift, Hollow.
That's
Pretty
true.
much, yeah.
I don't know.
Hollow.
Taylor
Listen,
Swift sings on the most
I
deep
don't know if I can
B.O.B.
agree
song
with you
I've
guys
ever
on
heard.
that.
Yeah,
And I will,
Taylor
and I
Swift
will also
has
say somebody
got
else that a lot of people
something.
are going to laugh about this, but somebody who's very deep in the music she writes is actually Lady Gaga when you listen to her lyrics, dude. There's a lot of shit that goes there. That woman, you know how highly educated she is in
She
music, dude?
is a very highly educated woman.
No, I
if
can't.
anybody-
She obviously
You don't
is
have to
because
like her music.
she's a smart woman.
Marketing genius.
obviously she is
Yeah.
because she's as rich and famous as she is.
She's a very attractive woman too. If you
No, she
get her,
really is.
No,
in her
she's
normalcy-
not.
In her normalcy,
No, she's not.
She
not?
is. She is
No.
fucking ugly.
I saw a
dude.
picture of her. I thought she was.
She was before. She actually
pretty
got
ugly
really,
now.
really big when she actually looked normal.
Yeah, she
But
actually.
now,
I'm
with all
sorry,
the things
dude.
that
She
she's
is
done with
one
her hair
famous
and
person
stuff,
I would
no.
kick the fuck out of bed.
I heard people
I'm sorry,
that said
dude.
that she was a dude. They didn't know if she was a dude or a girl.
there's a big
back
rumor
back
that
when
she
she
was
first came out,
hermaphrodite.
wasn't that the thing?
There's something.
Yeah,
Like
there
that-
was also
hey.
something out there that's saying, "Hey, if you work on Lady Gaga's crew, you get the one of the privileges is being able to sleep with her and everything." You know,
Oh,
I mean, who doesn't want
in
the
the meat suit.
Who doesn't want the privilege of being broken down by Lady Gaga's actual wiener? I mean, we all want to work on the crew and be broken down by Lady Gaga's wiener.
Here, and I just want to end with this, and this was my initial point overall. Before you got your,
Do you wanna
fucking
see my
panties in a
meat
bunch
suit,
and had to go
Des?
pee, and then came back down and put your microphone down because you were. No,
listen,
I'm
David
talking-
Olivas from
I've
Endgame.
had you-
just calm down and stop rapping about things, okay? Hey, fuck liberals.
Oh, goddamn! Well, if he's me, we gotta.
I already drank my drink. I don't have any left.
What?
I drank
Yes.
it.
You got a fucking 3/4
back there.
9/8 bottle full of fucking tequila.
back there.
I got nothing left.
Hey,
Hey, listen. Can I just say this? He's the most sober, dry Native American I've ever met.
David from Endgame. Can we agree, as Paul Madden
Yeah.
from the Outlaw
Yeah.
Radio Network, can we both agree
love this
that
guy.
Kevin has a vagina, right?
Oh, it's a huge vagina.
Can we agree on that?
And unfortunately, I'm a rapper. Drink.
That is unfortunate that you're a rapper because you're probably
I can't
you're
fucking
probably
rap,
some
dude.
kind of liberal piece of shit that
Let me
raps
tell you
about
something.
stuff that nobody
Oh,
cares
that's
about.
it. Yep, drink. Listen.
You probably
I am-
have an agenda when you
I am
rap.
pasty white and Polish. I
Nick
have
is
the
over here
musical
throwing in
and
the white
lyrical-
towel. He's
Oh
like,
my
I'm
God!
done.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
White
Hold
flag.
on. Right now, guys, help me out here. Tell me if you agree. I think we need to
No.
hear
I'm
David.
Paul
listen,
Madden,
I know
so I
Paul-
don't agree with
Paul,
you.
help me out. I think we need to hear David Olivas from Endgame rap right now.
do need to hear
Can I-
Right
can
now.
I will tell you this.
We need to hear that.
Kevin was there on my 30th
You need to go ahead and
birthday.
do something off the
we
top
were
of
at
your
the
head.
19th hole, And my wife, they thought it was going to be funny. So they said, hey, listen, let's put Paul up to sing karaoke. I can't fucking sing. Okay? I'm the
Me
reason
neither.
karaoke
That's why I
was
rap.
invented. And I'm smart enough to know I will make people fucking leave the bar. So she put in the song Hotel California, right? I'm like, oh, fuck. I was so drunk. I was like, screw it, whatever. Okay, I'll get on stage. I get up there. You know what I fucking did? Hotel California starts playing. I rapped it.
Yes.
And I'm telling you what.
Hey, welcome to the Hotel California.
It's the truth. I gained a whole new appreciation for that song. I thought when that song was
Trey,
over.
make my laptop hot. We're going to give David Olivas some background beat here. Here you go,
That entire
David.
song is about renting a hotel room by the hour for gay guys.
Yes, it is.
When I was done rapping that song, that's
Yo,
what
you
I
never
thought that
knew?
song was about.
Nick, you didn't know?
I'm on stage going, this song's about gay dudes.
Yes, it is.
I thought it was
on a dark open highway.
I thought it was about demon worship or something.
I don't know, but Dro gets
it was
me.
about
Dude,
drugs, and
I've
it's
been
you're
knowing
not
that
meant to
for a
say
long. I
in
was
that
like,
place. I thought that's what it
Hotel
was about.
California. Welcome to the Hotel California. It's such a lovely place.
Anyway, I guess my only
Actually kind of makes sense now.
My only point that I was going to make was that my issue is just with the gangster rappers that go out there
Hold
with
on.
such a negative message, and they don't stop to think about the impact that incredibly negative message has on their community.
David Olivas.
That's my point.
you, man.
David Olivas, can you rap a song for us, please? This
Here
would
you
be
go,
awesome.
I think
No, that's Paul Madden. You're David Olivas.
Real quick before you rap.
Hey,
there's
Kevin,
a gangster
as a
rapper
co-host of
that's
Outlaw
out now.
Radio Network,
Yes.
I think that David Olivas should rap a song.
I think David Olivas should rap a song. David, are you ready, David?
Great, go ahead, David.
Here you go.
Why
him a back
why
now.
is David handing the microphone to me, Paul Madden?
Okay, turn this up, will you, Trey? And give us some speakers in here, will you, so that David Olivas can hear it.
I mean,
Actually, it
Wait,
sound like I'm singing this song
this
about
is
you.
gonna be
Okay?
on the internet.
Yeah.
I like big butts and I
Go ahead.
cannot lie. You other
I
brothers
sound
can't
great.
deny.
You're supposed to be lip syncing that right
you're
now.
a dumbass.
If you'd have lip synced it, you'd have been right on with
Well,
it.
clearly Nick is carrying Endgame. That's
So-
all I have to say.
Clearly.
But what I was gonna say is,
Nick Fury, how does it feel to have a terrible partner
enough
such as
of this
David
silliness.
Olivas?
What I'm saying is Kendrick Lamar really he's the new hot shit right now. He is straight from the hood, but comes off not.
Might want to put that mic up to your mouth there, sir. There you go.
What is it? Not embellishing it.
Kendrick
and,
Lamar is
making
amazing.
the ghetto.
Who is
the
Kendrick
that
Lamar?
life
Kendrick-
seem better. It's actually
You
just,
should look him up, man.
He makes it seem
Kendrick Lamar is
terrible.
not bad.
You know what I mean?
And
2 Chainz
that's
not
what
bad
you-
either.
I guess- and
Glad
that's
he
the-
changed his name.
That's the point.
Titty
Titty
boy.
boy, titty boy, ludicrous.
If you want to
you
be,
know.
if you want to be a man, to me, this is me speaking. I have nothing to back this. It's just my personal feelings. Okay, if you want to be a
Paul's
great
getting in
man,
touch with himself.
then you want to leave the world a better place when you leave it than it was when you got here. And if that's the if you grow up in
Excuse me,
Compton,
David Olivas is
and
getting
life
in touch with
sucked,
himself.
okay, and you find, hey, I got talent. I'm a rapper and a songwriter, and I can go out there and I can make a fucking difference. Okay, then don't go out there and glorify it when you knew how shitty it was growing up there. Go
just
out
to
there-
make money. It's
right.
like-
Go
it's
out
like
there and try to
stepping
change
on,
it.
It's like stepping on your
No, I
whole
agree.
family
Again,
to get up out of the top of the
I
thing,
know what you're-
you know,
I-
and pushing everybody else down while you're trying to get up out.
Right.
Nick, David, I get what y'all saying, but again, when we was
Stop
talking about
looking
the
at me and calling me.
when we was talking about the NWA area,
Yeah.
again, you got to look at the time and the era where they came out. And it was really hard to say anything positive
I do. I
from
saw
where they was from
CW4.
because back
Listen,
coming up
CB4?
back where they was coming
See,
up
Paul?
at that point in
See how hard
juncture,
it is to run the
it
show?
was really bad.
I do.
On the blacks in Compton, you got
I have to
cops
do this.
beating. I mean, cops just beating guys down in the hoods, and nobody saying anything
And
about
there
it.
was-
I mean, it was really hard to beat anything positive. But here's the reality: out of what they're starting, even though it's hard to find any positive in what NWA was putting out.
Hey, I'm Paul Madden. I'm sorry.
Right. Anything, even though it's hard to find anything positive about what the NWA was putting out back in the days, what came out of it is people realized what was going on out in the Oakland Compton area.
And back then, though,
the Compton area, and they had to change it.
Yeah, and there also wasn't a reference point. You know what I mean? They were the first ones doing it.
Exactly.
So there wasn't really this like, oh, well, what you're doing is going to make this glorified to everybody else
Right,
behind you.
and
They
again,
didn't
nobody
know.
knew.
Yes, yes.
Nobody
so
knew.
They really aren't responsible for trying to come
They
out
just
with
they were
positive
just
shit, but
basically took
everybody
what they
after
knew.
them is.
Exactly. They just basically took what they knew to put the message out of this is what's happening in my city. And no one's paying attention.
Here's my thing about social commentary that my dad explained to me. He
All
was
I
a
know is
Chicano.
Ice loves Coco.
David Olivas from Endgame, calm down. We're trying to be serious right now. All right, check it out. But no,
It's real.
On some,
No, nothing
Well,
that she has
if Paul
is
is
real.
not here, like
Oh, I
if Paul
hate
has
you
to
guys.
take a night off for another one of his gay little softball tournaments or whatever, you two are co-hosting his
dude,
place. That is
Kevin,
awesome.
we're right here with you.
That is
Softball.
awesome.
No, but check it
gay
out.
now.
For social commentary, if you, my dad was a brown beret in Wisconsin in the 70s.
A brown beret?
Chicano rights activist.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Like, I don't know what a brown beret is. Go ahead.
here's the thing.
Yep.
What he explained to me is that extremist views, they're extreme, right? Like if you're somebody on either side of the issue that you're like, I think we should take it this way. Everybody who disagrees with me sucks, no matter what. Smack him in the face. And somebody else is like, it's this way, to the right side, the left side of the spectrum. You know, activism is not necessarily right, but it's necessary because the people on both the conservative and the liberal side of things, you know, that they might be a little, you know, cocked in the head. They might not know what's going on, but they're willing to put themselves out there, represent a cause because they believe it's socially right. And that's how we have social progress. That's how we have people, you know, from one side of the spectrum who, you know, freak out about things. The other side, that's how we move forward.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So hey, Paul Madden, co-host of Outlaw Radio Network.
Yeah, you're starting to sound a lot like an MSNBC host.
Oh my God. Okay,
hey,
I have to be way more.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, Rush Limbaugh is awesome. And
when you go, wait, hold on. When you start coming out with this,
No,
this
I'm
is how we become socially progressive.
I'm Paul
and
Madden
we lean
from the Outlaw
forward.
Radio Network.
Hey, Paul
Yeah,
Madden
first of all,
from the
Paul
Outlaw Radio
never
Network.
talks like that.
Would you look at the shirt that David Olivas from Endgame is wearing? and
Jesus Christ.
Does he look gay in that shirt?
Well, do you think he looks gay?
Very much so.
Really?
That's a homophobic statement by you, so we got to drink.
Oh, that's a good
All right.
Wow.
Listen, the last
David
question.
Olivas, why are you such a Raiders fan? Oh my God.
Fuck the Raiders.
Okay.
Oh, no, you just broke character.
I was never
Okay.
in character.
To be in character means he has to have character. Okay, listen, let's
Wow.
Hey, you know what that is?
shut up, David Olivas from Endgame.
Sound of
Yeah, shut up, David Olivas from Endgame.
You're the guest. Know your role. All right.
That guy's such an asshole. Why did we ever invite him to
The
be on
last
the
question
show?
I have is this, and I'm gonna put this to Trey first, and then we're gonna wrap the show here in a minute. But every guy is gonna answer this, and then Des is gonna answer this. Although Des won't answer it honestly because she's a woman and she can't be trusted. Trey,
That's a good point.
did you watch the VMAs, the highlights of the VMAs from last Sunday? The Video Music Awards?
No.
Did you see the videotape of Miley Cyrus with the stuffed bear?
Oh my
No.
Did you didn't see
We
it?
at Endgame love that finger.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, never mind. I want to ask you the question. If you didn't see it, you don't get to see it.
Listen, David Olivas from Endgame.
What?
Nobody from Endgame loves anybody that doesn't have an ass like that.
Miley Cyrus has an ass.
No, she's
way too fucking young for you.
No.
She's got an ass.
David Olivas from Endgame.
She has like an inside, like a concave.
No, if you can
ass.
check it up right now, check
It's
it up.
dude.
Miley
Real.
Cyrus and
Okay.
chicken ass. Check it up right
Dude.
now.
Chicken
I swear to God, it shows.
It was like
cold chicken and the way that it goes. And the
it was
legs,
the
and it shows
reverse
her
of
ass
how
in there.
woman's curves should work.
I'll draw it right now.
Miley Cyrus wanted to. She really, really, really wanted to
No
erase
mas.
the image
Yeah, she did.
Trojo.
of
Yes.
of Hannah Montana. Well,
Trojo.
guess
That's
what?
right. That's right.
She
What's your
really,
question, Kevin?
truly succeeded.
She she succeeded.
Trojo.
She really and truly succeeded.
What is your
No
point
one
for
will
Trojo,
ever,
Kevin?
ever
I can't ask a question.
see her
Trojo.
as
I don't.
Hannah Montana ever again.
Trojo.
You know what? Hey,
Let me
can I
ask you a question,
hold-
Trojo.
Hey,
Here's
wait,
my
wait,
question.
Shh. Hold on. Sorry. Tro,
Here's what Paul does. He asked me 14 times, Kevin, what's your question? Kevin, what's your question? Kevin, what's your question? I'm about to ask a question. He's like, Kevin, wait a minute. Let me ask another question.
Because of what Trojo was just saying.
Go ahead, Paul.
I was simply going to ask him, are those the same noises you made in McDonald's that day?
No. No.
Well,
hey, after you choked him, did you take his burger at least?
No.
Okay. Trojo.
He shoved a McNugget up his ass.
If you were...
I can truly honestly say
I was McRaped.
I would say this. If and again, I stand by the fact that I never choked him. I never choked him. I put my hand around his neck, but I never choked him. But if I did choke him, that would be the first time on camera in public I ever choked my chicken.
If you're at McDonald's and there's a chicken in front of you, did you choke your chicken? I choked my chicken.
I choked the chicken.
For the record, nobody conceivably beat the shit out of anybody in McDonald's.
He simply choked
What
his
was
chicken.
the question? I don't remember anymore.
Are you still faded, Nick?
Yeah.
Just checking.
But I think I might still be, even though I thought I was really faded, looking and I think I might not be.
The question is, who's sober?
So, what was your question about Miley?
Wait.
Hannah Montana. Cyrus.
What about Hannah Montana?
Tro, if you were single, would you rip into Miley Cyrus?
Wait, who said that?
I did.
To that guy in there?
Well, to be
Des
honest
is raising her hand. She's like, I'd rip into Miley Cyrus.
To be honest with you, I ripped into worse.
Oh, God, that's an honest answer.
David
right
Levis
there.
from Endgame. Hey, David Levis from Endgame. Would you rip into Miley Cyrus, David Levis from Endgame?
If I was 20 years younger, I would.
Yeah. You wouldn't now?
No.
No. Nick Fury from Endgame?
It has nothing to do with the age.
Well, it does for me. I'm
Hey,
40
listen.
fucking 2 years old.
Listen, I fucking hate liberals and fuck Obama.
She looks gross. She doesn't know how. I mean,
fuck
it is.
Obama.
She looks like a little girl who thinks that she knows what attractive is, trying to be sexy with that. That is the most unattractive thing ever. I'm from Port Townsend, and that's just where I live.
Why is David Levis
I still
from
know what the
Endgame
fuck
so
hot is. Jesus Christ.
The guy from, did you really said the guy from Chimicum?
Why is David
There's a lot of
Levis?
cows in Chimicum.
Why is
Miley
David
Cyrus,
Levis from Endgame so
Miley
undeterred?
Cyrus would be so popular in Chimicum because she still has all of her teeth. She's 19.
That's more of a Bremerton statement than a Chimicum statement. Still,
that really
That's
is
still
more of a Bremerton statement.
Paul Madden, would you rip into Miley Cyrus? Paul Madden?
You be careful how you answer.
She's a Republican. She's a Republican.
Careful how you answer this question.
well-
so help me, all that is holy.
As Paul Madden, I would definitely rip into Miley Cyrus's inverted ass with gusto. And
With gusto.
let me ask you.
Mi gusto.
Let me ask you, who uses the phrase "with gusto" anymore? I do.
Nobody.
Paul Madden.
No.
Outlaw Radio Network, son.
He just went rapper on me.
Dez, you're the last question. Then we're going to play some Endgame stuff and wrap the show up. Dez?
Why would you do that? Endgame sucks.
Dez, would you rip into Miley Cyrus?
No.
No?
Miley Cyrus is like the grossest thing ever.
You have a choice. Miley Cyrus or me?
Me as Paul Madden would.
2011 Miley then.
No, Miley
she
now.
was underage
Was
then.
she-
Miley now. Pedophile! Dez is a pedophile!
You just entered the
Somebody
world.
call Sheriff Boyer! Dez is a
She was still
pedophile!
illegal,
You
and
just
I would
entered
be-
the world of being
No, check it out.
Sandusky-ized.
She's like 21 now.
She is.
She's
She's
legal.
21
19.
years old. I would be 18. She would be 20.
Hold on, I'm checking
Or,
that out
no,
right
she'd
now.
So she would be
19,
raping
and I'd
you.
be 17.
She's 19 years old. You said Miley Cyrus of 2011. That
So
makes her 2 years younger
that
at
means
17.
she would have
And that
been.
makes me younger too.
Listen, David Levis from Endgame. That means she would have been molested in that scenario. God, I hate
Miley
Endgame.
Cyrus now.
Nick,
I'm not comfortable
Or
with
me
this
now.
You should
conversation.
fire this asshole from your band.
Miley Cyrus now or me now?
Pass.
You can't pass.
I pass.
Miley Cyrus
No,
now
you gotta
or me now?
answer. I need to know.
It's me. It's
need
me.
to know.
See, if it was Miley, she'd have said it because she
Miley
already
Cyrus.
said. No, you're lying now.
Miley Cyrus.
No, you liar.
Miley Cyrus. My sister
I
looks
think
like
she's
Miley
lying.
Cyrus.
She looked to
though.
the
That's what I
right.
heard.
Yeah, my sister
before
looks
she
exactly
answered.
like my. Well, 2011.
Jesus
Miley Cyrus.
Christ, don't let this man around your sister.
Yeah, don't let him around you.
All right, let's wrap this.
Don't let him around me because I'm Paul Madden from the Outlaw Radio Network.
Dude, I'll give it the final drink count.
Hey, question: isn't he the best Paul Madden we've ever had?
You know what?
Fuck liberals.
He's really funny.
Obama sucks. Rappers are assholes.
Wait, so does that mean there's 2 drinks right there? Do we get to include those 2 drinks?
No.
Well, it would be. Kevin's
Look at this
just not
giant
capable.
bottle of tequila
That
that
he,
Kevin
didn't even touch.
That Kevin didn't drink.
Well,
Hey,
and he
I'm
gave it to
I'm
gave it
sorry.
to David from Endgame.
Listen,
I didn't give it to David
listen,
from
David
Endgame.
from
Let's go home with
Endgame.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I like to bust your balls as a rapper,
Don't say you like
and
to
a
bust my
liberal
balls.
piece of shit. You know,
Who's a liberal?
you, because you're David from Endgame. But here's the thing. I kind of also am ashamed of the fact that my co-host Kevin didn't drink his tequila
At all.
Yeah, it's really
like, I mean,
the fuck is this?
it was like the most vaginal attempt at tequila drinking. And Kevin, listen.
Yes, Paul.
I hate this fucking rapper over here.
Do you guys want
but
to
I
know the
kind of
final
like it
score?
more than you because you didn't drink your tequila.
I apologize. I'll do better next time.
It makes
Play
me sad.
songs.
See what happens when you decide
This
to do a
is
drink.
this is a train wreck. Play songs now. This is awful.
All right, Des, anything you want to say before we
These
wrap
guys are
this?
You want the final score of your drink
Yeah,
count?
final score.
All right, everybody, besides Kevin, took 36 shots.
There's
Kevin
no way.
took 28
That's impressive.
sips.
I didn't take the last 2. I skipped 2 in there, so I'm
Okay,
at
then
35.
Nick, then you'll be 34.
All right, Trey, anything you want to say before we wrap this?
17.
Kevin was at 28 sips.
All right. Tro, anything you want to say before we wrap this?
Say it. Say it.
No.
Say it. Say it.
On next week's radio show,
Yes.
here on the Outlaw Radio Network, doing Last Call, I haven't forgot. I didn't get a chance to rip into you, but guess what? It's coming. I would really like to know the answers to how you can afford $5,000 breast implants on government money and you don't work. You got some explaining to do.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
I would really like to know how you feel it's okay not to pay your child support and then try to rip me for taking care of your son. I really would like to know this. I would love to have the answers to those. Just those 2 questions. Okay. Nothing else. Just those 2.
Anything else you want to say?
If you're looking for a great car deal, you can come see me at Advantage Auto Works, Advantage Nissan, located at 5012 Auto Center Boulevard, where you know, that's what I said, Boulevard. Jesus, man.
Sound like
listen.
said Boulevard.
Advantage Nissan. The fun stops here.
Starts here. Yes, it does.
It starts there?
Starts
It
here.
starts there. I would just
Fun
like to point
starts
out
here.
that Advantage Nissan and Advantage Auto Works, for those who are keeping score, we are the #1 ranked dealership for customer service in all of Kitsap County, Kitsap Peninsula, and the whole Kitsap Peninsula period. Between here, Seattle, you know.
You keep talking. We're going to charge you a fee to sponsor. Anything else, buddy?
Tonight,
right.
y'all.
Bitches.
Endgame, guys. Anything you guys want to say?
We
Hey,
would
no,
like to
shut
say
the fuck
that.
up. You're not Endgame.
Hey, listen.
What? Oh,
Listen,
now you're
David
Endgame?
will leave us from Endgame. Would
Yeah, I
you
get
like?
to
Would you
speak.
like to provide some
I get to
Endgame
speak.
websites?
No.
Maybe I should get the IRS to look
Listen,
into this.
because
You do.
I'm a professional radio host.
There you go.
And fuck the liberals and
Broke
stuff.
my fucking microphone.
But also, I'm not sorry.
Look at this shit. Dude. You broke my fucking microphone.
Yeah, not like you.
YouTube.com/endgamehiphop.
Gay hip hop.
Facebook.com/endgamehiphop. Lots of other websites /endgamehiphop. And fuck Paul Madden. That's all.
Nick?
No, that's pretty much it. Those are the websites. We're gonna be dropping a new CD still here. New Year's Eve 2014. These guys are gonna be doing a live video feed of it, and that'll be over in Silverdale, I believe.
Yeah.
What's the venue, David?
Mongo in Silverdale, New
Mongolian
Year's
Grill?
Eve. Mongolian Grill. We're gonna have Outlaw Radio Network there because, despite all the pretend saying "fuck you," we love Outlaw Radio Network. Those guys are awesome.
And I love you.
Yeah.
Kevin Chambers, Paul Madden. Hey, listen, Outlaw Radio Network, EdgeMediaSource.com. You guys gotta subscribe to this shit every week. Go there.
I have answers for you, by the way, from Hello Kitty.
No,
I have to read them because it won't be here next week. It was $4,200, and she saved up for 8 years, and he didn't get paid from his job, and he quit. So that's the answers to your questions. Paul,
Really? Wait.
Paul, hold on. Let's
Really?
Paul, anything you want to say?
Yeah.
I know you got fourth hour next week.
First of all, if she paid $4,200 for her fake titties, she got them on sale. Buy one, get one free. Second thing, we're off the bargain show. And I don't even know who I'm talking about here, but that's okay. But listen, here, nobody cares. This was not fun. This was not fun tonight. I don't want to do this ever again. The show was not cool. You know why?
Why?
Because you're a fucking pussy and you didn't drink.
Okay.
When you're supposed to drink, you fucking drink.
You remember what happened the last time I drank that I passed out?
I don't care. You're the one that decided to make
the last time I
show,
drank and I passed out, you didn't drink at all. So
David
let's not act like
David Olivas from Endgame. You're telling me you didn't have no fun tonight?
Hold on there, guy.
Guy.
No, what I'm saying to you, Kevin. What I'm saying to you, Kevin.
Yes.
Is that if you're gonna do a drinking show,
you offended the guy.
You fucking drink. You drink. That was the biggest pussy ass display of we're gonna do a drinking show. We're gonna do a drinking show, and every time here's the rules, you're gonna take a drink. You fucking touch the shit to your lips 3/4 of the time. That was just the weakest display.
I took sips.
That was the weakest display of
Hey.
we're doing a drinking show that I've ever seen. So that's all.
Guy.
No, it's Guy. I'm French.
All right. All right. So anything else you want to say, Paul, besides
no.
ripping me?
No, I can keep going, but I'm not.
That's fine. That's fine. Are you done?
Let's
Are you
get
done?
serious.
Okay. You through?
Are you Syria about Syria?
All right. Remember, we'll be back here next week with a regular show. We've reached out to Todd Best and Mayor Patty Lent about having them come on for that group interview that we talked about, so we'll let you know.
Hey.
And we'll get that set up. Fourth hour next week, I guess, has been planned. Trojo will be handling all of his dirty laundry in the fourth hour next week.
Oh.
The last thing I want to do is make the following statement. Today is September 1st. You know what September 1st is?
Labor Day.
Why is your mic off? Is his mic off? Oh, Paul's mic is off? You turn it off? Turn it back on. You know what September 1st is?
Is that funny?
You know what September?
Yeah, it's funny.
You know what September 1st is?
Kind of funny.
September 1st was my self-imposed deadline. September 1st was a deadline to give the baby mama money so baby could go to full-day kindergarten. After she asked for it over 2 months ago. And after I sent repeated emails offering to give her the money, and then she didn't reply. So I'm just going to say this in passing.
Because it becomes a matter of record now that it's on the show.
It does become a matter of
There's
record.
a lot of personal drama on this show.
No, do you know why we do that? Because we're transparent.
I'm just saying. Hey,
So
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to reiterate this to go along with what Trojo said earlier. Although I'm not directing mine to the same people Trojo directed his to. I'm just going to say this: if you're a mom of a kid and you use your kid as leverage, you deserve to be hit by a Greyhound bus.
We can all agree.
A small one.
Amen. No, big one. Big one.
No, trust me, a short bus will do just enough damage.
And then I hope it backs back over you, and then hits you again. All right, that concludes tonight's Outlaw Radio Network on Edge Media Source. We'll be back again this week. Susan returns at 5 p.m.
I'm Paul Madden.
He is Paul Madden. I am K-Dog. This is Trojo.
West Side, bitch.
And then over there is Nick. And
this guy is Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus joining us right over here.
What's up?
And that was Billy Ray Cyrus running the boards tonight. And Lady Gaga working the social media streams.
Great job, Dad.
Hey,
Tonight's show brought to you...
Tupac was the intern.
Tupac was the intern. Tonight's show again brought to you in part by Megamouth Mindy Byers. She loves profanity and alcohol. Good night, bitches!
That's all the time we got for today. I want to thank you so much for spending some of it with us. You know, time is money, baby. You never know how much you got.